Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. 14 minutes. Whoa. Okay. What? Okay. Thanks, y'all. Oh, okay, let's watch some battles. Skip 12 minutes. All right. Oh yeah, Gandalf. My original team, I had Surfetched instead of Medi. And honestly, I didn't bring Medi as much as I should. Hey Dylan, thanks for the sub. It was so nice to meet you. Okay, Dylan told me the first time that he met me, I don't remember what you said. I think you said I was exactly the same as on stream as in person, or as you would imagine. Is this audio
Welcome
okay?
in, everyone, to the Vancouver
I kind of
Regional
want to watch the whole
Championships.
thing.
We are coming to you live from a city that is known for its wonderful diversity and breathtaking landscapes. It's the perfect city.
Can y'all hear me above
our
the
journey
audio,
through the
or should I turn it up?
2022 Play Pokemon competitive season.
And we're thrilled to be here in
Take a
person
tail,
for the
thank
second
you.
North American Regional Championship.
Oh,
This
hey,
weekend is going to set the
TSB.
stage for a lot of determined battlers
you.
right here on the waterfront at Vancouver Harbor.
My name is Speedy as Chief 2.
I'm Mark Sun IRL, and let's take a look at the expected format for this weekend.
This 2022 Regional Championship Series event will be showcasing exciting Pokemon Go matches all weekend. Prize pool includes Worlds invites and travel awards, with up to $65,000 in total prizes between all competitions at the event. Day 1, our trainers will compete in a double elimination bracket
Think so,
using
wise
the
man.
Great League format in Pokemon Go. Day 2, our top placing trainers from Day 1 will continue to battle through the bracket until a champion is crowned.
Okay, maybe we should take a poll
Matches are
on
best
if
of
we should watch the
3,
whole
except for
thing
the
or
winners
just my
finals,
battles.
Losers finals, and grand finals, which are all best of 5. All matches will be played in a Bring 6 Pick 3 format. This means that all players will create a team of up to 6 Pokemon, of which 3 will be brought to each game. Who will take the title of Regional Champion this weekend? Stay tuned to find out and follow
Okay.
the action at Pokemon.com/play.
This 3 minutes full. Just mine? Okay, well, I actually didn't get
Mark,
to
I'm
see.
so excited to be here.
I got to
live
see a
in
lot of this
Vancouver,
off
but there are so
stream
many other ways
or
that you
just
can
in
follow
person,
along with the
but I
conversation
didn't
and get
hear
involved
most
here
of
at
the
Play
what the
Pokemon
caster
Championship
said.
season. I'll tell you what, Hashtag play Pokemon on Twitter is a great way to kind of tag your responses, get noticed, get kind of picked
Is it
up
a
in that
good
feed. And you
K9?
can check that
Take a
hashtag as
kill?
well to see what's going on in the tournament. You can also go to YouTube/Pokemon.
Super
Absolutely. And
clickbaity
also, you can
title
find us
idea.
on Facebook and Instagram. Just remember, hashtag play Pokemon. And you can find both of those at the handle.
Oh, both lost
/Pokemon.
together 12
There's
hours.
so many
Well,
things going on in Pokemon Go as well, and if you are a Go Battle League battler,
okay,
don't
let me
forget
watch
about the
the
Stardust
intro.
surprise tomorrow. It's essentially our biggest Go Battle day of the season from 12 a.m.
y'all hear me
local time
above
until 12 p.m. local
these two
time. You can
casters,
enter
alright?
into the Go Battle League, and Mark, you can play 20 sets, up to 100 battles. You can compete in the Great League, the Ultra League, and the Master
Oh,
League.
look,
But
there's
there is a
Jason.
catch. In the Master
Look,
League,
there's Jason
Mega
already in the
Evolution
chat.
Pokemon are now allowed, so you can bring your Mega Gyarados, your Mega Gengar to compete and really show other trainers what you're made
Thanks,
of.
Kim.
Excited to see those battles. And right after that is over, our interlude season for Go Battle
I'm
League is
still
gonna
wearing
officially
it.
end,
Well,
and we'll be
I wore
taking a look
this
ahead
on
at
the
season 11 of Go
plane.
Battle League. We'll be getting our
It's pretty
usual,
exciting.
formats, Great League, Ultra League, and Master League returning, but this season will include some new
We went
leagues,
to
such
the
as
night
the
market
Fossil Cup,
afterwards, and I
as
was
well as the
wearing
Fighting Cup and the
this.
Summer Cup. So very excited for those
Oh,
to come in.
can't hear me. Okay.
rotation.
Go Battle League is incredible, and there's always more to look forward to, but there are other
Hey,
events happening
NCAA,
in the
we
game
need to do
as
our lucky
well,
trade, huh?
including our Go Fest events. Make sure to tune in for Pokemon Go Fest 2022.
Maybe
It
I
is
turned the
biggest
string
Pokemon
down
Go
a
event
little.
of the year.
I
Work
don't know.
together with
Here.
millions of your fellow trainers
Like
around
this?
the world on Saturday, June
Do I
4th
turn down
and
this
Sunday,
stream?
June 5th to
This one?
unlock exclusive bonuses, earn awesome rewards,
Maybe.
catch rare Pokemon, and have a great time. Each day
Okay.
of the event will feature
How's
a
that?
different experience.
Is this
Head over
better?
to PokemonGo
Oh, I kind of.
Live.com
Well, I want to hear
/events
the.
for more details. Mark, that's next weekend. Can you believe it?
I am
Oh,
looking
okay.
forward to that event, and afterwards we're gonna get some
Okay,
in-person
sounds
events
good.
that are all around the world.
Here's King.
So
Woo!
check out Seattle, Berlin, and Sapporo, and you can find more information.
King was
about
so
those
proud.
events at PokemonGoLive.com.
He kept telling me he was
In-person events are so
proud,
incredible. Make sure if you were in that
but
area
not
to attend one of these
surprised.
in-person meetups.
Right?
It's so good to meet these
So,
trainers that you've been friends
I
with,
was
that you
surprised.
maybe have met during the past 2 years. It's so good.
All right,
to
let's
be
see.
back
Let's
prepared. We've seen Rise to occasion at
Oh
previous
man, this is such a
Pokemon
good
regional
first
tournaments as
match.
well, and maybe he hasn't performed quite
We
as
were
well
all
as he'd
so
like to.
hyped
Both of
and
these trainers have incredibly
sad
high
to
standards for
see
themselves,
this
and it's incredible
showdown.
to see Rise to occasion appearing here. And while
Oh yeah,
Susan
how's the
Boyle's
balance
lead him,
now?
this honestly, Mark, could be a finals match, and we're starting the stream this way.
Absolutely, and it would just be by chance.
It
that we
it
would
was.
have this
Oh,
match here.
Kenshin.
And I agree. I
Well,
think
no, no.
Susan Boyle, I am one of the viewers that
Yeah.
on his content here.
This was
he
a
is
really good
very
match.
calculated, and he seems to know
Okay, I think we
every
should
single
watch this
matchup
one
at the
though.
back of his hand. It is crazy. And then same thing with Rise. I think Rise is a lot more dynamic. He wants to make a lot more plays. But again, we see a lot of these teams, again, the meta teams right here. We're going to see a lot of
Okay,
favorites come
well-
out, but some of these meta picks that we were talking about, we are seeing them in these lineups.
Now, as we get our team previews on the lower part of the screen here, are there any Pokemon that you would like to see from these two trainers? I know at the top of the call we mentioned.
So I was in
Pokemon
Group
like
B.
Toxicroak,
I got there
Lurantis.
at
Are there any Pokemon
6:45
these
a.m. for the
trainers
check-in.
have absolutely no
Battle
hard
started
time on
at
their team today?
9.
I think from what Susan Boyle said,
9?
we talked about the Toxicroak and how
We had to
strong it
register
was.
our
Well, I see
teams,
both a Lickitung and a
and
Rhyhorn
Group B
here
didn't go on
on this
until like
team, and while Susan Boyle might
2:30.
find an opportunity
It was
to have
gruesome. Like I
a
didn't
little
eat,
bit of
I
value
didn't
come out of this
drink.
Toxicroak. Now,
If
I
you
will
want to
say
drink or eat, you have to get out of the venue and do back check all over again. So I didn't want to go out. I just sat. I was glued in front of the audience screen.
a strong fighter on your team that's not Metachamp. Maybe
Thanks,
Metachamp
Pogoash.
wasn't well
Hey,
suited
Fine
to his style
Panic.
this week, and he went with a different fighter instead.
Yeah.
It is interesting to point out that from a consistency standpoint, both of these trainers have Lickitung on their team. So
All right,
Lickitung
I
is
guess.
kind of the
Okay, if we
style
want to
of the
just watch
normal type
my,
that
then we have to
doesn't do
skip
terrible
to
damage, has a
like
super effective lick. It can take a lot of
4 hours in.
Nothing too crazy there.
Oh, okay, hold
I
on.
don't think we've seen too much
These
from
were
Ryan
not
Stunfisk
in
yet,
my
so I'm looking
group
forward to
yet.
casting some of this. But on the other
Here?
side, we see a surprise.
Yeah.
But
Here?
against a great play versus Jamar's team, Susan Boyle's
Okay, this is
so
still.
you can swap back out.
This
there
is still
anything else
Group
that's
A.
about the-
It's way
Like we're halfway through and we're still looking at Group A.
Ducks pull here.
powerful. It plays a lot like a and Dragon Tailed all the way through the Beware there. What a
Oh, wait, hold on. Triper was in my group?
Spammy sometimes.
Oh, no,
The
Triper
problem
was
is that both
not in my group.
Well, it's great seeing some of the different shirts we saw.
Oh, here we go.
Ryan Stunfisk.
There's me. Okay. Hey, Sleight of Hand. Thank you. Hey, Andre Franco. Hey, Rodrigo. Thanks, Panic. We were not allowed snacks. You had to go all the way out of the event room. Hey, Bergie Berg. Thanks. Oh, hey, Pete. I know, living room stream. King's doing some work, and here's our living room. Thanks for the sub, Gui Corny. Thank you. Whew. Hey, Let's Up. Thank you. Okay. I didn't get to see all this trivia because, okay, so in Group A, I sat with, during the Group A streams, I sat with Pete, Dylan, Goat, and Lucio. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Goat was in Group A, I think. So it was in Lucio and Smurfy, I think. No, Smurfy was in Group A. Hey, Just Flow. Thank you. Thanks for the sub. Have I received my T-shirt in game? Not yet. I think it took King like a week to get his. Oh, congrats on hitting level 40. Get those XL candies. I guess they changed it to you only have to be 31. Hey, thanks, Doctors PvP. All right, I think we're gonna. I think we're almost there. I don't know how to. Okay.
A lot of you guys
Ah, here we go.
fans know who Cindy
Woo!
is. She's running Registeel Shadow Walrein.
I want to hear. So the casters asked me how to pronounce my name. I had to, or not the casters, the liaison between the judge, caster, and the staff asked me like my pronoun, how I pronounce it, and what I prefer to be called. I was just like, oh, whatever. Oh, slide at him. I got so many DMs saying that they encountered Shadow K9 in GBL today. TSB messaged me saying him and his friend both saw it. And King did a coaching session. He saw 4 of them today, I think. Thanks, Xavier. Oh man, I thought I skipped forward. What happened? I thought I just heard Wholesome saying, I'm so confused. How do I just go up a little bit? It's hard to fast forward an 8-hour stream. It's like 8.5 hours. How many judges were there? Okay. King was not the head judge, but I think he was very heavily relied on for making some calls, and he did say he's going to be impartial and didn't want to judge anything I had. And luckily, I didn't have any disputes. Arrow key. Oh, arrow key. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Aha! You're so smart.
A nice cool time here in Vancouver.
All right,
Pokemon
here we go.
Vancouver
Thanks for
Regional
your.
Championship. I'm Wholesome underscore. I'm Alpha. We're moving forward with the action here, guys. We've seen some incredible battles, but we're going to be moving to Group B, Round 1, for 2 incredible battlers. Should we go ahead and get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, we have 2 battlers here.
Thanks,
we have
Matt Gimme.
Nirg, or Greenish backwards. We're going to be referring to her as Cindy. Okay. I think a lot of you guys and the fans know who Cindy is. She's running Registeel, Shadow Walrein, Trevenant, Mandibuzz, Medicham, and Shadow Ninetales. We have our other battler, Fion18. Go ahead, Phoebe.
I wonder why my graphic wasn't showing Shadow Ninetales here. It didn't show Shadow for Kevin's either.
Okay. Well, I'm taking a look at these teams here, and we definitely have some differences. I think that the most noticeable is going to be...
This is Fion. He plays in Wing Attack faction. He was so polite and so nice.
Yes, and I think it has a lot of play against Fion's team. Of course, the only Pokemon that the Pokemon that do have
They weren't ready. Hey, JJN.
a lot of damage from that fire type moves. Ground ground typing of Nidoqueen does not resist the fire type damage, though it does deal super effective damage. And then, of course, same for Galarian Stunfisk. That steel typing does take super effective damage from that fire, and the ground does not resist, so it is taking a lot of
Oh,
damage
I'm
from those fire
watching
spins.
this stream
we'll
on
have to see how
my
Cindy is able
account.
to
That's why I
hold
can
the
see
night
all
game.
the
But
tags on the
Leo's saying here,
chat. If
I
somebody
take a look at
tagged me.
Galarian Stunfisk, and I think there's quite a bit of play.
Oh,
There's definitely
cool.
some threats like the Meta Jam,
Aww.
and you can get hit super effective with the wall rain
Okay,
and
I
Registeel
actually
and things
didn't
like that. But
watch.
in all those scenarios where you
Arrow
do take
said
super effective
Cindy is
damage from the
cold
night slam,
blooded.
from the wall rain, from the Registeel, you can hit super effective in all those scenarios as well. And then you look at some of the other matchups like the Mandibuzz, and that's a great matchup. So I would at least
Thanks, Clutch
constitute
Pharaoh.
this as a lot of neutral play across the board with an energy advantage.
So okay, I can show y'all what I write on my
Those pairs
notebook.
like Mandibuzz and Green will be very
Okay, give me a
crucial
second.
about where they get paired up against. If there is a Mandibuzz versus a
Okay, give me a second. Okay. So they told us, okay, so the head judge person said we are allowed the notebook, but it has to be blank for each round. Um, so I have my little notepad from the hotel, and for this one, I think he had. Okay, here's the one I used. So basically, I write down my team on the left, kind of like a manual PB poke. Hey Bentley, thank you for the sub. So I wrote my team and his on the top, and I kind of do a little PB poke, like a check mark for I win, like a general one shield, and then X for I lose that matchup, and a triangle for a mutual matchup um, if I can win switch with it. So kind of use my process of elimination and figure out my lead, and then there's my team. So, hey JC, thank you, and good luck on your military marine journey. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Dial-Up. No, Johnny. No, he was such a good sport. Okay. Hey, Coin. All right, so let's keep going. I'll show y'all the notes throughout the stream.
Stunfisk, it'll be
But it
very
was
important
obviously
what the fast
blank
move
when I
of
go
that
up there.
Mandibuzz is. Is
As
it
soon
running
as I
that
sit down, I
giant
write down my
energy
team, and then
generating
when we
move of
change
Snarl,
paper,
or is it running Air Slash?
I write
I think
down
from
his.
beyond that, we're probably going to be seeing a combination of the
So
Galarian Stunfisk along with potentially the purified Sableye as well. Sableye definitely has some great play versus
Aw.
Cindy's team with the
I actually
Trevenant as well as the
don't
Metacham.
think I
Needs to watch
watched
out for that
this. I don't
Mandibuzz
think I
brute play,
rewatched this
especially if it's
one
running that Air Slash. Those Air Slashes
on
add up pretty
stream.
quick, and with its bulk, even after a return or two, it can normally hang on.
Yeah, I'll be really curious to see how
Sea
Cindy
Princess
is
put
with running
Cindy's
a
making a list
neutral
of all the
Registeel
trainers she's
and
gonna
Wall Rain
beat.
core. Of course,
That is
Shadow
funny.
Wall Rain being such a
That is
dominant
funny.
safe swap, but it's being hard countered by that evolution of Dewpider, Arachnid.
Araquanid, yeah. Araquanid we've seen a lot of action from already. We did see a little bit of a snipe there. I don't know if you
Thanks.
recall with the Azumarill.
Oh,
Quick
you know
swap
what?
into that
Um,
Araquanid, and with that one turn counter sweep,
RLA, I
sometimes you
think
can catch your opponent
you
in
were
the
the
middle of their
one
turn
who
and
said
actually
on
knock them
Rise's
out while they're trying
YouTube
just
video said I
simplistically
was
a
going to
fast move.
win
A
it
little bit of a
all.
surprise play.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
thank you
especially
for
because
believing
that
me.
fast move bug typing is resisted
Yeah,
by
it
the
is a
fairy typing of
Pokeball
Azumarill.
dress.
Definitely caught that trainer as well as some of his
Oh,
casters off guard.
thanks,
Okay. You
Johnny.
gotta love the skirt that you see Cindy wearing there with the Pokeballs. That is super, super cool. It's great seeing some of the different shirts.
Thanks,
We saw
Long
Smurfy
Hope.
earlier with the Pikachu's, Cindy with the
Ooh,
different
rank
Pokeballs here. You gotta
2.
love
Okay, well,
seeing some of
mine is actually a
some of
terrible
the
rank
different
1,
clothing items there.
but I made it anyway.
What is your favorite Pokeball?
My favorite Pokeball.
They're talking about their
Standard
favorite
Pokeball.
Pokeballs.
Nice red. Not nothing. It's very
That
iconic,
is
right? What
funny.
you see on
Okay, I
all the
never
different,
I never heard their
all the different
commentary.
swag and stuff like that. So for me,
Hey
Pokeball.
YTX,
Do you
hey,
tend to
thank
catch
you.
Pokemon more in Pokeballs because you
Hey
like it, or do
Alexa,
you
I
just
saw
use
you
whichever ball you feel like is more
chatting in
appropriate?
the
You know
stream
what?
a
I go
couple
for
times,
whatever's
cheering
most
for me.
appropriate, but I
Thank
find
you.
myself having a horde of Pokeballs and very few
Hey
great Pokeballs.
Travers,
Unfortunate.
thank
Unfortunate
you.
indeed.
For me, I think my favorite Pokeball is actually one that we don't have available yet in Pokemon Go.
Oh,
I like the Dusk Ball a lot.
it was a trick question. You were setting me up for that one, Phoebe.
Sorry to trick you like that.
That's okay.
That dark joke
Aw.
that I was using, but Dusk Ball is I believe better at.
Okay, I had a
neutral,
hard
you could
time
actually
logging
see it
in
be,
to the
utilized in
phone
Pokemon
at
Go.
I
first,
don't know
so
if
I
the
think
dark
this is
humor
what took so
is
long.
appropriate here for the stream feed, but nonetheless, we're going to be moving
That they
right,
had to do
right
so much
along.
small talk
One
because of
Pokemon that I do
my
want to talk
double
about is the Shadow
authentication
Nidoqueen.
thing.
I don't think
I
we had
felt
the
so
opportunity
bad.
to cast it today. And I can almost feel like it's falling out of the meta a little bit, whereas it was very prevalent before. It seems like
Thanks,
there's a lot of
XY
answers to it,
Mullis.
and it doesn't look like it's being brought in
Hey,
game
Dr.
number one.
Saw,
We have the
thank you.
Mandibuzz
Okay,
versus
here
the
we go.
Araquanid.
So I guess he's
The
double weak
Araquanid
to this, so
certainly
he
has
had
to
to
watch out
stay.
for these air slashes coming through super effective. Unfortunately, though, for this Mandibuzz, Aerial Ace is not the strongest charge move from a damage to energy
Hey,
perspective.
Trogdor,
That is
thank
true, and
you.
although it is super effective against Araquanid, it
King's
used to
doing
be
some
the
work.
bulk
He'll
of
join
Araquanid
me
use
in
was not
just a
actually
few
doing that
minutes.
much damage, and this Bug Buzz
Well, I don't
will
know
do
how
a
long,
lot,
but
but it is only neutral.
Yeah, so from the
yeah,
flying
Mana
typing, it
Buzz
will be
is
resisting
definitely
all
it
the
is
bug moves.
a tanky
However,
bird.
the dark typing takes super effective, so we see a nice neutral move. This is a very tight matchup. However, I got to give it to the Mandibuzz being able to, excuse me, being able to outpace to these moves.
Yes,
So I
a lot
joined
of
a
damage being done, and it
Vancouver
looks like
local
Fionn
Discord,
is
and they
going to
commented
shield
on how
the second
fast
Aerial
and
Ace.
furious
Will
I
it be able
type.
to force
I
Cindy once
tap.
to shield this next Bug Buzz, or will it potentially
Okay, I
be
guess
a break?
I
Fionn
didn't
desperately
shield
trying to get
this
to
and
that bug
just
buzz, and yes, we
Nighttailed
see it
down.
just before fainting. We see Cindy have to make a decision here. Do I want to hang on to the
The
Mandibuzz because
battles
it
were
goes so
all a
far
blur
down?
to me. Like
Maybe there's a bait.
after
We see
King's
Cindy choose to
um,
let it go. Down goes the
indie
Mandibuzz.
run,
Let's see what
he
she thinks
like
here.
recited
Look at
all
that,
his match like
that
game to
Cantonian
game. I'm like,
Shadow
I don't
Ninetales
remember
coming
the
in,
last
bringing
game I
energy
played.
and swapping out into
Okay,
the
here we go.
Walrein. It doesn't have a bad matchup in the back, so I think she'll enjoy that energy
Walring is
advantage
such
she
a
got on that
beast.
Cantonian Ninetales.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Right,
The
my
Galarian Stunfisk
Walring,
versus the
just
Cantonian
yeah.
Ninetales, which is an inevitable matchup. Both able to hit for super effective, but
Yeah,
with the
Mandy,
shield
if I
advantage,
can
farmer
avoid
shield advantage,
like
you have to give it to the
Registeel
Ninetales for
and
now. But a huge shield and a return
Walring
Alpha
and
Phoebe.
Charmers,
Very
it's
great call. We're
good.
going to see a slew of Icicle Spears
It's a
coming
third
out. This
shield.
first one won't quite KO, but potentially puts it in farm down.
Okay,
And the fact that it was
Glassy,
returned to
I
stabilize
didn't
completely energy
have
fine.
to. Okay,
We said
so
it might be in farm down
King
range indeed.
originally
Yes,
told
look
me,
at
so I
that.
told him I didn't
Oh
want to
my
be on
gosh.
stream,
Cindy's
and
Walrein
he
able
was
to come in
like,
loaded with energy versus this back matchup.
you can always say
And the
no,
Galarian
but
Stunfisk,
apparently
I think,
afterwards I
has
found
been
out you
revealed here,
can't
so it
say
is
no. You
completely
get
energy
disqualified if
tied.
you
The
say
question
no.
is, will Fionn be
So I'm
able
glad I
to
didn't say
catch
no.
a charge move onto that Araquanid?
It's gonna be crucial here. I think that might be the only play. Your back is up against a wall at this
Thanks
point
to
if you're Fionn.
divinities.
You have the Galarian Stunfisk that not only has to get through
Hey,
this
Royal
Walrein, but
John,
also get
thank
through a
you.
Cantonian Ninetales that hits for super effective.
Yeah, and we saw a shield being used on that Icicle Spear. Really
Yeah,
great
Walring
read
was
by Cindy, and we
my.
see an Earthquake
Just
coming
has
out.
a lot of
Okay,
damage,
I
Phoebe.
A ton
caught
of
this
damage, and it
Walring
doesn't
after
quite
C
knock
Day,
out that Galarian
and I
Stunfisk, but we
definitely
have
had
the
to
Cantonian Ninetales with its full HP bar and
I
Venusaur
had
Weather
to
Ball
use
onto this
2 elite
Walrein.
I
TMs
don't
for
even think
this.
Cindy needed to use the
So,
Ninetales. I think she could have just stayed in with the Walrein. I think that would have been that. So great
hey,
use of the
Charmy
bait
girl,
move there,
thank
throwing
you.
the lower energy charge move to pretend like it's the earthquake to
Yeah,
slow down
Math
the
Magic, I
earthquake
didn't know that.
and get that
Hey,
last shield. So
Boombasty,
great
thank
play
you.
from
Oh,
Cindy in her
we
first game here
aired
at the tournament,
out
able to take
there
a
somehow.
1-0 lead in this matchup.
Really
Um,
great play.
so
One of those
LRA,
opportunities
they
most
selected
predominant
early,
in
so
that
I
battle is
didn't find out
C
this
taking down
until
some
like
notes,
Alpha Feed
making sure
posted
that she's
on
studying for her next
Twitter
matchup,
saying
knows
that
what
they
she
had
wants
to
to do
rank
for those
their
games to come.
Taking a
most
note
excited
from
battles from the
Phoebe Martin,
bracket,
of course,
and
taking some notes
out of
after the first game.
2-star, I
So what
apparently
sort of
got
notes would you
3,
be
so
taking
it was
right
pretty
away if you're
exciting.
coming out of that matchup as Cindy? What did you notice about
Hi,
Fionn's team's
Brenda.
strategy?
Thank
I
you.
think
Brenda was
Cindy
the
really
local that we
enjoyed
met,
coming out of
and
that lead matchup
she's
with
just
an energy advantage on her
super,
Cantonian Ninetales.
super.
Losing the zero shield matchup,
She
Mandibuzz
made the trip.
versus
She
Araquanid,
was very.
was actually very
Hey,
favorable
PP
for her in
Poke,
terms
thank
of
you.
having a neutral control Pokemon
Thank
against
you.
the rest of Fion's team in the back with an energy
Ooh,
advantage.
hey
Now, the first time
Bopper,
we've seen that either.
did
If
you
you recall, with
compete?
Kevin's rather Cantonian Ninetales that he used, we saw him get 3 consecutive weather balls with only one fast move in between versus the
Oh,
Sableye,
okay. Well,
I
I
believe, versus
completely missed that
Smurfy.
first
And
battle.
you can see
Well,
how those
um,
shadow weather balls can add up very, very quickly.
yeah.
And we didn't really get to fully see it, but I really like the strategy of
So
losing the lead
Nidoqueen was
matchup,
pretty tough
knowing
for
that your
me.
Kanto Ninetales
So
has
I was
great players
surprised
almost
that
across
he
the
didn't
board. There's
bring
nothing on the
it.
team that's going to be resisting those weather balls. So when you take a look at how valuable it can be
Oh,
with an
you did
energy lead and a
not.
shield advantage,
You're
we
from
may see that
Texas,
play out in
right,
game number
Bopper?
2 as well.
Yeah, those weather fireballs are coming in kind of
Uh,
fast. And
I
we're
was
seeing
really
that
excited,
it
King.
looks like
Stop it.
we're potentially seeing a lock-in
Stop
from
it,
these
King.
players, but they're actually still thinking. I'm incorrect.
Okay, they're still figuring out which moves
So
they want
how
to
many
bring. I think that
total
there's
in
a lot of
total will
decision making that
qualify
goes
for
in.
Worlds? So I
Seeing
think
that
King and I
I
did
mean,
the
part of that
math.
came down to
There's
a bait versus a
22 in
shield
there
on
will
a
be
bait that could
22
have been
invites
versus a more
minus
hard-hitting move.
the
So
A
that does have
pack
some
one.
influence.
Hey
I don't think
Limo.
we've fully seen this Kanto Ninetales unleashed, but we're seeing our first action from the Shadow Needle Queen in an immediate swap out versus that wall rain. We now have a
Hey
Trevenant come
friends,
in
friends.
versus this Registeel. So this is
Fights
still
were
a
too
pretty good
expensive.
matchup for
Yeah.
this Trevenant on the side of Cindy,
Oh, I
but
was
it does
not
need to watch
excited to
out
be
for
in Group
these
B. Okay, what was the lead?
resisted
Hold up, hold up.
Zapiers.
Yeah,
I don't
even though
remember
it's
this battle at
resisted
all.
because of really great
Okay,
play by one
there
of
am I
the
taking
community's
notes.
most
I was
predominant
just
female battlers.
oh,
You
there am
can
I
see
sporting
she's
King
taking
merch,
some
and
notes,
they didn't catch that
making
until
sure
third
that she's
round.
studying for her next matchup, knows what she wants
Hey
to do
Cheesy,
for
thank
those
you.
games to come.
Yeah, taking a note from Wild Susan Boyle's book, taking some notes after the first game. So what sort of notes would you be taking
Joshu,
right
thank
away
you.
if you're coming out of that matchup as Cindy? What did you notice about
Why did
Fion's
I
team or
switch in
strategy?
Trev to
I think
Reggie instead of
Cindy really
Ninetales?
enjoyed coming out of that lead matchup with an
I
energy
think,
advantage on
well,
her Cantonian Ninetales.
I think
Losing
I
the
can,
0-12 matchup,
I just
Mandibuzz
see it better
versus
in the
Lily
back,
Tinted,
I
was
guess.
actually very
I don't
favorable
know.
for her in terms of
Yeah,
having a
Nidoqueen was
neutral
dangerous.
Pokemon against the rest of Fion's team in the
Oh,
back with
yeah.
an energy advantage.
King
It's not
giving
the
me
first
my
time we've seen
medal
that
was
either. If you recall, with
everything.
Kevin's rather Cantonian Ninetales
People kept
debut,
saying it was
we saw
pretty
him get
poetic.
3 consecutive weather balls with only one fast move in between.
Hey,
Versus the
Pogodoms.
Sableye, I believe, versus Smurfy. We can see how those
Hey,
shadow
Joe Mellon,
weather balls
thank
can add up
you.
very, very quickly. And we didn't really get to fully see it, but I really like the strategy of losing the lead matchup, knowing that your
Yeah,
Ninetales
map
has
match. It's
great play
a
almost across
it's
the board
a
with nothing on the
logo,
team
I
that's
guess.
going to
It's
be
like any
resisting those weather
promotional.
balls.
Like you
So
can't wear
when you
the
take a look
Mazer
at how
jersey,
valuable
you
it can
can't
be with
wear
an energy
the
lead and a shield advantage,
antimatter
we may see that
jersey
play
that
out
they
game number 2 as well.
had.
Yeah, those weather fireballs are coming in kind of fast, and
Yeah.
we're seeing that it looks like
Oh,
we
Bubble Mouse
are
is going to Milwaukee.
potentially
A
getting a
type.
lock-in from these players, but they're actually still thinking. I'm incorrect.
Hey,
Okay,
Sandy,
they're still
thank
figuring out which
you.
teams they want to bring. I think that there's a lot of decision making that goes in. Seeing that, I mean, part of that came down to a bait
Thanks,
versus
Alard, as
a
well.
shield on a bait that could have been versus a more hard hitting move. So that does have
Hey,
some
Vision
influence.
Prod,
I
I
don't
saw
think
you a
we've fully
couple
seen this
times
Kanto
in the
Ninetales
chat
unleashed, but
cheering
we're
for
seeing
me.
our first
Thank
action
you.
from the Shadow Needle Queen in immediate swap
Hey,
out versus that
Helvetica.
wall rain. We now have a Trevenant come in versus this Registeel. So this is still a
Okay.
pretty good matchup for this
I missed
Trevenant
this
on the side of
match.
Cindy,
Okay.
but it does need to watch
Okay,
out for these
oh, this is the one that you
resisted
said I
grass
should have
cannons.
switched
Yeah,
in
even though it's
Ninetales?
resisted because of the grass typing of the Trevenant, it still will
I
do
think
a
I
good
just no
amount of
shield
damage because it
all
is one of
the
the hardest hitting moves in
all
Pokemon Go.
the
However,
okay,
one
you
thing
see
that I
I
like
still
about what
tap
Cindy has
even
going for her right now is that
when the charge move comes
Cantonian
through.
Ninetales
I
is
heard
going
it
to be
somewhere
shipping
that you have
with
to
this on.
keep
If it has
tapping
a
during
shield
the
advantage this
shield,
week,
even if you
So
no
you do
shield,
outpace
to
these shadow balls a
feed
little bit faster
the
than getting to those zap
information
cannons. That
to
said,
the
Cindy should be able to dictate the pace, but now with this
to the
heat buff,
game
one
that you're
shadow
still
ball is probably
engaged
not
or
going to be enough
something.
to knock out, and we see it go unshielded from Fion.
Yeah,
Hey
I think
Jeffy, thank
this makes
you.
sense. I don't
Hey
think we'll
Penzira,
see a
thank you.
shield
Hey
from
45,
Cindy's
thank
side. I think she's
you.
going to
King
prefer
is
a
working.
farm
He'll be
down
back in
on her Cantonian
momentarily.
Ninetales. We'll see if I'm
Well,
correct.
in a
Okay,
few
and we see a
minutes.
little bit of an undercharge there. I think it's going to be
Chaz has
unnecessary, definitely
trainers.
enough to knock
Oh,
out. At
trainer
this
tips
point,
hat.
you're probably going to
Yeah.
be bringing in your
It's got all
Ninetales,
the
like you said.
signed
Super,
stuff.
super effective fast moves. Should be able to farm down
I
those
should have
Registeels
drank
without
some G
loss of energy
Fuel.
to the back half it.
Yeah, actually, both of her Pokemon in the back are going to be doing great.
Oh, here
with
we go.
energy. We see
Okay.
the Wall Rain coming into
Oh,
this
okay. He
Nidoqueen.
did
It's
bring
gonna
Needle
be
Queen. That's
able to
right. Okay,
throw out
okay.
those
I got an
Ice
extra
Beams so
powder
fast,
snow in.
and this
Yeah.
charge move being thrown so early indicates that it has to be a Poison Fang.
Well, the longer this matchup goes, the more
Yeah, I
scary
didn't
it
want
is
shield.
for
I
Wall
know
Rain. Despite
Ninetales
being
shields
super
down.
effective, it is getting its
It's
defense
good.
stage dropped rapidly. We already see one attack come through.
Yeah, Ninetales
This
just
Needle
can't
Queen, though, saying,
tank
"That's enough.
stuff.
I'm happy
You just gotta
to
know how to use a
keep those
glass
put
cannon.
away of the
I
most of the
just
HP from that Wall Rain gone."
I scrimmed
Let's
so
see
much with the
what Fion wants to
Ninetales.
do. Probably going to be seeing the Galarian Stunfisk come into the mix at this point.
Yeah, but
Hey,
Cindy
Big Dog
does
Dave,
have some
thank
energy
you.
on the Wall Rain, and because
Thank
the
you.
fast moves from it are resisted. Actually, it is the Registeel. It's very
Is
close
that
to
why
a
I
charge
get the
move. You do
pause
Okay, I like this
once in a
play.
while
Yeah,
after
the Focus
charge?
Blast
Well,
coming out is
I don't know
not
if it
only
is,
efficient
but
energy.
somebody
do see the shield being forced, and I
technical
think
was
Cindy
saying
might
you
try
have
to
to
farm down
keep
after
feeding
this.
the
At this
game
point, you
that you're
commit
still
amount of
engaged.
energy. At
So,
this point, you commit
oh man,
tremendous
I
amount with
charged so
100
much here.
energy. You're going to be able to unleash all of these icicle spears against this
Did he
versus
focus
Galarian
blast me, or
Stunfisk.
am I
Did you notice the
debuffed
fast
here?
move
I can't
on
remember
the Ninetales, by the way?
I
earlier.
did not. Is it something that isn't Fire Spin?
Not Fire Spin, actually running Ember, so that's a little bit of a
Okay.
different
Well, I
different
guess
take.
here I
Once
should have
again, we
just
see the shield
switched. I
come
don't know.
through. We're now going to see the Earthquake come through. Same story as game number 1, actually. We're going to be seeing Cindy land the super effective Earthquake. That's going to be a lot of damage, and we'll be able to Ember down at this point. Gets to the Weather
Oh,
Ball
okay.
just
You
in
know what?
time
I
before
didn't
the Rock
actually
Slide,
write down
and that was
my
all she wrote. Cindy,
team.
or H. Samir,
I wrote
taking game
down
number 2 in a
his team.
2-0 sweep.
Okay, I wrote down his team.
Yeah, really solid play from Cindy, really understanding what her win conditions are in those games, making sure she always has energy leads
There I
on her
was,
Pokemon
taking
able
down
to
the headphone. It was
output her
just
opponents
white
through those
static
obstacles.
noise, and you can
Really,
hear your
really great stuff
opponents.
coming from Cindy. You'll love to
It
see
was a little
the Cancer
distracting,
Ninetales, we weren't
but
even going to see it unleashed.
Ophion
He was
actually
doing so
didn't make
great
any
with that
noise, but
with that
some of my
long range
opponents
play
like
that we
actually
barely
made
got to see the
noise
Ninetales at all.
to each
An
other.
interesting choice for that Ember Fire Spin. It does a little bit more damage per
Okay, it was
turn
Focus Blast.
than
Okay.
the Fire Spin, so it might have a little more pressure in
Did she
terms
do an
of
Ultra
farming things
tournament?
down
Huh?
with that Shadow variant.
Oh, you're Shadow
Was there
Houndoom.
anything
That's
else that
right.
stuck out to you? Was there any Pokemon perhaps that you would have liked to
Yeah,
see
so
on
King
this
actually
game here? We didn't
prepared
talk about,
me
by the way,
for
the
the
Galarian
Y
Stunfisk,
static
but it
noise,
always
just
seemed
in
like it was
case
in the
I had
back,
to
coming
go on
into
stream.
a tough spot
Usually,
rather than
I
maybe
have
being
my
the
feet
lead
up
and
in front of
converting
my
it into
desk,
punch.
and
Yeah, I might have
like
preferred to see a little
I
bit
have
of
my
Shadow
PB poke
Note being
open,
safe
right?
at the
Like,
end of the games, and I felt
let's
like
be
she's
real.
always
I'm
bringing me
just
in either as
behind The
the
Sims.
lead and
So
then
the
coming
last
back after
couple
a safe
tournaments
stop
I
to another
did,
Pokemon, or
I
just
didn't use
playing it
PB
out in
poke
the
at
lead.
all,
And
and
I
I
think
just kind
Shadow
of try
Note
to
with its
um,
fast-pacing charge moves is
simulate
really
the
good at closing
arena
out matches.
experience, so
I
I
think so
didn't
as well,
rely
especially in
on
a
it.
shields down scenario. The problem for Fion there is that
I had
Fion
my
kept
team
running
picked
into
out
scenarios where he's down shields, where
maybe
you're having
like
to claw your way
right
back, and
after
you're not in an
King 1.
advantageous position. So part
I
of it
was
comes
kind of
down to
building
the
my
leads, right?
team,
Sometimes you just run into a tough lead,
and
and it can
I
dictate the entire
just
pacing of a
I,
match. But
I
at
know
that
the
point, I think
general
some of those Pokemon
matchups
that need to kind of bring
against
you
the
back are
meta.
not in a position to do so.
Yeah, I think Cindy's
Imagine
actually doing a
doing the
really good
lock-on
job of
noise on
building
mic.
her team such that Rice
Okay,
actually knows
you'll
what she
see.
wants to do.
My
She
next
was
match
going
was with
for
my
shield
scrim
advantage
partner
and
Pete,
always
who's also in
making sure
chat.
she had energy,
Clap for
hard-hitting charge
Pete.
moves in the back, kind of playing
Props for him.
around
He was running
understanding that she
Salazzle
can
in Indy
not care about switch,
and
get shield
and
advantage, and kind of
Pidgeot,
take
right?
games over
So,
from there.
Yeah. I think that
did
one
I
thing I just want
memorize
to call
PB
out
poke
while we're
stats?
waiting on those next
No.
battlers
So
to set
like,
is going to be the
my
difference
little sheet of
between
paper is
the
just
fast moves that we
X and
see on the Cancer
it's
Ninetales.
not
With
percentage,
Kevin,
right?
we
It's
saw
just
the
X
Fire
and
Spin, which is a three-turn
check
move, pretty
marks.
fast-hitting, good energy generation. We
PB
saw
poke
the
is
Ember.
muscle
Why
memory.
does someone want to run
Well,
Ember compared to a more
oh,
traditional Fire
I
Spin
don't
on
want
the
to play King
Ninetales?
at all.
Yeah, so the differences between
Okay.
Ember and Fire Spin, though I don't know
Oh,
the
they're
numbers
talking
off
about
the
my
top of
Ember
head,
stuff now.
Ember generally does a
Hype.
little more damage, a little less energy generation, whereas Fire Spin is a little more energy generation and a little less damage.
I thought this
The
hook
other
on
option
Phonics
that, or the other thing you
person
want to think about
on
is
the Twitch chat was
do I
the
want my Shadow
hook on
Ninetales to be strong? Do
Onyx
I want it to
person
be
I
more
used to
focused
see a
on
lot
the damage
in
I'm doing
Super
from my
Saiyan
fast moves,
Sensei's
or do I
chat.
want to try to get those weather balls out as
That's
fast
why I
as
was confused
possible to
when
really
they
push
said the
the
Cindy
pace,
stream on
make sure
Twitch.
that I'm pressuring my opponent's shields.
Yeah, it depends on what you need for the team at the time. Cindy opting to say, hey, I need a little bit more fast move pressure, opting to go
Yeah,
with the
Ember has
two-turn
more fast
Ember
move pressure.
versus the three-turn Fire Spin.
And that is the other key difference: is the number of turns each move, has to take. Depending on how you like playing and what matchups you're expecting to see, it might be advantageous to take something that's only 2 turns. So you can kind
I've
of
seen him doing
utilize
some
those a
Unite
little
stuff.
faster and make sure that you're timing your moves a little more appropriately. Where if you're using a 3-turn move because it's 1.5 seconds,
well,
you might have a little harder time.
Looks
timing
like I
your,
got lots of
your
talk
charge moves
early
when you're
here
throwing your fast
too
moves against
about the
something.
Ember.
In Town
Hey,
Fight,
Ron Kim
where
Jackson,
3 and
thank
5,
you,
in
thank
terms
you.
of the number of turns each
A little bit harder to sync up.
Yeah, it's harder to sync up. It's harder to time it appropriately.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. All right, well, as we get ready for these next set of battles,
Okay,
one thing I want to
so
call out, guys, I know there's a lot of
I think
battlers at home as well.
the
We have a
next
special event.
We
one.
have Araquanid.
Oh, there's
I believe,
Stylab
Scrafty of the day,
and one of
Shadow
the
Walrein, Galarian
X3D
Stunfisk,
clan
Noctowl,
people.
seeing it for another time, that flying normal type, as well as a
I actually
defense
didn't
type.
watch this one
Seems to
because
be
obviously I
trying
had
to
to
find
play
stuff.
my.
Connor is going for extra energy.
Enough only the game, so it's not all about exactly how the play can be every single time, as far as how alignment can be. That can really
Okay, so I
dictate
played
a
the
matchup
second
sometimes, Steve.
one one
really goes to show
off
how
stream,
different the show 6 choose 3
and it was
format.
actually against one of the Toronto locos who, like, first thing he said to me was, "I can't believe I have to play somebody. I came all the way to Vancouver to play someone in from Toronto." So, well, sorry. Okay, Freaky Boss 6 4. Oh, I didn't watch this one either, but I'll watch this off stream. I yeah. Look at Freaky Bot's team. He had Altaria, pretty spicy, and well, OG spicy, or I guess OG now is pretty spicy. 6 4 Ninja had Beware. Oh, and Parathron, right? Ferrothorn, nice. Oh, he had Altaria too. Oh, double fire. I didn't even see his team. Nice. Okay, 6 4 Ninja also got the promo shirt or the shirt that they gave for free because he had his antimatter. Hey, Papa Dose. Thank you. um. Oh, hey Casey. Hey Risachi. Okay. So let's skip to I guess my third match, which is with Pete, which I was really sad to go against because obviously we were rooting for each other. Um, and when we went up there, as soon as we figure out like we can talk to each other through the mic, we're probably just we joked with the judge that we were gonna talk to each other in the stream or during the battle. We're like, you want to shield this EQ? Big bait coming. It was really funny. And man, when is my match? There are so many in between. I didn't watch this one either. Oh my gosh, Ilocola has Salazo and Wigglytuff. Hey RC Cola. Hey, I was at the convention afterwards. I didn't see you. Talk about the process of choosing Ninetales and its move. Okay, King actually did a YouTube video on me um, running it in Remix Cup. So if you want to watch on YouTube, you can find that. I think it's like under Pogo Queen or something title. If you type in Pogo Queen Remix Cup or something. Yeah, I local have. Oh, my max next match is 6:34. Okay. Kind of want to talk hear what they 6:30. Oh, 6:43. Hello. Oh, here's Mark's son and Speedius. Okay, so they shoutcasted this match. Nice. I kind of want to hear what they talk about me too, not just the battle. Hey, Casey. You can name your next kid after me. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Uppercut, the second attack to really kind of push
Hey,
Elodicolo
Mr. Frodo
into the
Baggins.
margins and try to take control of that matchup. So that was very interesting. We have new teams coming up here as
All
well.
right.
We're going to see a return competitor and a first-time competitor. So we're going to see Scrap and Pete face off against Hissenjurg, which is greenish backwards, but we'll just call her Cindy.
Yep, we'll call her Cindy here.
For the purposes of the podcast. So Scrap and Pete with Araquanid, Shadow, Alolan,
Oh man,
Marowak,
he had
Trevenant
the
with
Shadow
Alolan
AWAC.
Medicham, and the Alolan Ninetales.
And of course, we've already
Don't wish any more kids. Casey sent us the cutest video of her kid just jumping up and down when I won. It was the cutest
Ooh, it's
thing.
going to be very interesting to see how those two fire types square off. We have two Shadow
All right.
fire types, one of them being Kanto, one of them being a Alolan variant.
Yep.
That's going to be very interesting.
Okay,
to
yeah,
watch
yeah.
out
So
unfold.
Pete had
I think
the
that Fire is really
Charm
making
A9.
a comeback here this weekend in Vancouver. We've seen lots of Shadow Kanto Ninetales. This is our second Shadow Alolan Marowak. We've seen
Hey,
an
Darwin,
abundance of
thank
Talonflames
you.
as well. How do you feel about Fire and how it fits into the current Great League
Yeah,
meta?
and I think Fire, a lot of it is because if you look at some of the water types that are there today, Walrein is a water type. It doesn't have any water moves. So I think you can kind of, unless you are a Ninetales and you're afraid of the Earthquake, but you're getting so much value out of these moves like Incinerate, and Ninetales charges rather quickly. So I think it might be kind of sneaking back in. Previously in the Go Battle League environment, maybe the Great League environment, Fire was kind of risky, right? It just wasn't good value. But
So Mark
we've
Sung
seen
we were
small
talking
incremental buffs to
before
Fire moves over
registration,
the
I
past
think.
few seasons. So
He wanted to
Emerson
get
recently,
his
was a
Gyarados
super buff,
pin,
and
but
actually
instead
my
he
Shadow
got
Kanto
the
Ninetales,
the
I wound up using the
Kofarigas.
Elite Technical Machine on it
They
to get
didn't
Hyper
sell
because
pins for him to
and
buy.
I'm actually a lover of Kanto Ninetales. So
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So that was actually my next question. Maybe you could speak to this if you're comfortable talking about some of your
I'm
strategies.
sure there's more
I
to
know a lot of
come,
trainers, they
Stormblessed.
prefer that two-turn Ember. It's a little bit faster of a move cycle. It's a little bit easier to control. You're dealing a little bit more
Yeah,
fire type
Mark's
damage
son
over
is
time.
he
Can you
streamed
speak on to why you prefer Ember over Fire Spin?
a
I
lot of
think it's a
Master
lot
League,
safer than Fire
so
Spin
Mr.
because
Frodo
Fire Spin
Baggins and I
happens to
used
take
to
you
be in
there.
this
It's
Master
really
League
tough to line up
specialist fam
sometimes.
with
The last thing that
Tommy,
you want to
and
do is, let's
Mark's
say
son
you're
was
playing three-turn move
kind of
here,
part of
you
the
don't want
Open
those moves
Master
coming
or
through,
the
or you want to
classic
make sure that you get
crew.
good alignment. You also want flexibility because if you need to switch out, like we've seen some amazing catches today. And those are only made possible because the fast move is
He
done.
also did some
You're
cooking
either
streams
trapping your
a
opponent,
while
you
back.
watch that long
That was pretty
incinerate
neat
go
to
through.
see.
You can do whatever you want in that incinerate. So
Yeah.
that's why the two-turn move I always prefer a little bit more than the three-turn move.
Well, if I'm talking with someone who wants to get involved in Go Battle League, if they want to sign up for their regional
Okay, let's
tournament that's coming to a city or town near them, the
go
first thing I
right a
recommend is
little
working
bit.
on learning your Pokemon typings. I think our co-casters,
Casey.
Alpha Thief and Wholesome Underscore, have done a great job of talking about
Oh, here
typing
we go.
matchups.
Oh, there I
also,
am.
the second thing is move turn counts, because in Pokemon Go, the moves are so condensed, only a half second is one turn. So you need to know your
So
turn
there I
speeds,
am
know your
writing
turn
down
intervals, how
pizza
long it takes to get your
team.
charge attacks, and that can really optimize your play for success.
I
For
guess
example, a two-turn move versus a three-turn move, it's a counter for
okay.
Medicham against a bubble from Azumarill. Medicham is able
So
to throw
there's
the
his
counter in
notes
turns 1
over
and 2, and then
here.
execute a charge attack
Hey,
in turn 3,
Pokemango.
and Azumarill is still
Yeah.
completing its bubble animation. So knowing those turn intervals, I think, is really
So,
critical, and it gives Ninetales a lot of flexibility here, as we've seen
so I kind
today.
of
So
write down
when
what
you
I
look at some of these
picked.
teams, does that Ninetales
There
really
are a lot of
stack up
strats
in a
picking
favorable
leads,
way? I think it
and
does.
I think it
sometimes it's a
does.
mind
And seeing
game.
Trevenant here, and of course
If
the
you use
Alolan
the same lead
Ninetales,
all three games, or
Alolan
you
Ninetales,
switch
it
it
doesn't
up
matter
and
which
just take a
flavor it is, whether
gamble.
it's
I had a
Poison
lot of
or
luck,
Charm,
I guess.
you cannot get past your Kanto Brotherhood. There's no possible way. And then of course the Trevenant. I mean, Trevenant can win this matchup with a massive energy advantage here, but again, with the Mana Buzz on Cindy's side, are you
Oh,
really bringing
50
Trevenant
game
or
ring
Shadow
streak.
Alolan Marowak to this
Nice.
matchup without being somewhat cautious? I think it would
Hey,
be
3
a
liter,
really
thank
ambitious play
you.
for Scrap and Pete to bring a
Hey,
Ghost
I'll
type,
start. This was
especially Trevenant into the matchup.
2 days ago.
So,
We're
I think we'll
watching
probably see a little
the
bit. We
battles
might
from
see a
two
little bit
days
more
ago.
Arachnid. Yeah, we'll see Medicham and Lickitung. Lickitung probably the safest pick out of Scrap and
3
Pete's
liters.
lineup.
Did you get picked
Oh,
up
no,
by
I absolutely
another
agree. And we typically speak of fire types in
faction
the context of
after
Talonflame, but I think that this
Marylanders?
is just a fire type rule. If you are out of shields in this matchup, for example, imagine
Dr.
that
Rambo
Trevenant
Potter, thank you.
absorbing a shadow fire
Oh,
weather
here,
ball.
we're I
Imagine
think we're just
a
talking.
Alolan Ninetales absorbing a shadow fire weather ball. It puts a lot
Oh,
of
that
pressure
shirt
on
that Pete
Scrap and
got was
Pete to
really
actually
nice
maintain
too.
your
It's got
shields
all the
and not
expressions of
invest into
Pikachu.
early,
It's not
because if
just
you're
like
left
the same
exposed
face.
against a hard-hitting high attack Pokemon
Yeah,
like
you didn't.
Kanto
Yeah,
Ninetales, it can be
Mandibuzz
really
wins.
detrimental.
So like,
To accompany the Ninetales, I think that there are a couple of picks
look
here
at my
that needs
Mandy.
to watch
So
out
like,
for.
if you
I
look
don't
at
think
my
it has an
notes,
optimal matchup against the Lickitung, but it
uh,
does have a lot of
Mandy was
speed
the
there.
second to
Maybe not
last
an
one, and it
optimal
had
matchup
5 check
against
marks,
the,
right?
the Medicham
So
either. So how do
I
you
guess
kind of
it.
mitigate that? There's not really a Pokemon
Oh, I
that
guess you
straddles both
can't see
matchups, maybe
here.
with the exception of your
See,
own
like
Medicham.
Mandy's right there.
Yeah, that is true
And I
here.
have
We have some.
5
We
check
definitely have
marks.
some polar coverages here. Trevenant
So
answering
I knew
on
Mandy
Cindy's side,
was
answering
definitely
Medicham's way there,
the
but being
key,
very weak to
as
Lickitung.
long as I
But
can
you want to have
avoid that
that
A9.
being the broad coverage right there. And then on the flip side here, you
Hey,
could use
Country
something
Nerd,
like
thank
Medicham
you.
to answer
I
opposing Medichams.
I
That would
did
probably be
not
the
have a
most
Shadow
safer
Wall
idea
Ring
here, but again, you
until
have to
I
watch out for the
Elite
ghost
TM'd
types that
it.
Scrap and
I
Pete
had to
have in the
spend
matchup.
2 Elite TMs, so it was well
Exactly. There
worth
are a
it.
lot of threats to
So
Medicham here on
the
Arachnid,
Great
as well as the
League
Shadow Alolan Marowak
Wall
and the
Ring
Trevenant, and a
is
potential
actually my
taller Alolan
Ultra League
Ninetales.
rank
So many
10
threats to Medicham.
Wall
Those
Ring
with
that I
lower
was gonna
Pokemon
eventually
might just
power up.
prevent Cindy from bringing it to the
So,
set, but if she makes the bold
oh,
call, if she
thanks,
trusts
Casey.
in that Medicham and puts it in the
I
right
actually bought
position,
it from a
it could
local
really, really
Facebook
succeed.
market for
I see
$10
trainers are tapping on their phones. Let's get
Canadian.
excited here.
Oh,
It
here we
looks like
go.
the
All right, I
Shadow
caught a
Alolan
lead.
Marowak versus the Mandibuzz.
And
So
obviously
decent
he's
mana
got the
buzz start
Lickitung,
the
so he
match off
can't
over
really
here.
switch
Very
out.
favorable
But I
situation
think
for Cindy.
maybe he wants to
Mana
catch.
Buzz
Yeah,
going
he
to be able
wanted to
to
catch.
resist every single move
So
that comes out
I
of the
could
Shadow
have
Alolan
switched a
Marowak.
little
And we do
slow
see
here.
a swap into the Lickitung with Stealth Drop
The
and Registeel.
Lickitung
So far, so
versus
good for
Reggie is
Scrap and
actually
Pete.
really,
Of
really
course, he doesn't
close.
see that the Shadow Kanto Ninetales is in
Um,
Cindy's back line, but this is kind of going according to script here. You use the
hey, and
Lickitung
Cash,
to
thank you.
draw
Hey,
the
Jumping
Registeel
Lemur.
to potentially
Hey,
handle
Pogo
one of the
fan.
counters that you're really going to struggle with.
Absolutely. You look
Yeah,
for
so I
fighting type
zap
coverage
cannon
across the team,
first.
and eventually Steel with access to
Those
Focus
licks were
Blast
still
is such a
chunking.
threat to normal type Lickitung. We see the Zap Cannon get used here, and Pete,
And
no
I knew I
shield to
needed
the
to
Zap Cannon.
take
I
two
think it's
moves
going to
anyway.
take
I
two
can't
charge
lock on
attacks
down.
regardless, so it makes sense to try to debuff the Lickitung,
Oh yeah,
slow down
I
some
guess
of
the
that base type
casters also
damage,
said
and
that.
then try to
I'm not sure if that's the
exit this matchup
correct
with
play,
energy and set
but
yourself up for success.
Yeah, and it'll be up to
that's what I
Scrappy Pete here
did.
to make a decision. Do I want to stay in and let my Lickitung go the whole way? Because
And
I
I
think
kind
Cindy's
of
play
charged
here
up a
is to
little
try to get
bit.
as much energy as possible.
I'll
And
tank
here,
another
Registeel going to be
debuffed
reserving yet
one.
another body slam. It can actually almost get to another body slam before Registeel has 100 energy.
Yeah, it
And I
was
think that
very
might be Cindy's
gutsy for
plan
Pete
here.
to
Get as much
pick
value out of this mid pick
Shadow
as
AWAC
possible to
and
make it
the
uncomfortable
Spider. Like
for anybody's
two new
perspective.
Pokemons on his
Exactly
same
right. You
team.
want to keep that
Pete's
the
a
next
spicy
stage
guy,
of the
right?
matchup in mind. We see a great focus blast. I think this is more than enough.
Here we go.
Lickitung feints there
So I've
from
got
that
some
super
energy
effective
here,
fighting type damage. But
and
look here, the Alola
I
Marowak
think
is
I
going to
just
come out
let
here,
the AWAC
and
take
this
me
is a
out.
bit tricky for the Registeel. It has a lot of energy as well. Going for the Bone Club almost instantly. I think what we see here, Mark, is a Bone Club and then a Fire Spin all the way through.
I completely agree here, and great undercharge there by Scrapping Pete here, leaving a little bit more HP. He knows he might have to eat a charge move, or maybe he doesn't
Okay.
because
Well,
of
I
the
knew the
shadow and the extra damage.
Focus Blast
Doesn't
wasn't
even have to do the
gonna
extra move.
make any
Exactly. Mandibuzz
difference.
comes out though, so
So
oh my goodness,
here,
making the switch as
caught
well.
the nice move
Keeping
here.
that Shadow Alola Marowak around. He's going to absorb this foul play onto the Alolan Ninetales, staying alive, but Cindy is not going to let him off so easily. Here comes that Kanto Shadow
Yeah, I
Ninetales.
think
is
two
running
shields
Ember
up, I'm
Embrace.
okay. Just no
Yeah,
shield
absolutely running
diff.
Ember,
And
so we see that damage
Mandy
piling on
sweeps.
so quickly. Whereas if it's Fire Spin, these
Hey,
Pokemon move
Pinzira,
at the same
thank you,
interval.
thank you.
Here comes an Ice
Thanks you
Weather
for
Ball.
this up.
And this is going to be rough for
Oh,
Scrapping
did I
Pete
have
here.
a
He does
coach?
Charm on his Alolan
So
Ninetales, a
I
little bit
didn't
more
have a
revealed about his
coach
lineup.
per se.
Cindy's going to be able to farm this
Um,
all the way down.
I
and
had a lot of scrim
it's unfortunate for
partners. I
Scrappy
had
Pete
a
because
lot
he
of
had the right
people
plan. They
willing
both
to
had
play me.
a line
I
that
had a
could
lot
really
of
push me back.
people
Scrappy executed his
who
plan
are
the way that
not
the script is
tired
supposed
of
to do, but unfortunately,
scrimming with me
Shadow
over
Bone
and over
and Bone
again.
Club, it is not going to allow you to come back
Oh,
with
well,
this Mandibuzz
there you
even in
go.
the
Hey,
bottom
Heather.
lane.
Exactly right. Mandibuzz is just so great
She
at
is my
resisting all
mental
these attacks. And you
coach.
see the Ember and the Weather
She
Ball
believed me
in
from the
that gap right there.
beginning.
And now we see the Bone Club coming here from the Shadow Alola Marowak. This will KO, but like you just mentioned, this Mandibuzz, my goodness, it's so dominant. Here it comes. It's going to rule the skies. The air slashes won't do too much damage, but it still has 2 Protect Shields to hide behind, Mark.
Thank
And
you,
I think you
Heather.
can safely, if you're Cindy, I think you can safely flux behind both of the shields. That
Yeah,
is what she is
I
good
thought
at.
he
She's
had
stuck at
Fire
last minute.
Blast. I don't
Okay,
know.
we do get a defense drop, but again, I don't think, looking at that Alola Marowak's HP, that this is too decisive. We see both trainers just tapping
Okay.
through those fast moves, playing out the rest of the matchup. Cindy with a commanding, I'm saying commanding,
Thanks,
game
Jumpy
1
Lemur.
win.
Absolutely, and there are and this is kind of the
Yeah,
problem.
you
Right?
know,
We talked about
Pinzira, we
what
have a
the
little
competitive,
cool
what
cat
the
cave
stable better
chat,
within the
and
game is.
each week
The reason some
we
Pokemon
have our
don't make it
score
to this
reporting
list or make it to this
in
field is
a
because we have
channel,
such polarizing matchups like that.
and we
When you
always
have
joke
Shadow Alola Marowak,
that
we've seen
Caleb
fantastic
sweeps
plays all day
before
long
he
from
even
Shadow
played,
Alola.
right? Because Caleb's got an
Now
awesome
we can see the
faction
low plays.
record.
What happens when it goes
Um,
up against Mandibuzz? And
and
this is the
and
unfortunate
this
part. He's stuck.
week, before
It is a
I
great
went to
answer to a
regionals,
Alola Ninetales,
polymers
great
up,
answer to Registeel.
put
We've seen
Cindy
it
sweeps.
carry games.
It
Right
was,
there, it didn't matter what Scrappy Pete did.
I mean, knock on wood.
About every
I,
trainer writes their story, and I
not
don't think any
superstitious
trainer
or
writes their
anything,
story and
but
says, yeah, I'm going
he
to
called
lead
it.
Shadow Lola Marowak into a Mandibuzz, because that's just a desperate, desperate situation. You say, okay, I needed a line against
You
the Medicham, I need it
casted
against the Trevenant with a
me
shield
to
advantage.
the
I need it
TV
against
again.
the
What?
Registeel,
I'm so
and just being
confused.
unable to find that storybook
Thanks,
alignment,
Taco
Scrapping
QZ.
Pete unable to win game 1.
And definitely credit to Cindy though.
Hey,
If she
Kalina
sensed
Corn.
that there might potentially be a Shadow Alola Marowak lead, she made a great call getting the
Can
Mandibuzz
I
out there
recap
immediately.
everything
Finding
that
the
I
2+
want? I
body
reached.
guards
Okay,
takes
like
that out,
item
right?
wise. Okay, so
I mean,
I guess
just
nice,
because you had
nice little
Registeel and Kanto
champion
Ninetales,
medal.
had to make sure that was the collectible
Woo!
that was swapping in, because you can imagine if you
And
flip that
we
around,
got
maybe the
2
same outcome doesn't
packs
happen.
of
I think
those
there's so much of a handshake
cards.
here as well
We
between
actually
both
bought a
the
whole
league and the
suitcase for
Pokemon
our
Legends tournament,
winnings
because
we didn't want to
recognizing
lug it
Pokemon's
around.
weaknesses, not being
We
Pokemon
checked
with
it
shared
in for
weaknesses
the
on your
airport.
team,
And
these
I got a
are
little
principles
champion
that do
mat.
apply to Show 6 formats and
Woo!
to the Blind 3 Go Battle League format as well. So we can learn a lot
Champion
from
mat.
these trainers. I definitely am been taking notes here. And
And
we have
King
much
got a
more to learn
staff
before
one.
as we get queued up for our next battle here.
That
I
said
think especially before we start
staff on
the
it.
first game in a certain matchup, it is kind of blind,
Ooh.
right? You don't really know what your opponents are going to be bringing. So
And
you
then
have
he got
to
this
kind of
nice
fall back on those
shirt,
principles and say, all right,
which was
here's
not
my faces
sold.
lined up,
Okay,
let's
here we
go.
go.
And if you
This
see
is
a bit of
not
a
like
game
an
jump here for
amazing
the Vancouver
matchup for
side,
me,
you
but
can really
obviously
rack it
I
in. And also So kind of keeping both
Even
Alolan
if I
going
win
in the back
Switch, I
in the
don't think I would
background.
have been
A
able to
Rapid
win this.
attempting to slow down
Because
the fire type.
my
Cancel
Walrein kind of had nowhere to
Ninetales here. It
go.
looks like the bubble beam going to come off here quickly, trying to slow down the ember damage. But Cindy is
So,
building quite a bit of energy, and once you get up this high in terms of energy, you can anticipate a potential
yeah.
overheat. Do we see a shield
Hey,
from Scrappy
Sammy.
Pete here?
And remember,
There any other regionals
Rapid
that
is
cool
going to be
cast
taking
members
neutral
will be
damage here.
participating? Okay,
Decides to
Auburn
let
is
that
going to do
go. What
Milwaukee,
a
I
crazy
believe.
call from him right here, and I believe he's going to be able to outpace
And
to a
honestly,
bubble
I would
beam.
love to see
This is going to
Caleb
put Cindy in
compete.
a very bad position.
And
This won't
Heather.
be super effective damage coming out from the water type attacking, but I mean, Kanto Ninetales resists the bug bites.
It does. Look at Kanto Ninetales, though, dipping way
Oh,
down to the
Heather,
red in
thanks
terms
for
of
the
HP. Cindy is
prime.
really taking it to the limit. She throws the weather
Those
ball
mats
here.
are
It's a
great
double
mouse pad.
kill.
Okay,
I don't think
well,
this is enough.
I
I
have
think
an
the bug
awesome
bites will
mouse
get the
pad
better of her unless
already.
she has two weather
And
balls
King made
loaded.
the mistake
Can
of
she hang
eating
on
on
for another?
his, so
No!
we're not
My
going to
goodness.
eat on it. We're
Oh
going to
my
frame
goodness,
it,
well,
actually.
Rapid winning the zero shield.
Okay, well,
That
here I think
versus
I
a
should
fire type
have,
Pokemon, but it is
I
a
should
sub
have
water
wall
type.
ring
And look,
down,
it's going to
honestly.
send a small
I
party
think I
with
should have
this
I
Mandibuzz
should have
that
gone
says,
wall ring
"Here's a
and
bubble
just
beam.
farmed it down
I have done
and
my
get a
part. I have
whole lot of
shown up.
energy.
I know
Oh,
only
okay,
one
let's
lead,
do
but I
Ohio.
fought my
Okay, okay,
team."
okay.
And this is very good
Oh,
use
the
for Scrappy
slow
over
bro
here
t-shirt.
because
Yeah, yeah,
although
yeah.
he's gonna
Okay,
get air
okay.
slash down over here, he's got the Alolan Ninetales, and now it's gonna force a swap. But guess what? This is the situation where you do have the goat in the favorable position right now. Alolan Marowak going to be able to come in, and this is going to be a fate-dependent matchup, but with two protect shields here. We will
No,
get to
no, no.
see
The
how
his
how
world
these
one
players make
from
decisions right here. Is he going
2019.
to shield?
Oh my goodness.
Decides
But we still
to
have
go
it.
the
We still
last
have
way.
it.
And
It's
I
in it's in
think
our
Cindy right
closet.
there going absolutely for the correct play. If your
Um,
opponent doesn't suspect it right there, she could have won the match.
I think that
yeah,
would have been
Pete's
game
gonna frame
over.
it for
Scrappy Pete
us.
is going to stay in this matchup, though. He's going to throw the Shadow Bone here and does command that shield away from Cindy as she looks to protect her Shadow Wall Ring.
Hey,
No
Sandy
defense drop either,
Pokemon.
but here comes a rapid fire Bone Club. The Shadow Lola Marowak has a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
energy.
here
It's
I
going to
knew it
force
was
her into
over.
second
I kind
protection.
of did I
Cindy
earthquake?
recognizes
I
how
think I
critical
yeah, I
this
think I just
moment
straight
is in her
earthquaked and
matchup.
just took my chance,
And
right?
you see it. Oh, building to
I
the
was like,
earthquake
here's
there,
my
Auburn.
Hail Mary.
Let's see what Pete decides to do. He knows shields. The
It didn't
earthquake
really
here
matter.
is absolutely going to KO the Alola Marowak.
Yeah.
And with the Alola Marowak going down, well, I guess
I
the
couldn't
Alola
get
Ninetales
there,
does
so
have a shield remaining. He's got to be very careful here. I think Scrap and Pete is in a favorable position, but
after
he's
this
got to be
match, we
really,
kind
really
of
careful.
You have
giggled
to
at
be
each other,
careful, maintain
and I was
competitive. This is
like
the
whipping
final
out the
moments of the
Charme,
matchup. You can't get tired.
because
You can't
Pete really
overlook
hates
something.
playing
Usually,
Charmer.
oh my goodness, an aerial ace
So
comes through
Pete's
here
actually
as
my
well.
factions
Alola Ninetales, no
scrim
shielding here,
partner.
recognizing that the high
I help
impact attack is another
scrimming with
potential
his
earthquake from the
Ultra
wall
League
rain.
stuff a lot,
And those charms, my goodness, are
and
so
every
impressive.
time he picks
Mandibuzz
his
falls,
Shadow
and wall rain
Gramble,
comes onto the field.
he
Can it get
always
there?
thinks that
No.
Unfortunately,
he
can't.
wants to
So,
run
yeah, so
Snarl
we just talked
Gramble,
about,
but
what
I'm
if Alola
like, Pete,
Marowak,
no,
this wall right there,
Charm.
what if
You just gotta
Mandibuzz
whip
just
out that
goes down to Alola
Charmer.
Ninetales? That is something right there.
Did I
Can't
win
avoid
any
that matchup
Poke
if you
coins?
aren't
Oh,
able to
okay.
switch.
So
And
no
now
coins,
keeping to
no
adjustments,
in-game
right? We saw
posts,
Scrappy
but we
Pete
have
really having
the
no place to
T-shirt.
put
That's
his Shadow
honestly
Alola
the only thing
Marowak.
I wanted
But in
from
game two,
this
that
whole
Alola
thing.
Ninetales really kind of
I didn't care
pushing
about the
back here
travel
against
rewards.
Cindy,
I
trying
didn't
to
care
take
about the
some of that
ticket. I
momentum
just want
back
that shirt.
because she looked very, very formidable in game one.
And I think he had to be glad because in
Pogo
the
Fin, that
league
was so funny.
scenario where you had Rapid
Your
against
memes,
Shadow Canto Ninetales,
those are funny.
you probably breathed a sigh of
Thank you.
relief right there. So, okay, there's at least one obstacle removed
Justice for
for my Alola Ninetales.
Snarlable, yeah.
In game one, we had double counter in the back. There was no way for Scrap and Pete to get any value right there.
Yeah,
This
so
time, Cindy got in
here
the lead,
I
and
kind
because he
of
went
thought
he went
hard,
switch
and
bait.
I
This was
didn't
very, very
want
good
to
for him. As soon as
be.
Mana Buzz come in, it has
Well,
to be a
actually, I
good
don't
feeling
remember this game.
because
Let's be
as soon
real.
as Mana Buzz come in, you know that you're going to be able to wall with Alola Ninetales.
Exactly, and we did see Cindy really command
Math
that
action. I
Shadow
guess you
Canto
have to
Ninetales to that
third wheel us
opponent matchup
again.
in the lead, which it did
Yeah.
eventually end up losing.
We started
Which is
doing the
also
matching
very troubling
outfits
because
in
the Shadow Canto
season
Ninetales has so much flexible play
5,
against a lot of
I
other
think,
Pokemon
season
on Scrap and Pete's
6.
team. So when you
But now I have
send out
extra
elite
money
Pokemon
for
in
my
one
wedding. Yeah,
switch,
exactly.
the question you
Okay.
have to ask yourself is,
Yeah, I was there
is this
to
the best
compete for
possible location for
my
this
wedding
Pokemon to
dress
be?
money.
Is this the best use of my
Yeah, oh, I'm
Kanto
sorry. Yeah,
Ninetales,
cash.
or
Yes,
can
I
another
had
Pokemon handle
$1,000
this job as well?
USD, but I think that's gonna be
So it looks
received
like
at a
we're
later
seeing the two
time.
trainers lock in here, getting ready ready
I want to hear
for
about
a
recollecting after a
decisive game
loss.
3. Cindy trying to
Yeah,
survive and sort of
so well,
scrapping.
I
He's
think we'll
trying to
get
make a name
there.
for himself here
I
in
didn't lose,
Vancouver
right?
this weekend.
Until the
My
very
goodness,
end.
where do you put your chance of 9 stars? How do you adjust if you're scrapping Pete?
I think
You know,
I
King
I'll
knows I'm a
understand.
very
I
salty
think you have
loser.
to be careful
I
because my
I
thought right now is that what if
I
Cindy
just
brings
sulk a
Devastator?
lot when I get
Oh,
3-0'd in
it's actually
faction.
in the back here, so she's defaulting back to her
And
Canadian team, and I think that this is going to be very interesting for scrapping Pete
I
here because
really
he does have kind of the
I
perfect
just
answer in Shadow
go
Alola
in a
Marowak,
slump when I
but
lose.
he does have his own Ninetales, and this was going to be very big on where these were placed. I do not like it when there's a Lickitung lead, because when you have a Lickitung lead, it's
Oh,
so
you live
neutral
in
that you can kind of
Columbus.
tell
That's
there's going
cool.
to be probably opposite coverages in the back here. I
Heather,
think Scrap and
I
Pete,
think I got 3-0
unless Alolan
twice in
Marowak can
faction.
carry him the
Like
entire
first
way
time
through,
was my
he's going to be really
very
nasty.
very
I
first
think
week
Alola
playing
Marowak really needs
Shield
to pull its
6
weight here, as we do see
for
Cindy
faction.
making the adjustment, bringing two Pokemon
Hey,
that
Icy.
resist that charm damage from the fairy
We are
type
bras when
Alolan
I
Ninetales.
know.
You're gonna see a
I
move come here
King
from
doesn't
the
even want
Mandibuzz
to
looking
talk
at
to
the
me for
foul play,
like
trying to
two.
get
So
another one.
King
And I think the
usually is
difference in
not
stance
around
here
when
is
I
that we
play my
know
faction
the Lickitung
matches
are
because
resisted
he
by
doesn't
the
want
dark
to
type Mandibuzz. So even
use
though these
up
are
the
two very
Wi-Fi.
effective
He's usually
Pokemon,
in a
they are
gym
known
when I
for
do my
throwing their
faction
weight around
matches.
and staying in these matchups.
And
I
like
do think Mandibuzz will get the better of it,
after I
especially with Air
lose,
Slash.
he
We
doesn't
do
want to
see
talk to me for
another
2 hours.
come off here, but I don't think Cindy minds as much. I think she's just trying to control switch advantage and not repeat a game two mistake.
And I do too. I
So
think here though, she does have to be a little bit careful, because if she is afraid of
okay.
Alola
Well,
Marowak,
here
her
I
Registeel
think I
and a
just
Kanto
need a.
Ninetales,
I
they're gonna
honestly
actually have
don't
to.
know if I need a
Doesn't quite get the farm down
switch,
with the air
but
slashes. Oh, is Cindy forced to shield here, or can she
yeah,
withstand the
I
body
shielded
slam?
this.
I
Oh
think
my.
yeah, I think you have to shield that, and I think the problem here is that if Alola Marowak comes in, you have to rely on your Kanto Ninetales to kind of be the main counter, because
I
Air
shouldn't
Slash
have
has
thrown here.
not a great time
I
against
should
Cindy.
not have thrown here.
Okay, deciding to throw the
Um,
aerial ace, definitely the right move here.
that was
The
definitely a
question
mistake.
becomes,
I had
can
two
this
counters
Mandibuzz get
to
the
this
second
Aina,
aerial
to
ace
this Aina.
and
I
make
just
this
needed
enough
time to
easier for
think.
the
I
Registeel and
I guess
Kanto
I don't
Ninetales backline?
think on the
Actually making
spot
the
very
switch.
well.
Oh no, recognizing that she has two
Um,
counters, makes the switch. Here comes the Alola Marowak into the Registeel.
And
yeah.
this may not be the worst situation here, because you are going to reach
Okay,
the
well I
Zap
got
Cannon
there
on
first, so the
Registeel.
thing
If
was
you lower the
debuffed.
attack here, your plan kind of goes still without a hitch, right? Because you lower the attack of the Alola Marowak, you bring in the Kanto Ninetales to kind of help clean up. It depends on shield usage over here. Cindy only with one Protect Shield remaining. You have to make the right call here, and well,
Sorry,
looks like
Pinzira, I
Shadow Bone will
forgot.
not be shielded over here. You still do have Mandibuzz with a bit of energy, though, to be able to utilize.
So critical that there was no defense drop there, but the Bone Club is going to come off here very, very rapidly. This, oh my goodness, this Alolan
Oh
Shadow
look, there's
Marowak
Bopper
is
in
putting in so
chat.
much work in
AWAC
this matchup.
AWAC
Brady
pops
still
off. Yeah,
forces
see, I
extend that
think
final protection,
if
looking
he
for the
did
Zap Cannon,
not
looking, gets
shield
there.
And
this,
Zap Cannon is
I
I
critical.
mean,
do
if
like
he
this play here,
shielded
because
this, it
getting
would
to
have
the
been
second
so
Zap Cannon,
tough.
it means
I
that you're
don't.
going to
I
bring in
think
your
it would have
Mandibuzz
flipped
here,
the match.
and you're going to try to get to the foul play.
Can she reach for it? Oh, she has it, but she doesn't reach for it. She
Yeah.
lets the fire spins do the work. Reaching
Yeah,
for the
I was
Alolan.
thinking
Oh
that
my
I can
goodness.
just.
Oh my goodness, he was
I.
reaching for it. Here it comes, Cindy, finding the alignment, finding the win
Yeah,
condition.
he
She
had
has
to
the Kanto
reach
Ninetales on
the
Alolan
Psy
Ninetales
Shock.
now. Reaching for the weather ball, looking for so much energy. She knows the win condition. Oh,
There you go.
the Psy Shock. Doesn't get to the Psy Shock.
Hey, Asian
Cindy
Milkman,
deciding
thank
to
you for the
let this
sub.
move through.
I think the Shadow Alola Marowak is going to get Air Slash
Honeymoon
down.
at
Oh my goodness,
Worlds.
Shadow Lola Marowak, Shadow Bone. It's enough.
Okay, it goes through.
Mandibuzz coming in
Yeah.
here. Air slash, two air slashes.
Goodness!
Oh my goodness, Cindy able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
And that was so
Hey, Gucci
close.
Gang,
and I
thank
think
you.
for Cindy, big play right there. Double Zap Cannon onto the Registeel. Because it told Scrap and Pete, hey, you're double debuff now. You better switch out. And that got the Kanto Ninetales to come back right there. That was incredible.
I, like Cindy on stage, feel like I need to take a deep breath. We need to yawn
You be
here.
my
If I may
pet.
reference the Pokemon
Yeah,
memes.
big
We need to yawn
relief.
a bit here and cool down because that was absolutely incredible.
Oh my
Let's talk about
goodness.
the composure, Mark. Let's
Hey,
just
thanks,
talk about the
Pokepete.
composure to stay in that matchup, to recognize the win conditions, to play patiently. It can be so tempting to make a last
So
second,
Heather, I
mistake
have
in
my
judgment,
my
last
little
second error.
notebook.
But
So
Cindy,
I showed this
calm,
earlier.
cool, collected, and it
Basically
pays off.
like
Yeah,
PP
and we
poke
really
stuff.
started at the beginning because when the Mandibuzz got really low,
I don't think the
didn't
stream
know
can see it
if
very well,
if
but
the
it's
back line was
basically
gonna be
like
able to
my
finish
line
it out.
versus their
So
line, and then
seeing her
like
play and getting the double
just
Zap
good
Cannon
and
up
bad
there,
matchup, so
that
I can
was kind
kind
of
of
the turning point of the match. Because if you can force a swap here, you can get some value out of your Kanto
so I can
Ninetales towards the
see
end, and it
what I want to
forced the
lead.
energy away
Hey,
from
Joey
Alola
Williams.
Marowak because
Event is
Mandibuzz at
still,
max
it's
level,
not going on anymore.
even if it's a dark type and it resists
It
just
was
about
2 days
anything
ago.
that Alola Marowak throws,
We just got
it
home.
still takes damage from a Shadow Alola Marowak on the Shadow Bone, right? So that was kind of Scrap and Pete's only out right there. And
Hey,
fortunately
Trainer
for
Ram,
Cindy,
thank you.
getting the debuff, forcing the switch out, being able to
Oh,
come back
Standy
in and really show
Pokemon.
energy,
Apparently,
take the drive
like
energy, finish it off with air slash.
lots of people are
Fantastic.
running it.
I wanted to say as
Hey,
well,
J
sometimes a
Mills,
little bit
thanks
of luck
for
has
the.
to be on
Oh
your side,
man, look
and
at
we did
that
see after the
candle
Shadow Bone landed
flex.
onto the
Look at
Registeel,
that nice
no no
Rainbow.
defense drop, which meant that shadow,
Was I
20%
able to
bonus
hear
fire
the
spin, super
commentaries?
effective
Oh, you mean
damage,
like during
wasn't
the
going to
match
melt down the
or
Registeel
right
in time.
now?
Cindy able to get to
No, so
another target
during the
stack?
match,
Like
it
you
was
said,
white
spending
noise. It
that
was
final
like
protection,
static
you're
white noise.
recognizing the leverage points in the matchup when you
You're
need to
writing,
strip away that final
writing
shield and try to
lyrics
find your
in a
win
new
conditions.
rap song.
Such an incredible display of
Yeah, it's
skill, and
Poly
we're so
stuff.
proud of both of these
Yes,
trainers.
Heather.
Scrap and Pete will move to
Um,
the secondary bracket,
yeah,
and
I definitely
Cindy
don't have it
continues
all
the
on my
journey.
brain.
We have
I'm a
more
note
teams
taker.
coming,
I'm
though.
I'm a
Excuse me, Mark, would you
prepared
like to introduce
person.
one of these teams?
Hey
Absolutely.
Trent,
And I think we'll
thank
start off
you.
with a new competitor on the field here is Alex Madera.
Joey, I want the
He's
whole
going to
thing.
be
Not
running
with
Mid to
Hippo
Top,
though.
Medicham,
No Hippo
Valorant,
on my team.
Purified Sableye, Shadow Nido Queen, and Skarmory.
All right, and
Hey
we do have
Master Red.
Dilap Chung on the stage as well. His real name is Eddie,
I
and
did
I
not
can
bring
say
the
that
Hippo.
because we're cool. You know,
Absolutely.
he's a top battler, and I'm
I remember
friends
you
with him
made me
as well.
use
So we have
Hippo
a
and
Roman
I
Ninetales, Purified Sableye,
rock
Galarian,
weatherbolt that
Stunfisk,
Charizard.
Medicham, Trevenant, and Shadow
It was
Walrein.
crazy.
Now, I've watched Dilap
During the
Chung
match,
battle
you can't
before.
hear anything.
One of the best
You
battlers
can
in the
hear your
world, a fierce
opponent though.
competitor.
So like,
Any tournament that he appears in, I think he's got a
some of
shot
my
to win.
opponents were a
He
little
loves to
distracting
play with a
when
double
they
ice
like
team,
grunt
a
and
lot of
like
Shadow Walrein, a lot of
sigh and
a
stuff.
Alolan Ninetales. Do you think
So
we see that combination
I
here
always say
against
once I
Alex
was
Madera's
drawing
team?
Pokemon in the main
I
chat.
do think so. So Double
That's
Ice here
funny.
has a lot of good value. Actually.
Standy
So
Pokemon.
playing
I
Alolan
did
Ninetales
not
and
want to
Shadow
fight
Walrein,
Chaz.
Shadow Nido Queen.
That
Let
was
me ask you this, Mark.
I
When you're
definitely didn't want to fight
participating in a
him.
tournament or doing your Go Battle League battles, what is your thought
Well,
process
we'll see,
on
Joey.
how you pick teams? Do you kind of
Hey,
envision
Kimley Horn.
scenarios? Do you just pick the
How
three
annoyed
best
was
respectable
I?
Pokemon?
Oh
Do you kind of
man.
battle for your team?
I
So I would say
overcharged too.
in Since I don't have a
I
lot of
had two
skills, so
lock-ons.
I'm a
I
very
was like, oh my
much
gosh,
a
his win condition
poke
is
play.
is,
But I would
is
say
to
Go Battle League,
catch.
I have like my kind of go-to team.
And
I'll maybe play
I
one or
was
two
so
sides
annoyed.
and kind of games for
Good
where
catch
I
for
am
him.
and
And
how the
like
people around me
the
play. So
audience
I think
obviously
about balance
gasped.
and
I was like,
building.
okay,
My
well,
preference is
there
always
it
the double
goes.
weakness line.
Mm.
Because
Okay,
I think
my max
Me then?
match.
Oh
So
my
I
goodness!
after I
back to
won that one, I
Sableye
kind
to
of relaxed a
Nido
little
Queen
bit.
We
Because I
see the
didn't have
Galarian
to
I think
play
Alex doesn't.
thing when you're
this. I think
Tremendous.
I have one more match today, right?
Bulky Pokemon from
Oh, I played
the
Daxu.
lead.
Okay,
Yeah,
Daxu.
sitting
So
pretty
King said
freaky not
afterwards,
through, but
Daxu
easily
was probably my
maybe have to
hardest
answer as
opponent,
well. We're gonna have to see
team
what
comp wise,
number one
and
didn't
he's a great
a
battler.
single would
He's
not
from
have touched.
Montreal.
through the final
Shadow
Super
Ninetales.
nice guy.
her
Okay, here we
opponent.
go. So,
To see my co-casters.
oh,
Getting
look
into
at
getting into the
this.
atmosphere of halls was really, really tough. It's a little bit harder as a caster to get really excited.
Okay. So here we are.
Yeah, as well to get involved in the conversation and to show that you are supporting these regional championships.
Trinaram,
We have two
we were
teams,
talking
two
like
trainers
Pete and I were
that we've
talking
seen before,
about
Mark.
we were gonna
Do
like
you wanna
trash
let us
talk
in
each
on what
other
we're going to
during
see in
the
our next matchup?
during the
Absolutely.
game.
So one
I
of the
know
battles
like
is going to be Cindy.
who is it,
Moving
Heather?
backwards, and she'll be
Arrow
running
and
Registeel,
someone
Shadow Walrein,
usually play
Trevenant,
their
Mandibuzz,
ADL match,
Medicham, and Shadow
um,
Ninetales.
Her
talking to each
opponent will
other.
be Daxu with the Medicham, the Walrein, Purified
Um,
Sableye, Shadow Nidoqueen,
oh, Toshi, right?
Umbreon, and
Toshi
the
and Arrow
Registeel. I
usually
just want to point out,
be
Mark, the
they
Umbreon is a
go on a
Pokemon that's
voice
so
chat or
prominent,
something
so
and they play their
powerful,
ADL
such a
matches.
classic pick in the Open Great League, but we've not seen it too much this weekend.
Yeah, I think what we're preferring right now because of Trevenant's existence and kind of some versatility.
What's my
we're seeing
numbing?
Mandibuzz kind of be
Trent?
sort of a fighting answer with the air slash. So I think for most players, they're kind
Arrow
of
talks to
preferring that as
everyone
the
he
flying
battles.
Umbreon instead. But regular
That's
Umbreon,
funny.
yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of falls into a
Toshi,
weird
yeah.
spot because if you look at Daxter's team,
Hey Krampus,
triple
thank
weakness
you.
to fighting.
Alright,
Walrein,
so his
Registeel, and Umbreon,
Nido Queen. So I
and
had
the
a lot of
team is
time
kind
to
of
prepare for this
polarized
one.
around
I had
a bunch of easy
about
fighters and a bunch of Pokemon that are
45
weak to
minutes
fighting.
until
So
I
kind of curious here
had to
because on
battle
Cindy's side,
him.
there is both Registeel and Medicham, and
Um,
she chooses not to bring either one.
Exactly. We are into our matchup.
Nido
Here we do
Queen
have
was
Cindy on the left
tough,
side and Daxu on
and
the right side.
Umbreon
Shadow
was
Nidoqueen
tough
gonna strike here
for
first
me.
with the Poison Fang and try to weaken this Mandibuzz and gain some momentum here in this initial matchup.
And this is definitely a close matchup.
Hop
As
in voice
Mandibuzz
chat.
does have a lot of bulk to it. It is
Thank
able
you,
to wear down a lot of
TCS.
Pokemon, but we're seeing a direct swap into the Umbreon from Daxu's side, which is able to draw out the Shadow
Alright,
Cancel
well,
Now this is
I
very
don't know if
interesting.
this is
is
the
not a matchup that I
best.
anticipated seeing today, but that Shadow Kanto Ninetales is facing
Honestly,
off
I don't
against the
think
Umbreon here, the
I should
four-legged
have
Pokemon
brought
on the field here. And
this.
I'm wondering what attack will come through here from Cindy. Looks like the Weather Ball first, but always builds
Obviously,
the overheat.
Umbreon's never
Does
gonna
not command a shield
shield,
from Umbreon
right?
because it's just that bulky.
Yep, and Umbreon able to survive so much here. I mean, it's one of those Pokemon, we haven't seen it a lot today, it just continuously grinds you down.
I
I mean,
just
you're
let
not
it
taking too much
go.
damage from the foul plays, but they're going to add up over time. And it does look like Cindy is opting to let this go.
Can
is
I
in a
get to
dangerous
it?
spot because it's going to put it
I
into snarl
cannot
down
get to
range.
it. I was gonna
Unfortunately,
be KO next
doesn't
snarl.
reach the overheat after the bait there, and
Yeah,
this is
Krampus, this
not going
was
to knock out the Umbreon.
And look at
arguably
the
my
confidence from Daxu as well, recognizing that that
most.
wasn't the
So
overheat, it was
my
just an
team's also
unfortunate
not
call,
great
is
against
able to
Sable
take switch
either.
advantage there by
A
defeating
lot of
that
things have
Shadow
play,
Kanto Ninetales.
but there's
Very
also
impressive plays,
a
and we're
couple
going to see
things
the
that are just
Mandibuzz come
super
back
weak
here
to
for
it.
Cindy. A last resort gets thrown here. It's called last resort for a reason, Mark. This is not going to deal any form of super effective damage.
That is true, and fortunately for Umbreon, it does give it good coverage when you are going up against those, say those fairy types or the dark mirror. But yeah, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage.
Obviously,
Mandibuzz able to
there's
come in here
4
and kind of
shields
fly all the way
on
down, but you're about to
the
get
field
a very
still.
nasty surprise from Daxu's side because instead of bringing back in the Shadow Nidoqueen,
Do
it
I
looks like
regret not
Umbreon is going to
running
come back in,
Solar
and
Beam?
now the Mandibuzz is under immediate threat.
Exactly. You
Honestly,
see that energy
overheat
get
came
deployed
very
here.
clutch
Cindy's
a
Mandibuzz
couple
is loaded
times.
with energy. It does deploy a single foul play and then switches,
Well,
opting to keep that energy for a later matchup. Now the Wall Rain mirror is here. We can kind of track the energy, see when these Pokemon are getting to their earthquakes,
okay.
and we see a bait from Daxu here. What a
I
high impact bait this will
chickened
be.
out.
And I think if Cindy was counting,
I
she
chickened
opts to
out.
use the
I
shield.
chickened
And
out.
I almost thought that if Cindy was counting very closely, that she might have realized that hey, Daxu is not built up to an earthquake yet.
Yeah, he was just one away, but when we switch in
But
that
my
wave,
shadow
then
and
this
his is
1-2
not.
difference is so hard to tell. Now we see the Wall Rains are aligned. It looks like Cindy gets to this earthquake here.
He
Let's
got an
see what
extra
happens,
power snow
'cause
in.
this will, oh, it's going to deal a lot of damage.
Okay.
And it's a no shield from Daxu. The damage comes through.
And
Wall Rain faints.
And you can tell immediately from the body language on stage that Daxu is not happy about that decision right there. Saved a shield, but did not save his
Let's
wall ring.
go,
And
I think.
Cindy is suddenly in a commanding position even after she lost a switch advantage, bringing in the Shadow Kanto Ninetales into the Umbreon.
You're exactly right. No shielding the first Poison Fang, recognizing the second one will apply after the defense drop. Draws away this line of protection.
Chump put
and Cindy's
Vancouver will be
Shadow
remembered as a
Wall Rain
9-hour
looks
wall
poised
ring mirror
to
match.
deliver another strike
Well,
here, and it's almost there,
honestly,
and
there's
it gets
not a
there.
whole
Another
lot.
icicle spear
my
here.
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
Wow, Shadow Wall Rain, so impressive, so dominant, so
Would have been
impressive.
100% with
Is
Solar
able
Beam.
to land that super effective attack. KO Shadow Nidoqueen, and that is a game 1 victory for Cindy.
And that is a great call from Cindy there to continue applying pressure with the earthquake.
Yeah, that
I think
Shadow
Daxu
Polito
probably
is
thought,
so.
okay, well I baited, so maybe she'll bait too. And
It was a
put him
nice
in a really
pick.
bad spot right there. That was a really interesting matchup because
What's
we
the
were
meta
expecting,
looking
I
right
talked
now?
right before
Well,
about the match about
the
the
addition
triple
of the
Madera
water
team.
spider
She never
is
brought it.
kind of scary for
And
wall
it
ring
looks like
safe
she didn't need it
switch.
either. And in the mid matchup, the thing that was most
And
interesting is
it
you
was
have
definitely a wall
Mandibuzz,
ring
and
meta
you
back in
lost push
Indy.
advantage.
Like wall
It
ring with
actually
energy,
inadvertently drew out
it,
Daxu's
it has
wall
so
ring.
much play.
And what wound up happening is Cindy had a bunch of firepower with her own wall rain coming down the line. So
What's the
that was
IVs
a-
on my
that was-
shadow?
that was
Okay,
kind of
well
a-
it's
you know,
it's
lots
actually
of ups
pretty
and downs
terrible.
in that
But
match. I wasn't sure who was going to
let
win
me
until
see.
the very end.
Exactly, and just when moments look grim, it looks like one trainer has the advantage, but again, allowing your opponent to make a mistake, kind of keeping your cool, staying collected, it can really kind of guide you through, steer you through, if I may. I know we're talking a lot about
Still
ships
loading.
here in the bay, steer you through some troubling waters here. We see Cindy do exactly that, as we see here
When
from
I
Tim Note
fast
as
attack
well.
down the
Again,
Polito, yeah.
every single
Hey,
step
Absent,
has been
thank
a
you.
showcase. It's been an educational series.
Okay.
and these trainers are so
Yeah,
incredibly
yeah,
talented.
Casey,
It's
I've
just been
heard
an
that
honor
from a
to watch.
couple
Oh,
people.
absolutely. And
Okay,
right now,
my
going back
Ninetales.
into the mind games here, and you know, I wonder if
My
Cindy will be bringing Medicine into
Ninetales
these second battles
IV
here,
is
realizing there's going to be a lot of double weakness
one five
potential here for the
14.
opponent. And
Okay,
instead,
well
it
this
looks
is a
like
good lead
she's
for me.
opting to bring in Registeel lead, which in this case works out pretty well for her here.
Yeah, so
Registeel able to
he-
catch a fairly decent lead with Umbreon. Umbreon, like you said, last resort, doesn't deal a whole lot of damage.
fairly
is
decent
resistant
lead.
anyways, and then you have the foul play that can only really chip away at the Registeel.
No, I think you're
Brenda,
you're
I'm
exactly
pretty
right. This is a
emotionless
good
on
position. We
stream.
see the
Let's be
switch out
real.
as well. This is
I just
also
kind of
helpful.
want
This
to.
is a zap
I
cannon.
didn't want to
Nidoqueen
show
goes to resist
disappointment,
both of these attacks,
and I just
choosing to
kept
no
my
shield
poker
here,
face
but
on.
the difference is now we're trying to
Obviously, the
slow
mask
down
helps.
the Nidoqueen, not let it be so oppressive. Here comes the Shadow Kanto Ninetales as our co-caster Holson
Well,
mentioned.
next
This
force
is
is
gonna
because
do
I don't
lethal
know
damage
how
as
to
well as
pronounce
here it comes.
And I like the
arachnid.
Zap Cannon from Cindy
Arachnid?
before she
I don't
swapped
know.
out. Even if it is resisted and Nidoqueen's a ground type,
Yeah.
this way, when you have your squishier Pokemon come in, you don't
What's
lose
the
the
reason
mid-matchup
for
and
running
don't lose
Ember?
that
So
alignment.
it's
Exactly right. I think Cindy wanted
so
to
Fire Spin is
maintain
faster
positive
energy
alignment, and
generation,
Daxu
but
wants to spoil those
Ember
plans,
has
uses
more
a protect
fast
shield here.
attack
Let's see if Ninetales can
damage,
reach another attack.
and I think I
No,
just needed that
Nidoqueen, 1, 2, 3, 4,
for.
5. Poison Fang again.
And I think
Oh,
right
okay.
here
Well,
that if this
should
were balanced, I don't
I?
think you
Did
shield
I shield this?
Yeah,
No, I
I
did
mean,
not.
This is going to be a debuff Nidoqueen here, and oh, she barely misses out
Okay.
though on getting to the Weather Ball.
Yeah.
This might be pretty costly here.
This could be critical, but as we look at this team, the Mandibuzz has been such a powerful choice here.
Yeah,
Coming
Mandibuzz.
in with the Mandibuzz, I like this play as well, but the problem here is that you take a Poison Fang here, unable to Air Slash
Basically
down,
all the
and Nidoqueen
banned
now is
Pokemon
setting up his
remix.
teammates.
That's funny.
And now with the switch having gone back to
Yeah,
Daxu,
Joker. I was so
unfortunately, he's now
flustered.
in a potentially dangerous spot
Um,
because the Medicham on Daxu's side,
yeah.
now he has the alignment that he wants. So
Oh, this
Umbreon
is the
tends to
one
do very
that
well against Mandibuzz.
almost went to
Both are kind
timeout.
of,
It was so
weapons kind of
terrible.
fighting against each other,
It
but
was so
now you
terrible.
have the Medicham going up against the Steel type, and
So he
this is
didn't
gonna
have
put Cindy
Pup.
in a very bad position.
It's
Yeah, we do see
actually
the
not
Medicham
too
piling on
bad
the
of a
damage.
matchup for
Cindy
me.
wanting to slow that down is
I
gonna go
wasn't.
Zapcan in here. A no-show
I
on
didn't
the
think I
Medicham
was
as well.
going
Could
to
say it's
lose this
interesting,
one.
but I understand the strategy here. Two charge
Spoiler
attacks are needed
alert.
regardless. Let's see if Medicham tries to deliver a knockout blow or if it tries to shield
Yeah,
and counter down.
TCS.
Looks like
Exactly.
it's gonna go for the knockout blow here, just because
Oh,
if
Rakunit.
Registeel reaches
There you
another
go.
nerve, it doesn't want to
Thanks.
commit the Protect Shield right there. Might as well take it out right now, but
Yeah, thank
Registeel
you.
loses
Almost
health,
missed
just
it,
barely
but
gets to a move here. But the good thing is that for Medicham, this Ice Punch is non-step or
yeah,
some
Reggie
type
wins to 0 if they don't have
attack
Pup.
bonus right here. So not
Yeah,
gonna be doing
Reggie
too
is
much hit damage,
busted.
but Mandibuzz needs a lot
Definitely.
of
Well,
energy
I've got
here.
2 shields
And
versus
I
a
think the Umbreon's able
like
to grind
a
it down, right?
Let's think about it though.
85%
Mandibuzz
health.
with two protect
Mandibuzz.
shields behind those shields. I think Mandibuzz can put in a lot of work. So far, this match has been characterized by near misses, nearly missing the Weather Ball, nearly missing the Focus Blast. Cindy needs to capitalize here and take control of the situation.
Oh, he got a
As the
snarl
Umbreon
in.
is
I
going
don't
to
think it
fight
mattered
back
for
here. Two
me.
very
Hey,
bulky
King
dark
Duck
type
Spool.
Pokemon. Mandibuzz
It
strikes
was so
here with
nice
an
to
aerial
meet
ace,
you.
and it is shielded up.
You know,
It
I
looks
didn't
like
know
the
your name
Umbreon's
was
going for a
Mark
last resort here.
until
These
we
two
asked
bulky Pokemon
Doombug
are just gonna
where
chip
he
away at
was
each other. This is gonna come right
staying.
down
He's
to the
like, "Oh, I'm
wire
staying
mark,
with Mark."
and
I'm
it
like,
might be
"Mark
a
who?"
slow
King's
burn,
like, "Mark
but
who?"
it is going to be a
And
very
he's like, "Oh,
exciting third act here
KDP."
as we see the air slashes piling on.
So,
The snarls are
there you
resisted.
go.
Mandibuzz bearing down with another aerial ace. No more shields
KDP
here for
is now
Daxu.
the
stab
Mazer killer.
Not very much, but does get the Umbreon into the yellow here.
Okay, I
And
got a
Umbreon
sneak
gonna fire
there.
right back with the last resort. I think this is gonna get this
How
to
did
similar
I
health
decide
levels. I
when
think
to
you
use
are
the
right.
shield
Whoever
in
is
these?
able to outpace
Well,
here, get the
I was
smallest
afraid
bit
he
of
was gonna
damage in.
bait,
Maybe if you're
and
the Umbreon, you might
I
opt to go
I
for the
also
foul play
think
when
that
it
it's
gets
gonna
very,
be
very close,
timed
but
out,
this
so
is gonna
I
come down to the
um
wire.
Oh my goodness. I think the
and
Mandibuzz
aerial
needs to
ace
land
is
two
just
aerial
a
aces. The
trash
Umbreon
move,
needs two
right?
charge attacks as well. Let's see what happens. Here comes the aerial ace. I think with the air slash damage, the combination of the two might be enough here.
There's my sneak.
Oh my goodness, here comes a last resort from the
Friendly
Umbreon. Really
fire.
struggling here, trying to edge out the Mandibuzz. It does do some damage.
Ooh, rank
It's
2
a race.
Lickitung.
The two Pokemon,
Nice.
Oh, we're
they're
almost
so
going to
close.
time. Oh,
the foul
Ah.
play.
Yeah.
I think the foul play KOs here.
I think the foul play is resisted, but it's still enough. Mandibuzz shot out of the sky, unable to win the matchup. Daxu, patient, grinding it out, and is
Yeah.
able to inch away a victory.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was
It
about as
was
close as you could
flying
possibly get right
Umbreon
there,
versus
both timer
Umbreon.
and timer as well.
A
And
coin
you can see
put. I fell
Daxu, I
asleep
mean, from
there.
his body language, he's a little stressed out.
I think Daxu is breathing a sigh of
So
relief, and he
afterwards,
says,
I got
"My
off the
goodness,
stage. I
costs
think it was
so much
Dylan
to
who
win a
said
match here in
this.
Vancouver
Dylan's like,
because
I've
these
never
trainers
seen
are
a
so
whole
talented."
crowd of
And
people
that's
so
exactly
watching
right. So,
intensely
we are
in
tied up here now.
Umbreon
This is a
versus
decisive
uh,
game 3, and the test of
Mandibuzz
endurance is only
match.
halfway
So
over. You have
like
one more game to play,
people
and
are
this is the most
gasping in the
important one.
crowds
Yeah, I mean,
during
and, you know,
this
so far in both of the
Resident
games
Sleeper
here,
match.
we've seen some kind of letting go of alignment,
Yeah.
and maybe that's kind of caused the matches to shift back and forth right there, especially for Cindy right there. You know, I also thought that maybe throwing a Zap Cannon would secure switch advantage, but Shadow Queen proving to be very strong
Yeah,
here.
well,
And
Matt
honestly,
Magic,
on
I
Cindy's
thought,
side, not
kind
too
of thought
many
so too. I was
dedicated
like
answers
2
to
shields
strategy.
up. I
There's
can't lose,
there's
right?
Swampert,
But
you know,
so
there's
let me
really
see his
not a way
notes
for
here.
her to
Which
cleanly
one was
deal with
his
it. So
notes?
I feel like maybe
This
Daxu
one.
has
Okay.
a
So I
bit of
wrote
an
down
advantage right here because
his
he's able
team.
to call his way back. And now he's kind of figured out, like, maybe not the secret sauce, but he's got a Shadow Queen now. He's like, wait a minute. I have a way that I
Hi,
can
joining me?
switch at least. So I'm hoping to see it on his side, and we do see the
Oh,
same
yeah.
lineup once again.
Here.
I was really hoping we
Okay.
see Shadow Wall Rain, and we do, because you're right.
This
the
is
Nidoqueen
not a
and
winning
the Umbreon, the
matchup for
combination of those
me.
two
I don't
Pokemon,
think.
I think Shadow Wall Rain has a lot of play against that pair,
Yeah.
and Cindy decided
Yeah,
to
hey
leave it
Dylan,
here.
that was
We do
you.
see the foul play come through here. Shadow Wall Rain absorbs that attack.
Not
building
enough
up
health.
lots of
Yeah,
energy.
I was
considering a
down
switch doesn't
HP.
get it, throws the Icicle Spear.
And we'll see how Daxu reacts to this. He's gonna opt to let it go, which is a great call here. Not too worried about the earthquake and able to get a
Oh,
second
Dilab?
play off
Okay,
with
okay,
City now
okay.
throwing in Toshi's
Dilab wants to
pretty good
join my
energy.
battle or the stream.
Umbreon here, I do think that based on its bulkiness, it's gonna
King.
put the
Okay,
Warrior
well,
in a bad
he'll be
spot. It
back.
actually forces the
Dilab
first
wants to
flip down.
join me
Oh,
on
this is
the
interesting,
stream
right?
when we
Recognizing maybe
cover
that there aren't too many
our.
hard
Yeah,
answers
yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes
yeah.
down to for that Mandibuzz.
Yeah.
Cindy has tried to close with the Mandibuzz,
Okay,
but now
okay.
bringing it in here as a stopgap in the middle of the match to
I
try
have
to gain some
two more, I
advantage.
think.
And this will be
I
very
play
interesting
six
because
in
if we see
hero.
that
Oh, I
we do
play
see the Nidoqueen come in,
Alex and six in
Nidoqueen
hero
was a huge problem for Kanto Ninetales in the
before
last game.
Dilap.
Because, mainly because Shadow Form, it's Kanto, so it's
Oh my gosh,
very
Dilap.
Ninetales, so it's very squishy.
Look at this.
Nidoqueen was able to just blow through that
Look at this.
Parkour, and
I
now
can't
with
believe they
Switch
didn't
coming
sell
out,
this
it
at.
actually opens up some opportunities for the Kanto Ninetales.
This
to
is
play
it says
well.
Vancouver on it.
Exactly.
I can't believe they
Daxu
didn't sell it.
Not wanting to give any opportunities though to Cindy, trying to close the door on her and trying to advance through the tournament. Let's see what happens here.
I
As
think
it
it'll
looks
be like
the
in an
CMP
hour though.
tie
Dilap?
the Nidoqueen with the higher attack. So
Get
that's
your
nice.
people to contact my
Mandibuzz returns
people.
fire. Foul
Do I
play,
talk to Shady
not
Equation?
quite enough. Needs an air slasher to get the KO and finally defeats it.
And Daxu giving
Oh,
up
you're on
Switch
stream right
advantage.
now. What? Okay then.
I'm not sure what I think about that.
Cindy reaching for the Kanto Ninetales. Cindy making the switch as well. Oh my goodness, here comes the Umbreon. It looks like maybe a few more seconds on the switch timer.
Yeah, math
Cannot
magics,
escape
my
yet. Gonna
people.
throw a foul play, not
That's
only
funny.
to deal damage, but to stall that clock as well.
Okay,
I see.
well,
Absolutely.
I-
And right now, I think that Daxu.
I practice a whole lot of Umbreon.
I thought he would want the
I
Kanto
also-
Ninetales to throw his energy first, but now was
Yeah, I
in
practice
kind
a whole bunch of
shielding,
Umbreon
kinda
scrims
guessing
as
game right
well.
here. I do think
I love
though,
my scrim
that with the
partners
Medicham
who
here, the
just,
most threatening attacks that can come at you are gonna
they're
be
not
overkill.
picky
So,
about
shielding
picking
here
what they
might be the
use.
best
I pick what they
decision,
use.
and it does look like is Cindy going for the overheat here?
No, I believe this is a weather
Oh
ball, but it
yeah,
looks like
ask
a
your
no
chat.
shield as well. Recognizing the turn intervals can't quite get to the overheat. Does he get the counter down?
He is able to get the counter down, and now
Oh
Daxu's
man,
in a
Dylan,
pretty
I
good spot
I,
here.
I
We do
regret
have a
not
Mandibuzz
taking a
who's
picture
relatively
of all
healthy,
four of the
but we have the
casters.
Umbreon to kind of answer that.
I like
Cover
this
it
play
together
a lot,
later?
coming
Okay.
with the wall ring,
Like
trying to
next
pressure away
stream
this final protect
or
shield and clear the runway from
tonight?
Mandibuzz, and gets the shield as well.
And I think Daxu needs to hope that there is not a move on the Mandibuzz. So and there is not. He is going to go
Okay,
ahead
well, I
and
have two
dump the
shields.
energy and maybe strip away both of these protect shields over here so that he can set up
And
the
running air
Umbreon.
slash definitely
We see our
helped.
protect shields
Oh, tonight?
were
Okay,
used in
okay.
the final part of the match,
Okay.
but now they are getting burned rapidly, and we see the
Yeah,
second
it
one
is
go
my
through
last
as
battle for
well.
day one.
Another ice punch, like you said, Mark, getting used up here. Protect shields
Yeah,
are
running air
gone.
slash
Switching
was
to the
intentional.
Umbreon.
And I really like this play going
For
into the Umbreon over
specifically
here because if you go
for
to the Umbreon, you can preserve the
specifically
Medicham
for
because just in
Medi.
case the wall ring gets close to some energy right there, at the very
You're
least
about to
you have
get to the grand
counters be
final.
able to
Okay.
take out the wall ring.
Well,
This is late game energy
I
management.
still have
Your
2
HP
more
is
battles
low.
still.
This is critical.
Oh
No,
man,
neutral
okay,
legacy
well,
is
it's a
supposed to be
mutual
finished. It's
lag
supposed to catch up.
and
Umbreon delivering a strike here
yeah, it's
with
a
the
mutual
last
lag.
resort. This might be the key though, Mark. If the wall ring can come
He
into this matchup,
undercharged that.
and
I
we
was
see
a little
great undercharge by
confused.
Daxu,
I was
actually.
very
I think he
confused. I
realizes
mean,
it.
honestly,
undercharge, and the snarls are not enough. Mandibuzz is
yeah,
ready.
he was
Mandibuzz
afraid I was
is
gonna wall
ready.
ring down
Mandibuzz striking with a
Oh
foul
my
to
play.
get to a move.
Oh my goodness, Medicham not ready to absorb the attack.
See, I didn't
Oh,
realize he
Thanks,
undercharged
Cindy.
until
Only a
That
few HP.
was
somebody
one of
told
the
me.
closest matches because I think either side could have had a sliver of health left to farm down. That is absolutely crazy.
I didn't know.
Absolutely
I didn't
insane.
know.
As we continue through these matchups, much like
I don't
the
know if
mountains here in Vancouver,
he
the air gets
over-
thinner. It's so thin as you climb higher, face these talented trainers, and we have seen.
I don't know if
time
he
and
threw
time
though,
again, Cindy is able to outlast her opponents. and
because
make
if
really
I
incredible plays.
I think we saw kind
if
of
I
two Pokemon
powder
there
snow
that
down
could have threatened the farm
the,
down, right? We had the Mandibuzz with the
I
Air
don't know.
Slash. You have the Medicham with the counter. Either of those could have brought the energy in, right? And that was a very scary ending right there. I wasn't really sure looking at how the health bars were moving. I wasn't sure who was going to get the farm down, but Cindy's Mandibuzz, though, very clutch. Again, not running Snarl, running Air Slash for this kind of new meta in the regional championships, and that really paid off. Perfect energy right there at the very end.
It was so incredible to watch. What I thought was going to happen was I thought that the Shadow Wall Ring
hey
was going to be
RKOP.
forced into the matchup after the last resort KO'd Mandibuzz. Shadow Wall Ring then had to pace to an Icicle Spear without getting KO'd by the Snarls, and the Icicle Spear would have been the KO attack there. But we saw a different outcome. The
Yeah,
undercharge
Trent.
was almost
I don't know
perfect.
how much
Just
energy I had
slightly,
on
just
the
a
wall ring.
couple of those charge move bubbles away from being absolutely perfect, but not
Okay,
quite.
so
was the victor in that set. We
Okay,
have
so
more
that was
battles
my
coming, though, and we're approaching the end
so
as
I
well.
was
So we
done.
need to hear it in the chat and on social. Have you been enjoying
I kind of
the
like how
Play
they.
Pokemon
Okay,
Championships
so
here
how
in
do I
Vancouver? We've had a thrill of a
How do I
time,
go to
and
day
we are
2?
only in day 1.
Absolutely, and tomorrow we'll have
A
another round of battles
tag
here. And also, all these
challenge.
brackets will start to get resolved, and we'll get to see, both from winner's side and loser's side, who is going to be in the final top 4 and who is going to be our champion here in Vancouver.
Absolutely.
Okay.
A regional champion will be.
Okay. Oh well. Yep. Okay. Kind of want to hear what they say about the people too. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh well, Dialab came over. Huh? Am I gonna what? Oh, am I gonna do laundry? Yeah. I'll do it tomorrow. All right. So let's skip forward. Oh, Dialab. So let's see here.
Still a champion.
Okay, I kind of want to watch it. I want to
And,
watch an
let's go ahead and
intro.
get into the action.
This is the first event of the 2022.
Oh, okay. I don't want to watch this.
Energized. There's so many events going on in Pokemon Go. Not just the Play Pokemon Regional Championships, but we have the biggest events of the year coming up very soon. See you out there.
Resume here, 4 wins each,
Okay.
taking out some very popular names. We saw
So
Walters and Boyle taking out
this
Rise,
was a really good
Temptation,
match. I
Unicorn.
kind of watched this.
It
Oh,
does
there's
look like for
Kevin.
Jamar, he's getting
with
a lot
his
of value
Jester,
here, making sure that he
Pikachu.
maximizes the use of this Pokemon. I almost think he should be leading it and having protectors.
I think we see all 4 shields come out. There's a bit of
Jamar from
HP.
Wing
We see the
Attack.
Body Slam finally get deployed
And then
for
went
switch advantage.
to
Taken to get here.
Chester. Okay.
That out. We see that Noctowl was taken out of the game. Okay. Well, we have more battles coming up for you. We're moving on to Group B at this point.
Well,
Just
I want to
wrapped up
hear
Group
the
A. We'll be
casters
getting back
too,
to them in
Matt
just a little
Magic.
bit. But let's take a look at Group B. We
I
have
wanna
our
hear the
winners
casters.
finals, which is a best of 3. We're going to be seeing Heisenberg, or Greenish backwards. We're going to be referring to her as Cindy. She's rocking the team of Registeel, Shadow Walrein, Trevenant, Mandibuzz, Metacham, and
So I
Shadow
actually
Ninetales.
prepped this
And then
team
her opponent
the night
is Alex
before.
Madera,
Obviously,
rocking
we
the
got to see who
Lickitung,
we're facing.
Metacham, Walrein, Purified Sableye, Shadow Nidoqueen, and Skarmory.
And
That's
I
right. Pull some
read the
money for it before we
article,
get into these
um,
battlers, teams, and
Final
discussing
Boss
them. Let's
AJ
talk a little
wrote.
bit about
She
the path that these two battlers have
did a really
taken
good
to
job
get here,
covering it.
except before we get to that, it looks like we're starting a battle.
We're starting right away here.
We should probably have hair and makeup team. I just literally rolled out of bed, okay?
Yeah, we're seeing the Shadow Nidoqueen throwing the poison thing as soon as possible to try to lower the defense of the Ninetales. The Ninetales, no shield.
Shady
knowing
equation.
It's not going to knock out.
We've seen Cindy value her Ninetales quite a bit, but at this point, I think that she's going to try and go for the back-to-back moves here. Able to get to the Weather Ball. There's going to be some significant
No,
damage.
Matt,
This
I
is
have
not
my
resistant. Would do
stuff
quite a bit to
too.
this Nidoqueen.
Yeah, the Ninetales needs to survive another 2 Poison Fangs to get to the second Weather Ball, and it survives.
This
Okay,
is big. Do we
so
want to potentially double
I
shield?
knew
This
I
has the
can win
potential
this.
to knock out. This is a Shadow Ninetales speed.
I can
Yeah,
win
I
this.
think
I
it
knew
will
I can
knock
win.
out.
Hey,
The
Chibi
Nidoqueen will
Choodles.
go down,
Thank
and we'll
you.
see what Pokemon Alex Madera comes in with next.
Look at the power.
Yeah, I
of
knew
that
I can win
of
Switch
that
here.
Shadow Ninetales, able to not only win switch advantage, but also shield advantage as well.
Yeah, and it got a
Though
little extra
Walrein with
chip damage
energy is
against
kinda
this
scary.
Walrein, and we see the Registeel coming back in.
Because it's
Registeel
not a
able
shadow,
to
I didn't
survive
have
one
to shield
Earthquake.
this.
We see the bait coming
I just
through with the
I just
Icicle
immediately
Spear. Cindy very
shield it.
very measured, not shielding, knowing an Earthquake would not knock out.
Yeah, Cindy was already in a great position, having shield advantage, having switch advantage, getting the right Pokemon.
No, I shielded the second one. Yeah, here the thing is, I could have still.
We see
It
another
looks like
thing
I
coming
didn't
through,
shield,
and
but I
Cindy
definitely
again,
shielded.
no shields. What an incredible!
Yeah, I thought I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even actually see her tap on
Yeah.
that.
That
That
was
the shield
Hey,
last
Party Marty,
split
thank
second.
you.
Okay, well we
Thank
now
you.
have another shield coming through from Alex on the Zap Cannon. Quick swap into the Metacham,
Yeah,
met by the
there we
Mandibuzz.
go.
We do see the Air Slash. This is going to be hitting super effective, relatively neutral.
This was
matchup
such a sweet
otherwise,
guy.
but with
I
access
had
to the
I
aerial ace
kind
as
of
well as the Air
talked to
Slash,
him a little
gonna be
bit
hitting super
before
effective
the
with all moves
match.
here. No Protect Shield at this
He
point.
is a
Yeah, we
local
see what
of
looks like a
Vancouver.
CMP
Well,
tie with
kinda
the
like
Ice Punch and the
within
Aerial
driving
Ace,
distance, like
both
an hour
hitting
away
super
or so.
effective against the trainer's opposing Pokemon.
And
this aerial
he
ace,
is
while
a
it is super
GB
effective,
hour
this is a
who
bulky,
never's
non-berry
done
attack
like
weighted
show
Pokemon,
so
Mandibuzz.
6
and also
he
not the best
he has a
damage per
Twitter,
energy type of move. We're
but
going to see
didn't
the Medicham able to hang
he
on and
only
get through
uses
this
it for
first fight punch.
soccer.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it quite has enough HP left
So
to
I
reach
like
a
before
third
our
this punch,
match, I
though.
showed
I'm
him
guessing
like
that Cindy
Go
will go
Stadium. I
for a
showed him
farm
like
down from
Sylph
her
stuff
Mandibuzz.
and the
Yeah,
article, and
unfortunately
he
for
got to
Alex,
read
gonna
about
have to find a
himself.
way to get
And
through
he
this
doesn't
big
watch
steel
Twitch;
metal
he just watch
doorknob, that
YouTube.
being the Registeel.
So it
Don't
was
know
kind
if
of
there's
cool
quite a solution at this point. One more
to
Zap Cannon
introduce him
should be enough
to.
to knock out that wall rain.
Yeah, we see a foul
It
play
it was
coming through.
nice
Foul
to.
play being slightly better
Yeah, he has a
damage
Twitter.
per energy
I
than
showed him
the
how to
Air,
change his
Aerial
Twitter
Ace.
handle
Okay,
to match
quick
his
swap back
in-game
into the
name.
Registeel. This is going to be a race to the finish. We do still have one protection
How
on the side
many
of
elite
Cindy.
TMs
Wants to
did I
correctly
think? Okay,
call the
someone
Earthquake. We're gonna
wrote
be seeing
that
the
I
Icicle Spear
should
coming through.
have
Safely shields this up. This is going to be the
that
bait move.
I
At this point, will the
I
wall
should
rain
get
work? Will it be able to get
royalties
to
for
the
each
Earthquake, or will
elite
Cindy be able
TM
to get to the Zap
used
Cannon?
after
Really
this
close,
weekend.
but the Focus Blast comes out right
Okay.
before the Earthquake is reached. This
Hey,
will
Podgy.
be enough damage to knock out
Hello.
that wall rain.
At this point, without a doubt, no need to go for the Zap Cannon. Going ahead and hitting the Focus Blast.
Yeah,
Game number one,
TCS.
going
I've
to
never
Cindy. A
done
very
in-person
calculated
tournament.
victory.
I
think the key to
obviously I'm one
victory
of
there,
those
specifically,
online
despite the lost
gamers
lead,
that
was the swap into the Shadow
only use
Ninetales,
the
able to
tournament.
not only take switch
Oh,
advantage,
there
but
I am
shield
taking
advantage as well,
notes.
teeing up a victory for the back half of the match.
Yeah,
And
Cindy
I'm
played that
relatively
really
new
well,
to the
making
show
sure
6.
that she
I
had enough
don't do
health
regular
to get to multiple
individual
weather balls in
self.
order to knock out
And
that,
my first
Nidoqueen,
experience, my
as
very
well
first
as
experience, I
making
was
sure
kind of
she was
thrown
not
into
shielding
the
the
Sharks.
bait or the low
I
damage move of
played
Poison Pen.
ADL
We didn't
with
get
a
a lot of
whole
time to talk
bunch of
about the
big
teams, but
names.
I
That
love
was my
the
first
Shadow
show
Kanto
6
Ninetales. When you
experience.
take a look at this team, there's no Swampert. That's going to be hard checking it. No
Then
Shadow Politoed that we're seeing.
then
I
I
think the
got
best
picked
answer
up
is
by
probably
Cool
maybe going
Cats.
to
Go
be
Cool
the Wall
Cats.
Rain.
Cool
Medicham's
Cats
not
up.
a bad answer as well. The bulk of Licky
So,
can do okay, but there's
um,
nothing that's going to be outright
I played
resisting the
ADL.
moves from that Shadow Ninetales.
And
So
I made the
think it's a great
playoffs.
safe swap, and that's
Got
exactly what we saw in game number one
got
for Cindy.
wrecked by
We do have
Jango's
some trainers here that are
surf
using the
poly,
Shadow Politoed as well as Shadow Swampert.
water gun
None of those
Lapras.
Pokemon
I
are
got
on
wrecked.
Alex Madera's team, so Cindy might have to watch out in future matchups if she goes up against
Eddie
trainers
was
with those
saying he
Pokemon.
would sometimes
Sure.
take
So
fake
this matchup
notes.
specifically looking very
No,
strong as we
knockout
get
panda.
right
I
into
took real
game number
notes.
two. Let's see if there's a little bit of a change of strategy. Perhaps Alex going back to the drawing board, bringing in some new
Casey.
Pokemon that might have some more flexible play versus that very effective Shadow Kanto Ninetales.
I'll let you
Yes,
worry
Shadow
King.
Ninetales was a star of that match, and we have a mirror match here. The Shadow
Is it
Wall Rain
complicated
versus
to
the
get
standard
involved in
Wall
so?
Rain.
No,
Say,
it's
I am the
not.
walrus.
But
No,
I think
I
it
am
just
the
takes a
walrus.
lot
All
of
right, we've got
time,
Wall Rain
and
versus Wall Rain
I
here.
just kind of
This is
focus
going
all
to
my
be very
time in
impactful,
faction
whether this
stuff.
Earthquake lands or not. This is a battle of baits
You
here.
should
We're already
though.
seeing the first
I
move
hear
thrown,
it's
and yes,
fun.
it is the Earthquake correctly shielded by Alex.
Yeah, it's really tough to go into a Wall Rain mirror and
Okay,
throw
well,
an
I
Icicle
didn't want to
Spear
risk
because
it,
having it
and
be
obviously
no-shielded
we
is incredibly impactful. We see both trainers throwing those Earthquakes, both being shielded.
No
I
here for you.
wanted to
This one's gonna be
catch
impactful,
the
though. Now that
third
shield
one.
is down, a little bit
Okay, I
less
thought he
willing to
snuck
invest that second shield, but as we
on
know,
the
the
next
lead
one.
matchup can often determine what happens in the back half of the matchup. So we see another shield, 3 Earthquakes, all 3 shielded at this point, and I think we had potentially a charge move priority
Okay,
event here.
how did I pick
Yeah,
the
that
Shadow
knowledge will
K9?
actually
So
be very crucial going
I
into
actually
this
used it for
last
ADL. That
matchup.
was one
We
of my
see a
free
no shield
agencies
on
that
the
I picked
Earthquake.
up
That's gonna do
when I
massive
needed
damage.
an
A lot of
answer
damage for sure.
to
At this point, I think that an Icicle Spear is going to be very close
So I
to
wanted to
knocking out.
catch this
While
one.
Alex
I
does
thought
have
he
shield
snuck,
advantage,
so I
this
went
Wall Rain
one
is
early.
quite low, and we see a
Those.
swap out into the Mandibuzz at this point.
I
Wall
think
Rain
he
choosing
should
to
have.
keep all that
Honestly, I
energy.
think he
Alex
should have thrown
wanting to save it for
both
later.
Icicle
Yeah,
Spears
attempting
here
catch the
to
Earthquake,
just
double
get
resistant
rid of
on
my
that
mana
Mandibuzz.
buzz.
We do have the Air
Um,
Slash Aerial Ace going into
thanks,
this
TCS.
Medicham. Kind of an interesting counter.
This is a little scary at this point for Cindy, knowing that you have that Ninetales in the back. There's the
I'm
Earthquake
already
ready for that
balding
Ninetales
like
that's
the.
threatening to
I don't know. I felt like I
one-shot
was
faint
balding a
that
little.
Pokemon.
Yes, Cindy will have to be very careful.
What was my
given that she
favorite
has
non-PvP
no more
thing
protect
I
shields.
did
We
in
see this
Vancouver?
Ice Punch
So I
come
got
out.
to
It does a
meet
good amount of super effective damage, but I believe this
got
next
to
Aerial
meet
Ace will
Brenda,
knock out this Medicham.
and she
Yeah,
showed us
Alex
around
Mandibuzz able
so
to get the
much.
move. At this point, I
It
don't know if
was
you
a
want
lot
to
of
invest the
fun.
Protect Shield. You still have the very
Like
healthy Licky Tongue.
the
But no,
most
we do
awesome
see the
host
Protect
there
Shield come out
is.
from Alex. That's the final Protect Shield. And wants to get
We
to this
actually
Ice
invited
Punch.
her to our
Yes, this Ice
wedding.
Punch will be quite enough to knock out, and we do see that an air slash
We went to the night market after I went, or after the tournament.
All right, that'll be bringing the Mandibuzz down
So
into the
I
red.
lived that,
Very close to fainting at this point. Might be
and
able
I
to get
switched
a
to
little
my
bit of training
Ninetales, I
Wiggy
think.
Tongue. Let's see what the strategy from Alex is.
Yeah.
We see an immediate
Didn't want
swap
the
out into that
farm.
Ninetales.
that Earthquake is loaded. The energy is
Um,
being loaded up onto this Ninetales.
don't know
Ninetales
what I
versus
did
Walrein
here.
in the
Honestly,
future.
I can't
I
remember.
think Ninetales wins that CMP. Well,
You're
I think
missing
that
the
Cindy's Walrein does
ASMR
have some
tapping stream
energy as
from
well,
from
so we'll have to
Casey.
see that slot back in. Are we going to see a quick swap from Alex? No, these Embers are adding up,
Okay.
trying
Well,
to
I
build
guess
in
I
the
overheated.
and gets to it. Oh my, this is a shadow overheat coming through. This is going to drop the
I guess
attack
I
stage,
could have
but this
done
is a
more
lot of damage.
Ember.
Yeah, Lekatoon
He
is
wasn't there
incredibly
yet. I
bulky,
could
but
have done
overheat
a
is
little
very
bit
damaging
more,
move, and it
so it's
almost
not
nets
a
out.
debuff
Okay, at this
Ember.
point, you have to stay in though if you're Cindy. Unfortunately, you cannot swap out. Switch clock is not
Yeah.
available just yet.
Yeah, I think she's actually in a really solid spot
I
here.
love
She's
watching
going
the
to be able to farm
buttermilk.
down with her Walrein. Walrein will be able to tank
Can
one
Solar
Earthquake from
Beam
that
do
other
this,
Walrein.
Heather?
We actually see a
Trying to
farm
air
down.
slash
All
down.
right.
Okay,
So
at this point, you're
so
gonna
he
have to
can't
come back
lick
in
me
with the Walrein and
down,
immediately
and
throw
there we
because
go.
this should be a CMP tie.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, very,
Oh,
very
he
well
didn't throw.
calculated
He
by
wanted
Cindy.
to
This
farm
will
down.
knock out the Walrein. The energy could not be
That
thrown
was his
at
win
this
con, I
Mandibuzz
guess.
because the energy was necessary to throw at Cindy's Walrein in the back. Very well calculated.
Yeah, very tough spot there for Alex without a doubt. Cindy taking a 2-0 victory, looking very clean with that gameplay.
Oof.
Was able to get that
It was
Earthquake
tough.
through earlier in the matchup, which translated to some success later on.
Yes, and Alex Madera is not out of it yet. He will be moving down to the losers bracket to face off against the winner of our next matchup.
Yeah, Cindy moving on to top 4 though. What a run that she's had. Did you want to talk a little bit about some of the opponents that she's been facing here?
Yeah, so Cindy, excuse me, originally faced off against Fion, Lyle Jeff, Scrapping
You can say
and
get beamed.
Daxu in rounds 1 through 4 of the winners bracket.
That's not an easy path feed.
Hey, Dale
It's not an
Diamond.
easy
Thank
path
you.
at all. Alex Madera was facing off against round 1, a shady equation.
Incredible battler.
Incredible battler. Gecko 168, Dilap, and
So Alex actually came here with he didn't have anybody in the audience to support him. I kind of felt a little bad. His wife is pregnant at home, so she was watching
Knowing
at
that
home.
you've made it through Dilap, making it through FreakyBot, as well as a shady equation. Those are
He was
some of
a
the
very nice
strongest
guy.
competitors in this tournament. So you have to be very impressed with that path to the finals here.
Yes, and
the semis rather.
And both of those trainers who did lose to Alex Madera will get a chance at
So
redemption in the
so he got to he was from the winner's side, so he gets a chance to win his next one.
Gonna see a battler stay in.
So he
with
played
a
Dilap,
Pokemon
obviously.
that has
Dilap
that
knocked him out.
Okay. With that being said,
Then I
Base
guess I
series
had
is
a
a
lot of
best
time. Okay, here we
team
go.
on just-
So this is
welcome back everyone to the Vancouver
Oh,
Regional Championship.
this is a tough
If you
one
were
too.
following along with our trivia, you just saw that question on the screen into these profiles. So
Is to purify those Pokemon, versatile Pokemon, by giving
10 additional attack. With that being said, we have Cindy. What do you think about this matchup here? This is going to be one for the ages.
So
and we
I
saw
was
both
the
of these
Group
trainers just
B
come blazing out of the
finalist,
gates here.
and 16
Six
Hero
man
was the
able to
winner
take
of
out
Group
Wells Control
A.
in the previous
So we
match
had
that
to
you
play
live
best
casted,
of
and then watching
5
Cindy go,
in this
up
one.
against Alex Madera. I mean, those were
So
some
Alex was
stone cold
from
bait calls that she had
originally
made.
from
And, you know,
Mexico.
I think she
He
just took the wind out of it
resides
because,
in
you know, at the end of that match, I think Alex
Canada
looked a
and
little bit
BC.
defeated, and Cindy
He
able to
married
take
a
very clean 2-0
he married a
You
Canadian.
said Stone Cold.
So
I do
we were
remember there
talking
icicle
about,
spear
like,
baits, so I do
my
see the
my
ice play there as well, as we slide down
resident
to our secondary
application
bracket, the
stuff.
loser semis,
Like
Dilap Chung versus
I'm
Wild
also
Susan Doyle.
non-Canadian, right?
Both of these trainers, Mark, I feel like
He went through the
either
same
one of them
process
is
I
poised
did.
to win this matchup and challenge in the losers finals whoever loses that matchup between
was
Cindy
cool.
and 610 Hero.
Yeah, absolutely. And taking a look at Dilap as well, playing very, very well in his previous match that he just wrapped up over here. I mean, able to kind of showboat a little bit, you know, caught a return on his Glare and Stun Fist. I think he was having a good time, and I think, you know, kind of loosened up a little bit after he realized that maybe he had a favorable composition, but his Alolan Ninetales could not be stopped. That
And honestly,
that was a tough one to watch.
Exactly right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's to come.
Okay,
Right now, we're going to take a look at our winners finals, which is
Here we go.
Cindy
Okay,
versus
so I'm on
610
the
Hero.
right
610 Hero
side.
on the left side. I think in the past matches, we've seen 610 on the right. Cindy is on the right side here as these trainers get queued up. It's important to mention these teams, right? Because there is a standout
It's
pick
going to
on
Worlds, going to
610
make the
Hero's
move to
team
Canada.
that we
So
can't talk enough
technically,
about. That is that Shadow
this
Polytoad.
was the
Absolutely.
only
And
regional
this
I
Shadow
could
Polytoad
attend,
has
and
done
I
so
had to
much
make it
work,
count.
and it's really important to kind of
I
rewind to
couldn't
yesterday.
leave
610
Canada.
Hero played against
I'm
Evan Salazar's.
our
What
lawyer
did he have on his
filed
team?
an extension
Shadow,
for
Kanto,
me
Ninetales,
to
and I
stay
think
under
610,
visitor
I think he's
visa.
feeling pretty comfortable coming into
So
this matchup because you have
I
one
don't
of
know
the
if
best
I can go to
answers
Worlds
right now
yet, but
to
King
Shadow
says
Kanto,
he's going to make
Ninetales.
it happen.
And,
We'll
you know,
see.
Cindy, of course, I think she's played really just about a core of maybe 3 or 4 for Pokemon. she does have Trevenant in her back pocket if she
Have I
chooses
even
to
used
bring it in
Medicham yet?
and
I don't.
neutralize this Politoed if she was expecting something like a Swampert
I
Politoed.
honestly
I think that
the
would be the appropriate answer here.
No, you're
Medicham
exactly right.
and
Sharing that
Trevenant were
Shadow Kanto
very
Ninetales there
underused
the
on
screen,
my
but the
team, but
Trevenant
I
might
had
be
to bring
key
out
here.
Trev for
A
his
lot of
team
teams of
because
610 Euro
that's
has
like my
faced do not have that
only
fast
hard
type,
counter
or
to
excuse me,
the
fast
to the
grass type
Politoed.
Pokemon like Trevenant. It's able to reach that seed bomb in
Like
just
Mana
5
Buzz
Shadow
works
Claws.
fine,
It can
but
really apply a lot of super effective damage.
since he
And
doesn't
then
run
we've seen
Blizzard,
Cindy manage
and I
that
knew
Mana
that
Buzz
from
as well.
the
I
battles
think
he
the
did before.
control, the handle she has on that
I
dark
made it
flying type
count.
Pokemon makes it difficult for
Move
opponents when it
World to
comes.
Canada.
Even in neutral matchups, for example, we saw just a few moments ago, she
Yeah.
brought it into that matchup versus the
Why Medi
Lickitung
over
and was able to get
Deoxys?
2
I
air
didn't.
slashes
Well,
and the
they're both
foul
weak to
play
Sableye,
seal up
but
that match against Alex
Medi
Madera because she
is.
recognizes Mandabuzz's combination of
Well, it
typing and
has
bulk allows it
more
to
of a.
survive
Since I run
those
Pup
fast
on it,
attacks. We're
I
getting
think it
queued up
has
here and ready
more
for our battles. Let's get some hype. Let's get some
play
energy going in the chat and in the crowd. It looks like we have our
against
Sableye
Dumbfist.
versus Shadow Kanto
Okay,
Ninetales.
so I
And
think
as
I lost the
expected right
fast
here,
move
City
here in
bringing
the
in the
beginning.
Trevenant
Did
just as a
I?
little bit of insurance starting off with the
But
But the dark flying type
well,
Pokemon flashed up here and ready.
and the Trevenant.
Battles. Let's get some hype. Let's get some
I
energy going
think
in the
I
chat
lost
and
the
in the
fast move in the
crowd.
beginning,
It looks
but
like we have our
see,
Sableye
like
versus Shadow Kanto
there you go.
Ninetales.
And
Yeah.
as expected right here,
Maybe
City
it's
bringing in the
desync, but I
Trevenant just as
definitely
a little
lost
bit of
something.
insurance starting off with the Kanto Ninetales. Very good situation for her because 610, you know, again, doesn't have the alignment that he wants. He really wants that Politoed to get on the
Yeah,
Kanto
Canada.
Ninetales.
No, absolutely right. We do see the Sableye.
It's
taking
World
the
in
first
London,
potential
Canada.
top board here for
Trent.
City. Now, this is a little bit different than the previous matches we've seen today because this series
That is funny.
a
Hey,
best
Evan.
of
I
5.
don't know.
So as we
It's
gather
like
information about the play styles, it will become more and more important as the series progresses. One Protect Shield there deployed on each side. CMP event, it looks like the
Trainer
Sableye
Rim.
might
I
get to
originally
go first
had
here.
And this is
Surfetch in
definitely gonna
place
hurt
of
a lot.
Medi.
You know, we talked about
That was my
Shadow
original
Pokemon
team.
deal more damage, but overall the
So
Shadow Pokemon are going to be taking a lot here. And very early on, it looks like we're going to have a situation
I
where
get to
City
meet
is going to
Papa
have more
Doze in
Protect Shields to
person if
deploy.
I go to
And I think
World,
610 is
so
kind of content by
that'd be
taking that
pretty
right
cool.
here. He doesn't know about the backline just yet, but having the Sableye over here,
Pin
the
zero.
Trevenant in the backline for
Well, I
City
guess
right here.
I
Probably can
guess
breathe a
hundreds
little,
of people
a
didn't
sigh,
realize
breathe a sigh of
either.
relief.
All right, well, I
Absolutely. We
left.
see the instant switch out there into the Trevenant. Now, this is still a little
Well,
bit tricky.
people said it
Trevenant
was
can apply some
stupid of
pressure
me
here with
to
the seed
go
bomb.
into the
It
heart
is
counter,
seed type
but
attack bonus, so the seed bombs will
but
start
I
to add up.
think
And Lickitung unable to deal super effective damage with anything outside of that fast attack lick.
And here with the Lickitung,
yeah. See,
now
like
you can see here with the shield advantage what the
Navani
Lickitung can really
said,
do here.
swapping into heart
This
counter.
Lickitung is going to come out with a lot of
It
energy
still
and kind of like
chunks.
the
These
preview here.
speed bombs still
You still have the
chunk.
Kanto Ninetales, you have the Mana Buzz in the back line, you're going to have the Shadow Politoed with the shield advantage because this Lickitung is going to soak up everything, and I still think this is going to be a pretty close matchup.
Jet
It
lag,
absolutely
yeah.
will. We see
The
the
jet lag
Trevenant
actually worked
getting to
out
the
very
third
well for
seed bomb
us.
here, and we know these Shadow
Going
Claws
to
are
Vancouver
resisted by
because
the normal
I usually
typing,
don't
so
wake up
really
until
relying
8.
on the
And
charge move pressure here,
I was awake
and
at
Lickitung
5.
does withstand it. Lickitung still very
He
comfortable.
got very
Oh my goodness,
greedy
it's going
on
to cap
the.
itself on energy, and it does. Throwing the power whip here, this will secure the
Well, not
knockout.
greedy, but an appropriate amount of energy.
And coming out of this matchup here, I think it's going to have a body
So.
slam, and I'm anticipating the Mana Buzz to kind of come in and
Is my
start soaking up
Medi
some
rank 1?
energy.
It is
Mana
rank
Buzz,
1.
very high stat product
It's like
here.
5,
Probably
15,
not so
15
worried
or
about some
something, or
body slams from
6,
Lickitung.
15,
This is
15.
interesting. Coming in with the Shadow
I
Kanto
I
Ninetales,
don't
making that
usually.
instant switch out into Mana
Yeah,
Buzz,
I
saving
don't
energy,
usually
counter swapping
build
into Politoed. Politoed
a
is capable
Pokemon
of
unless
running
it's
that
like
coverage
super
attack
high rank,
blizzard. We've seen
especially
Shadow
if the
Politoed a lot, and
XLs are
City knows
involved.
it has
I'm very
Earthquake.
stingy.
And that was kind of interesting to come in with the Shadow Kanto Ninetales right
Yeah,
there instead of the
RKOP.
Mana
I
Buzz.
was.
I think maybe City trying to hope to
I
fire
thought it
spin
was
down on the
okay,
Lickitung
but
before he can get to another charge move, but I do believe 610 banked a body slam before he did leave that matchup as well.
Exactly. We do see the Mana Buzz again without Protect
Oh,
Shields,
thanks,
but with
TSG.
superior bulk is going
Thank
to absorb
you.
a lot of these weather balls.
Good night.
This is the 3rd weather ball mark. I think we might see even 2 more. We might get to 5 weather balls in this matchup because those mud shots are resisted by that flying typing.
We talked a little bit
Yeah,
yesterday
Politoed
about
with
the
the
fast move
with the
skills for
nerf
these Mana Buzz
of
players. Are you
Weather
gonna go with
Ball
Snarl? Are you gonna go with Air
and
Slash?
so
Kind of the
many.
unfortunate part is with Protect Shields that are so low,
Um,
Mana Buzz has to work a lot harder to get to those charge moves. It does take more Air Slashes to get to your charge moves, and it's kind of unclear right now, but it looks like
Live this?
it looks like 610 able to
Did I
reach
live this?
the next Weather Ball. I've lost count of how many they are. This might be knocking out the Mana Buzz.
I don't believe it does. Mana Buzz
Mana
hanging
Buzz
on.
surviving,
Mana
and-
Buzz
Oh, and
soak.
the
You
switch,
see,
the air slash is
I
transferred onto that Pokemon. Here comes a
And
foul
what
play.
a play right there. there.
Oh my
Able to
goodness.
save a little bit of health right there. Unfortunately, the Lickitung with that body slam energy does go down. And
Oh,
right now,
making the switch. Oh,
And Kanto
resisted.
See, I
Ninetales
didn't
able to
realize how
come
much
in
energy
and fire
on
spin down
the
Polytoad. That
Lickitung
was
he had
incredibly close.
Resist it or not, Shadow Kanto Ninetales is
until I
so
watched the
fierce on
stream.
the field.
So can we
I didn't
confirm Shadow
realize
Kanto Ninetales
that
is a Polytoad
was
opponent?
that I would have lost if he didn't do
Um,
that.
Yeah,
I
I
would say so.
think a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, getting
I
the
didn't
air
realize
slash
that.
damage transferred over to the Polytoad right there. Had the
Oh, it was so
Lickitung
nice to meet
not
you,
have taken
Telegraph
that air
Train.
slash damage,
We
maybe
traded a
could have
little
thrown the
bit
body
at
slam,
dinner.
taken out
It was
the
very
Mandibuzz.
nice.
We'd see a different
Even though
matchup here
none of
altogether.
the
Now, this is
stuff
a good
traded
moment to
were
pause and
very
again,
exciting.
reinforce this idea.
Turned out really well.
This is a best of 5 series because we
Yeah,
are in the winners
Shadow Polytoad
finals.
worked
Traditionally,
pretty
Cindy
well
would
for
only need
him.
to win one more battle. However,
And like
because she's
Chaz
at this
had
stage, at near the peak of the mountain,
Toxicroak and
as
Jamar
I might
had
say, she needs to win 2 more
Noctowl.
games.
Like
So 16
all
here
of
does have
these,
a bit of
all
flexibility,
everybody had their
being able to
unique
lose
spin
one more
on
match
the
and
meta
still be
team,
in this
right?
series.
Yeah, and I think based on the previous match,
Like
610,
someone
I
was
think he can
telling
still be,
or on
still
Twitter
be
was
pretty
saying
calm about this
that
because he did gather some
one
additional
Pokemon
energy,
doesn't make it
did gather
spice,
some
but
additional
it's your own
information right
spin
there.
on it.
And he is able to see, well, Cindy
Yeah.
is bringing the Trevenant, so she is worried about the Polytoad. She's making a very Kanto Ninetales focused team composition. She's using Mandibuzz as her safe swap. It's not
Except
information
you,
that you can
Dylan.
take back because I think he was on the right track
Whatever.
with this team composition, though.
Whatever.
Choosing to make it more Polytoad centric.
Your team was
because
kind of.
that is going to be the
It's
MVP
your
here
own
against
too.
So many of her Pokemon.
Oh my goodness, and it looks like we have a dominant lead on one
Ooh, a
side.
shiny
and a very bad
Magnemite.
lead for another
Nice.
trainer.
Aw,
Alola Ninetales
thank
meets
you.
Mandibuzz on the field. A counter swap here into Shadow Kanto
Okay,
Ninetales,
well,
met
here we
by
go.
the
Here's my
Polytoad.
Hail
And
Mary
what a great
here.
call from 610 here, kind of sensing the Mandibuzz's importance, brings in the Alola Ninetales, which we haven't seen him use a whole lot in this whole tournament.
Exactly right. It's a very risky proposition.
So
as
I
well
lost
because Cindy
lead
does have
here.
Not only Shadow Kanto Ninetales, but the Registeel. Can she get to the attack? Oh my goodness, does 610 Hero decide to shield this?
And I
This
think
was
if he
pretty
senses it,
crazy.
and if he's been counting on it, oh, he is going to opt to let it go. And unfortunately, even Shadow to Shadow right there, Polytoad's still able to resist that overheat right there. And it looks like 610, he's able to lock up switch advantage for himself right there, but does leave a sliver of health here to potentially be farmed down.
And as we look at these back lines, the switch advantage would have been so critical here, so profound for both trainers. We see
He has
the
so much
Polytoad
energy.
deploying this
I
charge
just
attack
didn't think
here.
I can lock
Cindy
on
knowing
tail.
it's a weather ball.
And
there, takes
I-
a moment to collect herself. Let's see if we get to another weather ball. No.
If he
Mandibuzz
went
silences
right
it, but it
away.
needs
Oh,
to
he
switch
did
out. It
go
needs to
right away. Okay,
escape
okay. I took a charm
so
here.
much damage reaches for Registeel, and the counter swap
And
into Sableye.
And this
Force
is gonna be an
I
interesting
play
matchup
so
because
many
both these Pokemon are gonna
force
be stuck
shields
here for a
still
little
up
bit. Cindy going
scenario
directly for
in
the
this
Zacian,
tourney
of
because
course,
I'm
don't
just
wanna
really
go for
stingy with my
Focus Blast
shields, I
because they do
guess.
some Dark type.
Until I play
As
Dialab,
going for
then
the
I was.
Zacian in here and starting to chip away at and lowering the attack stages for the Sableye, it might buy enough time to get
This
the
is
mana
why
back
Reggie
in there
is
and going.
dumb.
In this case, Registeel has to be her MVP. You can see her shielding up the foul plays very early on because that Shadow Claw damage does add up on Registeel, even if Registeel we see it as a tank sometimes.
Exactly right.
Oh,
You have to
bye,
have
take
that
a tail.
future sight, if I may,
Have a
to
good
see
night.
that
Thank
these
you.
charge attacks will do less and less damage after these.
So I knew I didn't need to shield anything from Ninetale, so I used all my
I wanted
shields.
to mention the switch timers are very closely aligned. That Mandibuzz may only be able to get onto the field for a couple of seconds before that Alola Ninetales.
Maybe I should have just stayed in when he switched, because
And I do think that for 610, he does have to be very careful here because I think Cindy is probably going to try to catch a move at some point in this matchup because
I
her
definitely
goal, I
didn't
think, is
catch.
to land a Zacian
Hey,
if possible,
Panic!
and then draw the Alola Ninetales back out with the
Thank
Mandibuzz so
you.
you can kind of
Thanks,
build up
Jordan.
energy and farm the Alola Ninetales
I
down. But
I should have stayed in,
look at
but I
Registeel.
wasn't
These
sure
Zacian.
if
Is this enough to KO?
I think it's gonna be
I don't
close.
know.
I think that
I don't know, I
Purified
just-
Sableye might just
you know,
have enough
people
stat
do
power to
the
outlive this, but
auto switch
my
kind of
God.
thing. I wanted to. I don't.
Cindy goes into the
I was
Mandibuzz,
so
though.
dumb.
Is this a mistake? She's going to go ahead and
Yeah.
throw an aerial ace.
It's probably a
I
mistake.
think the Registeel is actually healthy enough that it might survive some charge attacks from this Alola Ninetales.
I think the challenge here becomes, okay, we do see a little bit of discrepancy there. I think the challenge here
Okay,
becomes
so
once
the
this
damage still
Alola
applied.
Ninetales
It was
defeats
just
the
a little.
Mandibuzz. Okay, it looks like we're catching up here. Once the Alola Ninetales defeats the Mandibuzz, it is going to have some additional charge attack energy, but it looks like throwing the Weather Ball here, forcing it to expend some energy. Okay, I see some wandering eyes on the stage, but we're still on track here. All right, here we see the Registeel come out. It needs to do a lot of work here. Can it get to the Focus Blast and survive this
And
onslaught
I
from
think it's
Alola
going to be able to
Ninetales?
outpace it right there because it should be able to live this Weather Ball, but it is going to be very, very close. The Sableye still has some health here, and unfortunately, Lock-On only does 1 damage.
Oh my
Sableye.
goodness. trying to hold on, gets to the focus blast. It's so
Oh,
critical
I took
because
a
you don't want to
charm,
take another charm. This is going to
but I
come down
KO'd
to
it, so the
fast
charm
attacks.
didn't
Reggie still
apply,
needs to
I
hang on
think.
through 1 or potentially 2 Shadow Claws. Here comes the focus blast. Here comes the
Then-
Sableye. Can Reggie hang on?
And we lock
Oh
him
my
down.
goodness!
Able to lock
It
it
was
down.
crazy.
Reggie Steele standing strong, bends but does not break.
And that is absolutely crazy right there. We talked about Lock-On dealing only 1 damage to these ghost types, but still, Reg's still able to hang on. And again, I think the Zap Cannon really helps it in that 2-shield matchup, extended matchup right there. At the very end, I think Sableye just gonna run out of gas.
Trent. Yeah, I saw him
Sableye
with
did
his
indeed run out of
hand
gas.
up.
Unable to really take advantage here.
But-
And now we can feel the pressure shift onto 610 Hero's side. Down 0-2. Cindy needs 1 win here.
Dialab,
and
did
610
you
Hero
watch
needs to
anybody
win
else's
3 straight, but I have to say, Mark, we've
battles
seen
on
it
your
before.
stream, or did you
We
just watch
have. We've
yours?
seen some very interesting comebacks that have happened in this tournament so far. 610 though, making a good call last game, choosing the Alolan Ninetales, which is something that he hasn't really pulled out in this tournament yet. Being able to
Sorry.
catch some
Yeah, just
favorable
yours?
leads right there,
Okay.
but it looks like through some
Eventually,
crazy
I want to go
management
back and watch
eventually,
everyone
you know,
else's.
even with picks
Because
like
the
Alolan
first
Ninetales,
half, I didn't
you're
watch
not gonna be,
anybody
you're not gonna be able
else's.
to damage the Registeel enough.
I watched
to
it
be able to
live,
cross over
but
the finish line.
nothing with
So,
the
still, I think Cindy,
commentary
at the
or
very
reading
end,
chat.
that Zap Cannon on Registeel, very deadly.
Absolutely, and this is a very interesting challenge here for 610 Hero. We saw a lot of dominating.
Where's
2-0
King? Okay,
wins
yeah, we're almost
for
there.
610 as they made their way through the bracket yesterday, but now being down 0-2, getting a great lead, getting a great swap, it's still not
King's
enough to overcome.
Didn't
Cindy
work,
here.
but he's almost. Yeah.
It's going to be very tricky to see how these trainers adjust. And again, this is a best
So
of
what does
5.
the
Cindy
judge
is
do?
1
So like,
win
if we
away. 610
raise our
Hero needs to
hand,
win
or
3 games straight.
like, I think
And I
if
think going into
we
this match too, I think
lag
she's
in the
gonna be a little more
beginning,
conscious
we would say
about
something
where the
into our
Mandibuzz
mic and
alignment is really
say,
gonna be. Doesn't want to run into the same problem as last game,
and we
but
say maybe
you
we
can
need to
see the
start
Mandibuzz
over
still
or
providing a
something.
lot of value.
Absolutely. It looks like our trainers are
And
getting
just to
locked
make
in.
sure that
You
we're
wanna
not
take those extra
probably
few
not
moments, maybe
peeking
play out a
or
few scenarios in
cheating
your
or
mind. You want to get comfortable,
I
you
don't
want to
know.
relax, you want to take a deep breath and
Hey,
be
Shiny Hunter
ready
LA.
for action. Looks like we are almost ready to go. This is going to be very interesting. Game 3 could be decisive. Great
Okay,
lead for
well,
610 Hero.
it's
Counterclock into the
terrible lead
Mandibuzz
for me,
here.
but
And
luckily
610
he
Hero
didn't bring
selecting a team
his
composition that is
A9.
somewhat weak to this Mandibuzz here, so I think
Lucky,
he is
I think
forced to
my
stay
Reggie
in, so
scared
it does
the
look
A9
like
away
his backline
on the
is,
on
you know,
the
it's still
second
pretty
game.
versatile, able to deal with the Kanto Ninetales down the road, but really needs to get
But
this
he had to stay
Mandibuzz
in, right?
out.
Mandibuzz is so tough. We saw it just outlast a lot of Pokemon here, not only today, but also yesterday as Cindy worked her way through the group stage. We do see a Weather Ball get deployed here. Again, not fearing the Blizzard, being aware that it's not in the Politoed's toolkit in this series.
They should lower the mic
And
value.
Politoed still, despite being in the shadow form here, going to take the foul play here, gets it into the yellow, but is still going to be able to continue firing back here. The air
Dialab,
slash is
I had an
adding up
opponent
here, though, so he does
that I
choose to
played
bank
off
a
stream
move
who
and
would
instead
curse
catch a foul play on the
right in
Madera.
front of
This is
me.
a very interesting
It was a
play here
little
because
uncomfortable.
I think it really constrains 6
It was very uncomfortable.
You have the Weather Ball on the Politoed, but you've lost alignment now.
And I'll tell you what, you can see her.
I've
reaching
never
forward on the right side of
done
the screen.
in-person
Cindy choosing
tournament
to come in with
before.
the
I don't know if
Trevenant.
you have or
Trevenant's
not,
main job was to
but
defeat the Politoed, but guess what? It's going to settle for a
that
Medicham
was-
here.
And Trevenant getting
It just
a
caught me off
ton of
guard,
value
I
right
guess.
here. I think 610 in his
I just
situation,
assumed
you know,
everybody
doesn't
would
know
be,
Trevenant is there, but
like,
still able to
silent.
fight back with a psychic though.
That is so much damage from that Power-Up Punch boosted Psychic. We see forcing the CMP tie as well. Trevenant with a higher attack set will go first.
Oh, what was the
Cindy says,
refund?
"Enough
People
of
say
that. I
refund?
want this Medicham
What was
off
that?
the field."
And with this
There was a
switch
refund?
and
Hold
this
up.
first timer not being up yet, Sableye has a really good
Hold
chance
up.
to come in here from 610's side.
Go.
Did
Still
I
able
had
to
a
cover
refund?
Politoed, but
I'm
you've lost
confused.
alignment
Okay,
now.
hold on.
And I'll tell you what, you can see her reaching forward on the right side of the screen. Cindy choosing to come in with the Trevenant.
610.
What was the refund?
And Politoed still, despite being in the shadow form here, going to take the foul play here, gets it into the yellow, but is still going to be able to continue firing
Tap
back
the
here.
pup? Okay,
the
hold
air
on.
slashes are
Let me
gonna be
see.
adding up here though, so he does choose to bank a move and
Okay,
instead
so he
catch
caught
a
the foul
on the
play.
Medicham. This is a very interesting play here because I think it really constrains 610's options. You have the Weather Ball on the Politoed, but you've lost alignment now.
And I'll tell you what, you can see her reaching forward on the right side of the screen. Cindy choosing to come in with the
I
Trevenant.
don't think he
Trevenant's
tapped
main
the-
job was to defeat
he
the
tap?
Politoed, but guess what?
I don't
It's
know
gonna
if he
settle for a
tapped it.
Medicham here.
And Trevenant getting a
Yeah, I
ton
don't
of
think
value
so.
right here. I think 610 in his situation, you know, he doesn't know that the Trevenant is there, but still able to fight back with a Psychic though.
That is so much damage from that
Maybe I
power
should have
punch
farmed
booster
down.
psychic. We
Like
see
I can take a
forcing the
pup.
CMP tie
I
as
don't know.
well. Trevenant with a higher attack set
Why
will
do
go
I have a
first.
thick
Cindy says,
dot when I
enough of
tap?
that. I want this
So
Meta Champ off the
they
field.
And with this
enable
switch
the
and the switch
touch.
timer not being up yet,
See
Sableye
like
has a really good chance to come
see
in
like
from
on
610
screen. You can
side.
see he's
You know,
tapping with
probably
3
maybe to
fingers.
invest
Do you
a
see that?
protect shield, but
He's
there
tapping.
is
He
the
has 3
shadow wall from the
dots.
Trevenant.
So each
It looks like
touch point
Sableye should
shows
be
up
getting that on the energy right there. Almost didn't think the 610 was going to
on the
shield
film.
right there. But now you have a Sableye with a lot of energy,
Yeah, he
and
definitely
your
taps with 3
Mandibush,
fingers.
unfortunately, it's still in the yellow, and it can still handle it, but Cindy opting to bring in the Kanto
So I've
Ninetales
got
instead
2
to get
shields for
out some
this.
energy.
I love the awareness here as well, recognizing that Shadow Polytoad is still a threat on that backline for 610 Hero. Wants to send out this Shadow Kanto Ninetales.
There's
Keep
definitely
it
a lot of
away from the
different
pure water
tapping
type and deal
techniques
some
that we
neutral damage here
saw.
to the Sableye. Looks like forcing
I'm
a
a
CMP
single
event as well. Cindy really trying to
finger
play it well
tapper.
here, and we do see a foul play come through first.
And a key thing
Piano
right here
style
is that
tapper.
because 610 Hero let his Metacham faint, he
Okay,
has an opportunity right here
so
to
there's my
potentially
CMP.
go for the combo play after this charge move priority event here. Does Sendy sense that it's going to be coming out though from the Polytoad?
Does she anticipate it?
And he lets it go.
Oh my goodness, she anticipates it, makes the switch, but 2 weather balls are loaded and ready to go. This match isn't over.
And unfortunately though for 610, letting that go, the Polytoad, like I said, the air slashes were going to be adding up. I don't think this weather ball is going to be KOing, and it looks like
he's forced to throw both of the charge attacks. Now the question becomes, we've seen Shadow Kanto Ninetales defeat Polytoad before. Can it do it again? Can Lightning strike twice?
And I don't know if
Kanto
it's gonna happen, but
Ninetales!
oh my goodness, the Kanto Ninetales in 2 games in this match, able to fire spin down the Shadow Polytoad.
Okay.
My gosh, we do see the
Do you want to get a dial-up up here?
burning through the competition. Wow.
And that really shocked me at the very end right there. I really expected the
dial-up, you want to
potential
send
get
me
the
a
throw onto the
message on
Sableye.
Discord?
I feel like it was
Oh,
the
there you
safer
go.
play, and,
There he
and
is.
maybe 610 lost track of how much health that this Shadow Polytoad had, because I
Okay.
think it was very risky right there.
That's
Your
okay.
camera's okay. Your other camera's on. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Oops. Hey, dial-up.
Okay.
Oh, can I hear you?
Yeah.
Hold on. I can't hear you for some reason. Give me a second. Let me know if you can hear me. Do the second Jabra. The heads. Yeah, let's try that. Can you hear me? Oh, actually, I don't know if that's the one. Okay, just unplug this thing. That's a wireless one.
Hello, hello.
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 Hello. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll put your face on here. Give me a second. We'll capture your face.
Are you in Toronto or Vancouver still?
Huh?
You guys in Toronto or Vancouver still?
We got back this morning.
Oh.
Yeah,
May I wear my medal too?
What? Nice. Yeah, we'll put in like. Yeah, we'll make it nice and pretty.
Oh, I'm already on stream. What?
Woo! You're on stream.
Okay. Oh, you guys see the stream.
Are you able to see? Oh, we'll share the screen so you can watch.
Yeah. Cause it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
like watch on Twitch as well.
Let me
Thank
know if you can
you.
hear too. Can you hear this? Well, you can't hear the stream yet. But
Yeah, I have to play it first.
your face is on there. Okay. Yeah. Let me just play a little bit.
Guys,
Knockout Panda says Eddie looking handsome. Chibi
Thank
Chudo
you.
says, "Oh my gosh, so hot."
Who's that?
Chibi Chudos.
Oh, talking about you, right?
So
Thinking.
kawaii, right? All right.
All right, play it.
Dialab was definitely the chattiest person I've met at the. Okay, aside from Kevin.
Okay, so I remember like you were like sitting by yourself at the
Oh.
beginning, like you were like with Scrap and Pete, and
Yeah.
then like left you, and then so I better talk to Cindy. She's by herself. So I thought it was a little poetic that it would be us at the beginning and then us at the end. So I like that.
You had your Alberta group here.
Yeah, and I was I better talk to Cindy. She's a
Aw.
little lonely.
Yeah. Hey, Huntress, thank you. All right, let's play it. Well, I'll play a little bit of this, and then let me know if you can hear well.
Here,
Hear
we
okay?
saw the air slashes chip
Yeah,
away
yeah,
at it
I can hear it.
already.
Hear
I
okay?
think you really needed
Yeah.
that Sableye
Okay,
to
so
be ready to go
we'll
because
do.
my thought right there was one.
Come on. Do you want it late game?
Do you want to
when
watch
shields are
your
down so you
game
can potentially
versus?
No,
land
no, no.
a
I already watched it.
You know,
I
tell
already
us
watched it.
Okay.
I watched
kind of
everything up until the grand finals.
Scenario,
Okay.
especially
Well,
with
Starting.
welcome
Niantic.
to
Trevenant
Dialab
in his
fan.
back pocket.
Honestly, okay.
Looks like we have the matchup.
I didn't know who to cheer for. I don't know
Oh,
if I wanted a rematch with Six and Hero or play you. I was secretly rooting for you because I didn't
yeah.
want a rematch. I didn't want a rematch with the Polytoad.
The thing is, like when you like say because you beat him, right?
Yeah, but
And he has time to like
there-
reflect on the battle,
yeah, definitely.
right?
Yeah.
And then he would like know how to be used. Like for example, right? Like it could happen, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand where you're coming from,
Yeah.
and also because he has a water type. So.
Exactly. And okay, well, let's see. Let me just get to the battles here. You were okay, so King and I were talking. We said
Yeah.
you were the inadequacies of Canada.
Well, okay. But I made it farther than in categories, didn't I?
Chat is okay. Yeah, yes, you did. Um, can we move Dialab's video next to me? Okay, okay.
Oh,
How do I
a little bit too
do?
close.
They want me to move
Oh,
Dialab's
because
because
I
you're covering chat, I think, or
oh
something.
no,
Or...
I think it's because we're so far away.
Okay, there we go.
We're
There we
so
go.
far away on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It is good.
Okay. How's
Okay,
that? Oh, Kevin's here. Am my
hi,
camera frozen?
Kevin.
No, I think we're good, right? Oh, is Eddie's we're good? All
Hello, hello.
right. All right. Do you consent for YouTube usage being on the stream?
Yeah, sure. Huh? I consent.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm sure King's gonna do like a little recap thing anyway. All
Oh,
right.
I'm frozen. That's
Oh,
the thing.
you are? Okay, shoot. King.
Technical difficulties. King. I
Okay.
didn't know. I didn't know King was actually his first name.
Oh, for real? I guess
Yeah.
you didn't know Ivy is gonna be my future last name.
No way.
You didn't know? Wait, you didn't know?
No. Is Ivy actually his last name? Like just
Yes.
Ivy,
Yes,
or is it like
just
shortened for something?
just Ivy.
I thought it was IV because for like IVs.
No, just Ivy.
I thought it was. I thought that was why. I
No,
thought that was why.
just Ivy. Okay, how's hold up. How's this? Video's gone now? Video's good now.
Goo- I'm
Google?
like frozen every like 2 seconds, or like when you
Okay.
said when you click out of it or something.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Hold on. Chibi Chudos thought it was King the Fourth. Well,
King the fourth. The fourth. That's pretty funny.
oh my gosh, King, I need help. Eddie's frozen.
Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
We should have had a karaoke night. We sh-
Here I stand. Okay. Someone's saying every time you click out of like Discord or something that I'm frozen.
okay, how about? Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're trying to figure this out. It needs to not be using under another window. Okay. Fog getting muted kind of fast. Did you see what Trent put?
Yeah. I'm, I mean, there's a compliment to me, right? Because my voice is so good, so comparable to the actual singer.
Okay, you have now unfrozen. You're about to be
Thank
melted.
you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that's good.
How about we just go on the mod one on here? Just go to Twitch. Oh, okay. What? Well, I want to reach at though. Okay. Okay. It's too complicated. Okay, fine. All right. All right, I'll reach out my phone. Okay, you got chat up, dial up. Let's go.
Yeah, I got chat up now.
Yep, ready.
Just a couple
Let's go.
fast moves. Game number
Okay.
5 determined significantly by alignment, but that middle matchup when we saw the Licky Tongue versus the Galarian Stunfisk, you could see 610 Hero trying to pull out
Tails ice typing.
All right, I guess we
All right.
hear. Did you
Well,
hear
I
any
know
of the
it needs some time to
commentaries
set up
for
here.
yours?
We've been seeing so much dial-up.
Like
Just a couple
like
of
the
before we play?
caster? Yeah, like the
Make sure that he's
casters
up
talking.
No, not at all.
Yeah, me neither.
He's gonna be
You wanna
facing off against Sonia
watch a little bit?
quickly, but
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
see
of
a little
course.
bit
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, of
things
course.
that we have to look forward to in season 11 of Go Battle League.
Yes, let's see what Niantic has in store for us.
So
Did
I
you
think one of the
clickbait your
things that we
title
look forward to
today?
most in the next season
What was
Today?
your
of
title?
Go is going to be the guaranteed XL trades.
They put
Now, XL candy from
Vancouver
trades,
Regionals
and
recap.
trades are a very
Oh,
common way for you to
Something like that.
work numbers,
okay.
stat plots,
Everyone knows I
and
got
try
top
and get that
like
one
seconds.
Okay.
optimized for your battle
But you
experience.
like if you're
Now,
champion,
we
you can
do
put
get
champion
an
for sure.
XL
You can
No,
single
I don't. I don't.
Like,
I don't.
it's weird to put like runner up, and it was gonna be too long if I put like too many words.
Friend to meet up with, do those distance trades, but actually,
All
if you
right,
don't
so
even
we're
distance
both
anymore, yeah,
obviously guaranteed for
don't need to be
Worlds. How did you
100
feel?
kilometers
Yeah.
away from your friends. You can be really close to your friends
How did you
and
feel?
maybe sitting
I
at
forgot
a
about that.
table
I just like
next to them.
That's right. That's right.
I wasn't
We've- in this last week of the
like
interlude season,
I
we've
wasn't
been
like
able to see
there
some of
to
the new
celebrate
Pokemon
yet,
like
but
Araquanid,
Yeah.
you know,
start to
like
shape
because
the
I got
meta. We're
second,
seeing it at
but
the
I
moment
got at
for
least
sure.
second. So
Yeah, but we at least got money,
This
right?
season
oh,
of Go
well, you get
Battle
money
League,
for
some of
third
those
or
new
fourth.
Pokemon like
Yeah,
Araquanid,
yeah.
who knows, we might have even more.
So
Hey, thanks,
um,
Safi.
Of XLs, we do
so
have an
like I
event
wasn't
coming up in
like
the
in
future
the
where you'll
in the
have an
celebratory
opportunity
mood
to
yet.
get some
Yeah.
XLs
I had one
or
more
one
battle.
of Wholesome's
Well,
favorite
I was
One
just
last
What
dance.
Pokemon is
I was
We're
just
gonna be
gunning for
seeing
the
the
shirt,
Go
the
Battle,
in-game
sorry,
shirt.
Go Battle Day for
Oh yeah,
Yankee.
do you
Yeah.
get a shirt if you're
The
second? No
evolved
way.
Primate to get
I
access to
don't.
the
I don't
Legacy
know.
Move
I'm not
cross
sure.
shop, but there's gonna be
I'm
I don't
not
think so.
sure.
spawning all over the
Because
place, and
Iomeru
I'm
would have
looking
posted, I
forward
think.
to
If
catching
you got a
Yeah,
shirt.
catch these,
maybe.
build those XLs.
You're
Some
gunning for
people
the
say, okay, I
in-game
wanna
shirt.
run
Yeah.
Not
Well,
even
an
like the
XL
travel
Pokemon. That makes a
award,
lot of sense, I will
because
say
because
that.
I was
You know what I'm
I was
looking
gunning for
for?
mostly the travel award.
Main
Because
well, I
Which
told
means
you I
Cap's
couldn't
at
really
about
go
13:30.
anyway,
We'll do the
right?
first
no,
day
but
of one
he
of
said
the
he will make it happen.
Yeah,
You know
we'll
what we
see.
see right now in the stadium? We're hearing a
Because
school
because the
of
travel
wailers
award is like
outside. Hope you
so much
enjoyed that
like
show.
more
I
than the
love to hear
prize
a good
pool.
wailer
Yeah.
cry.
We did some investigation for some of you that were watching yesterday.
Well, a
Yeah.
thousand USD is like a 2 million Canadians, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. 2 million Canadian pesos. Okay.
Yeah, speaking of yesterday, we got to go out for dinner. We
Oh
had
yeah,
some
I dropped my
really
pen.
nice Japanese traditional food.
You didn't
and
take
shoes
any
off.
notes,
You
right?
took
Did
your
you
shoes-
take
I
any
took my
notes?
shoes off. And,
Did you
we
take
did
notes
some
of the
I
comp?
wrote
did
two
a
things down, like
with
two of your
a
teams
low
that you
French
played
fry
already
friend.
down,
Yeah.
Try to get a
and
Tapu
like
Fini
nothing
that
else.
was under the
Okay.
1500 CP cap for Great League.
Eligible for the Great League.
The prize
Unfortunately
pool is
for
pretty
me,
bad compared
I
to the
was
travel.
unlucky
Well, yeah.
enough to get it to turn into a lucky Tapu
CAD
Fini trade,
feels
but
bad, man.
The unlucky lucky trade.
That's the unlucky lucky.
That's unfortunate, Pete. I also did a special trade as
Oh,
well.
I
By the
see
way, that
Hook
brings
on
me to our
Phonics
next season
found
and
our
the season
stream.
go, an extra special trade per
Because
day.
I remember
Yes,
they
that
asked
is
if
2
I
trades per
streamed.
day. You can get
Yeah.
twice the
Cool.
chance to get that great
Nice,
League
nice.
Tapu Fini.
I still need
Nice.
Tapu Fini. Someone come find me after the event. I need a Tapu Fini, please.
Oh,
Alright,
hope
speaking of another Pokemon
Wholesome
that's
got
been
his Tapu
around
Fini.
for the past few days. We've been in this event lately. The
I was
Alolan
exhausted. I know you were
Marowak,
exhausted
where
because
you're
you had
able
to play
evolve
back to
to
back.
standard
Yeah, I
Canadian
really
Evo
didn't like
Yeah,
that.
and you didn't
I wanna
you
talk
didn't really
about,
have time to
the
like
number of
prep for my
things
team,
that
right?
you
How
can
much
do
prep did you
with
do the day
those
before? The
Marowaks.
night
So
before?
you can get
I
a
prepped for
exclusive move
Freaky
during
Bot
this event for
9,
Shadow
Yeah.
Ball.
and then I like
Additionally, another
briefly
solid
looked
move for
for
that
Alex
Alolan Marowak
Okay.
is
to
Shadow
know
Ball.
Yeah.
If you wanted to
how to beat him,
evolve multiple,
because he
you
was
can
the one
have
that beat
one
me.
with Shadow
Yeah.
Ball,
And then everybody
you can
else,
have
I
one with
just
Shadow
like
Ball, both in
had
their
like
Shadow and their
like
standard
Like an
variants.
idea of
Additionally,
what their
yeah,
what
good
their
idea.
MVP was,
Because
right?
at least I know like what their all
Yeah,
their
so
movesets
Shadow
are, right?
Bone
So,
is
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit
We all
cheaper
knew
of
that.
a
like
trade,
I didn't do
costs
any
a
like
little
work
bit,
on like
little bit less energy, but
tendency
also does a
or
little bit
anything
less
because
damage. It
like I
does
go home at like
have the
11
possibility
p.m.
of
Yeah.
your opposing Pokemon's defense.
Or
We've
got
seen
not
that
go
time
we're
and time
go
again
back to the
with
hotel. Now we're
with the
home.
Psychic
But
from time to time, along with Poison Fang, being able to get that defense
Who do
coverage
you
is very
think stands a
critical for
better
turning this
chance
type of a
versus the
battle.
current
Remember,
meta?
we're gonna be a
XL
team matchup.
Azu or Tapu
Yes, and
Fini?
you can't forget about being able
Is
to
one of the
purify
questions in
your
chat
Mm.
by
Marowaks in order
Pinarim?
to get
oh,
return, in order to make sure that your Pokemon has
XL
return
Azu
at the
for
end
sure.
Okay,
of
My
your
my
yeah.
preparation
my
process.
team is
You do need to evolve
my team's
your
like not weak to
Shadow
as like XL
Cubo
Azu, but you can like
into a
safely
Shadow
you can
Marowak
safely
and
safe swap
then
Azu, but like
purify
you
in
Yeah.
safe
order
swap
to
Azu, like you
retain
do pretty good
Return.
against my
Wanna
whole
make sure you
team,
follow instructions
except
right.
for
Otherwise,
Trevenant,
you
and
will
then
have a bad time.
Like, say you want to bait out a Trevenant, you just Ice Beam it once, and then you just take it
Yeah.
out, lead, and then
See,
and
we
then
all
you.
just kind of scrim for our first opponent and just kind of win from there. Like, if we go far, we YOLO it, right? Kevin said he only scrimmed for J
Support.
Mars. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
'cause-
want to
'cause
mention
We
that's
gotta
like
make it through there
Outlaw
first,
Shadow,
right?
and that
Yeah,
is
you
that
gotta take it
Shadow
one battle at a
units
time.
do
Like,
not
there's no way
affect
I'm
Trevenant's
scrimming
priority.
against your team
Their
like,
base
with somebody,
stacks
right?
are all
Like
Well,
on the day
so
before,
if you
unless I had like
play
a,
your Pokemon
I did
and
unless I
look
didn't
at their
sleep,
values
right?
and see what they
well,
are,
you had to
that is the
fight
only thing that matters.
two.
Whether
You have
it's a
to fight
Shadow
3 people
or
to
a
face me, right?
non-Shadow, doesn't matter.
No,
That's right. So,
I
for
think
instance, if we have a
three,
Rookie Team
two,
lined up
Freaky,
versus a
Freaky,
Swampert, whether it's
Freaky,
6'10"
Shadow,
hero,
Alex,
Shadow,
Alex,
Normal,
6'10"
no,
hero.
Wild
it's gonna
Susan
be
Boyle,
who's gonna be
and
having
then
that same
610
attack
Hero. I
stat
had to play
compared
4
to that
people
Oh
link
my
back to
attack
back.
stat
gosh.
that determines the target's priority.
See,
So that's
like
gonna really
you
come into
played
effect
more
on
battles
battle
than
two.
anybody
All
else.
right. Also,
Yeah.
it looks like
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
our trainers on stage. They are friending each other, and I have a question for you, my friend.
Hit me with the question, Phoebe.
That's what
As
happens
you,
when
You asked
you
me what my favorite
that's
evolution
what happens when
was.
you get dropped
What was
down
your
to
favorite
loser
evolution?
like early.
My favorite
So
evolution?
loser
You
bracket
yeah,
early.
mentioned Umbreon, I believe, right?
Yes.
But I had
I
a
know
good run,
Sylveon's a
so
great
you
one.
like
did,
from the
definitely did.
losers. So
And you stayed until like what is it,
Pokemon control.
5:30
My favorite
p.m. You were the
evolution
last
is
battle of
Eevee
the
or
day on day
Vaporeon. Probably one of
one,
the most compatible Pokemon when it comes to
right?
oh well, I went
lots of
home.
different
Like I
ways that
went
it's
back to the
available in.
hotel like
It's
at
not necessarily the strongest
like
Pokemon,
10,
but it actually has some interesting
and I just like
moves,
laid
especially
around
with the
for 2
addition
hours.
of
Yeah.
Came back.
Scald, which has a
So
chance
I
to, I
was
believe,
I was
drop
fine because like some other
both
people were like
attack
there
Did you know
since
that
9. They didn't leave
Vaporeon's
to
body
get
is
food
actually made
Yeah.
out of
and whatnot,
water?
and they were in Group B, right? So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good
I
tidbit there.
didn't
Interesting
I
tidbit.
didn't eat at
So
all
let's take a look at these
on
team
day
settings.
one
We
or
have
day
Cindy.
two.
Again, we've seen her
I
team
was
time and time
starving.
again.
like I was
With
starving
Shield,
after
Shadow
this
Walrein, Trevenant,
our fight
Mandibuzz,
here.
the Medicham, as
I
well
was
as
started.
the Shadow
starving.
Kanto Ninetales. That has really been the MVP. But we saw that Mandibuzz, if you recall, tank 5 Weather Balls from that Shadow Politoed. That is just the definition of bulk. It's just an incredible team. I think that it really defines the strength of that Kanto Ninetales.
What'd you think of the headset? Was this
Yeah, I cannot
was
wait
it
to
super
see more
foreign to
Kanto
you, or you
Ninetales
had
action.
experience with it?
That
The
decisive
headset,
decision from
like the what you mean the
Cindy
noise or
about
like
Yeah,
the
the
fast speech run.
noise.
You, of course, you have
I think the
multiple
headset
options,
was awesome.
Ember
It made
or Fire
it made me
Stick,
feel like I was
choose
in
to
like
go
a
for
room
Ember.
You know,
like
I
by
really,
myself,
Yeah.
I really like the Ember, able to
and like I
provide a
could
lot
not
of
hear the
fast move
like
pressure,
I
not
wouldn't
only
be able to hear the
fire
crowd
movement,
unless
but
they
it does
like
provide fast
cheered.
move pressure.
Well,
So
I
okay.
really like the
that'd
I
be good.
talking this,
When I
but so
look at
I
Okay.
was
the
facing
time
the
triangle
crowd, right?
specifically for
You were
Yeah.
facing away
I
from the
really like to
crowd,
lead with a
and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
so.
Pokemon. I think it provides a
It's
lot
not
of
that I
advantage
haven't
to
been on the
a
left side
five
before,
turn,
but I
two
can
turn, or
see
even three
the
turn.
crowd from
So
my
I think
peripheral
it's very
vision.
Yeah.
flexible and
So I was
really
just so
dependent on your
distracted
skill.
when
We saw
like
Dialab's team as
Me?
well.
when
Dialab
people
did
like
see the Alolan
stand
Ninetales
up
time and time
and
again.
cheered
A lot
and
of Valor
stuff.
has to watch out for some of these
Yeah,
stats
yeah.
on Cindy's team,
I see what you're
along with
saying.
the Purified Sableye, Galarian, Stunfisk,
Yeah,
Medicham,
when I'm on the right
Nidoking,
side,
and
I
Shadow
don't look
Walrein.
at the
Guys,
I
this
can't
is the
I have to
grand
like
finals.
I have
It
to like
will
do
be
this.
best of 5.
Yeah,
Let's take a
exactly.
look at the battle.
When you make a
Let's
catch, you
start
can be
with Shadow
like
Walrein.
inadequate.
Yes,
Woo!
I am as
Right?
well. I did want to go back
What
to the
cat? Oh,
Ninetales.
it's
We were
good.
talking a little bit
Oh, hey
yesterday
I'm
about
Kaiser.
curious.
the move pool. It
Sorry,
has
go
Go
ahead.
access
ahead,
to
go ahead.
so many different
I was just saying I
moves.
was
It has
curious
access to Fire Blast, which
to
is
see what
legacy.
the
Flamethrower,
what it
also
looked like
legacy.
from the caster's point of view
Heat Wave,
when I
Overheat,
catch
Oh
when I see
yeah,
them.
well,
Shock,
we'll
Yeah.
see.
turn if it's
Okay, we'll
purified,
read the question. Okay.
Solar Beam, and Weather
Hello,
Ball.
Cindy. What a
They're
wonderful
all
experience and amazing
wild.
performance. We'd love
So
to see number
many
one Pogo
different moves. So
couple win both
recharge move,
win
GX
regionals. Amazing
boost.
content.
I don't know why
Have a
I wouldn't
wonderful
use
rest of
Brian
your
if
evening.
he's using,
Congrats
but I
once
know
again.
what Cindy's going to be
Thank you,
using.
Kaiser,
She's
for
going
the
to be
100
using
Thanks
bits.
for
the
being
Overheat
Brian.
Weather
Thanks
Ball
for being
combo. You
Brian.
see the kind of time again. Fire, fire, fire. Whether it's fast, whether it's charged move, that's a lot of fire.
Oh,
But
it's okay,
unfortunately
Brenda.
for
So like
Dialab,
we
Trevenant
weren't
is on
allowed
the
to
list. Gotta
eat
watch out for. Oh,
in the
Cindy takes
arena,
Oh
out
yeah.
right?
Dialab
So I
again.
didn't want to
Very
like
nice.
Very solid recovery from
I had to
that.
You
go
want to?
out and then back check
Poised
again.
on stage
It
at
was
all
so
times.
long
Yeah.
because they were doing
So yeah,
both
this Shadow
back
Ninetales,
check
when we
and
look at the matchup
registration
versus
for
Dialab,
like
of course
vaccines
does
and
well
stuff.
versus the
So
Alolan
it was
Ninetales because
held
it's
up.
super effective, resist the
like if you exit, like you just come back.
You have to
They
do
only
back
do
check.
they only need to do back check, which takes like less than 2 minutes. So
Well, the first time I
I,
went out, on the first day, they were still doing registration with like
right.
wristbands, and they didn't have a separate line for
Yeah,
back check only.
Ninetales looks really
see.
great
So,
with energy advantage against
Okay.
so many of Dilap's Pokemon. There is no
yeah.
hard answer to it, which means that Dilap will have to play especially careful
Oh,
around
okay.
giving Cindy energy advantage.
We can see these battlers taking notes, and I think that that's something that's critical, is just making sure that you understand, okay, well, I've seen this, I know that this moveset's
They
gonna
were
be
so
available
good
to me.
at just
I'm
like
anticipating the win
small
speed and speed in this
talk,
particular
filling
matchup,
the
things like that.
gaps.
But taking a look
Um,
at Dilap's team, I want to go back
you
to the
took
I
your
didn't.
prelims.
time, eh? You're like you're my opponent. You're the only opponent that I locked him before, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like I didn't know like when you logged in. Like I would have like I would have like not taken as much time.
Oh no no no, it's
If
okay.
I
I
knew
didn't mind. Like I've faced people in faction that take like 3 minutes in between games.
played people advantage takes 5 minutes. I'm
Oh
like,
my
what are you
gosh,
doing?
yeah. So
Eddie, what are you rating?
he's drawing pictures.
I'm drawing your face.
I think
No.
that energy can go a long way for that Galarian Stunfisk.
Yeah, even Trevenant
I was
versus
showing
Galarian
I don't think you were here because you were streaming, but this is what I wrote down for yours.
Can you put it up to the camera?
Completely one-sided. However, the difference in
Can you put the notebook up to the camera?
I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Oh,
Okay. It's because you put it up to the other camera, not the
Oh,
Discord camera.
oh,
Oh, I
oh,
see,
oh.
I see.
Oh, okay, okay. I see my Discord camera is like right here, right?
Ah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
So like this is my kind of like matrix thing. So
Fake TV poke.
exactly, budget PV poke. Did I have a strat going into the first year? And honestly, everybody kept telling me he has no answer to Ninetales. He has no answer to Ninetales. So I just two shield Ninetales and felt like an idiot. And afterwards, King was like, he kept CMPing you. You know that on purpose. This was an insane game.
Now we're going to swap in a battle of two super effective Pokemon. Super effective with these Bug Shots and Rock Slides, but also super effective with the Ember and Weather Balls. So this is going to be a very key matchup feed.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
I
interplay
hated your
between
Stunfisk.
Stunfisk. We see a shield come up immediately. I think Cindy might have brought Ember
extra
for
much
this
shot?
matchup
Yeah.
in particular.
Yeah,
Look how many times I deny.
I-
This is insane.
You have to give advantage to the Ninetales.
Oh, we see a no shield on
Here
that
too,
Weather
eh?
Ball. It will be able to farm down
Here
the
too,
shield
eh?
for Cindy.
That's two for me and 0 for you.
Yeah.
This is enough to knock out as the Rock Slide, but
Sell those notes online.
to preserve this Ninetales, we talked about how much play it has. Getting that energy, it might go a long way.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Cindy decides to do from here on out. Actually bringing in the save.
I wanted to, like,
this,
Check on my phone the counts for friggin' Ember,
Cindy's Trevenant.
like between sets.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. They didn't let me off the stage.
Well, yeah, they switched the sides and went right back. Like we didn't have time
I'm
to
like, oh my God,
breathe.
I'll give him some water or something.
I know, like when King flipped his bracket, he asked for some water.
And what happened? They said no?
No, they got him water.
Oh.
We didn't have time. We just like went right into it.
Okay, I think this is where you lost, right?
This was the tie. The first game was a
No,
tie.
no, I'm saying, oh, this is what enabled me to tie.
Yeah. I was, definitely. I underestimated the Sableye, right?
Like I have like 10 HP, but I'm doing
Yeah.
like 90%, like 80% of your health, right?
Bit of a miscalculation from Cindy about how fast she was pacing to her charge moves.
Trying desperately to get to the last move, but knows not going to be able to get to that.
Got a charm in.
Yeah, that's what always happens when you like switch in. Right? Unless you like wait another 3 turns.
This second Zap Cannon, this is crucial.
Have you ever seen a Alolan Ninetales farm down a Registeel?
You have today.
Not yet up until today, but it seems like we're getting that here.
That's what I'm thinking. Being down 2 shields, very tough for Cindy to come back from this. Does have a lot of energy.
That was
still
very
on that,
tough.
Still on that Trevenant, but we have a Weather Ball loaded on the side of Dialab. This is going to hit super effective. Is this Trevenant going to be able to hang on, Alpha Phoebe?
I think it'll be barely able to hang on. Does it have enough health to get to that Shadow Ball?
Trying to get to the Shadow Ball. The question is the Shadow
Didn't
Ball enough?
matter.
This is still a very healthy Alolan Ninetales.
Shadow Ball being a great move and same type.
Maybe I
of
should have did
bonus
one
on
charm.
that Trevenant. It is going to
Right?
do a
Instead
lot
of
damage,
throwing instantly.
and it is not enough to knock out.
Let's see. Wait, let's see.
Sableye still with 1 HP as well. It's a battle of the fast moves, and Trevenant able to farm down.
I took an additional
I don't think it
charm right
matters.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think-
look at your face and look at my face. I was just like, ah.
You were relieved?
No, well, yeah, I guess that's worst, like better case scenario for me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was sure that I was lost. I lost that one.
Oh, me too. I thought because I was like lower HP on my Sableye than your Trevenant,
Yeah.
right? So I thought it was better for me that we tied.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That was fun though. That was like everyone's like cheering.
You say you had 3 ties throughout the entire.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
Two ties.
Yeah.
Two ties, yeah.
decided to farm down the Registeel and get the tie with a quick
Everyone went
roll.
nuts
That's
during that
incredible.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
I
setting the
actually
stage
saw the
too
crowd
for his
going
target.
nuts
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
was facing that way. I was
Against
like, oh
one of
man.
its hardest counters in that Registeel. Registeel really struggling with its fast move damage lock on. Really
So I caught the lead on the
almost not
first
able to
match.
Yeah.
lock on down
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Sableye. I think if that lock on down had happened, if Dialab hadn't switched out, we would have seen a slightly different outcome to this game.
Yeah, you really have to speculate what some of those different results could be.
Did you play
Curious
in
to think if someone
the
potentially benches that
practice
Alola Ninetales,
tourneys
knowing
before
that it's
coming
still
here?
that there's a
I think I
lot of
played in
different,
one.
threats from
Okay.
each
Only
of these
one.
teams.
Yeah, I played in
Or two.
two. I played in
One or-
Kings
What
and
Pokemon would you like to
Inadequacies.
see from Cindy's team?
I played in Inadequates and
Well,
like
I won't
one
answer
major one.
Ninetales. I'd like to
Oh,
say
okay.
it has great play
And
across
then,
the board. I think it's a Pokemon that it has
How?
fast
When did
pressure,
you lock
it
in your
has
team?
hard-hitting charge
When did you
moves as
decide your
well,
team?
efficient charge moves. Okay,
Pretty much
well,
like
we're looking
2
like
weeks
we're getting
before.
into
Yeah,
game
I
three
decided
here.
my about
Keep in mind,
3,
guys,
like
we're
right
still
after
0-0
King
here
1.
in the series. We're gonna be
Oh,
having a
really?
Trevenant
Yeah.
from Cindy
Oh, I
right up
caught the
into
old
the mix here,
man. I
taking a
was.
very positive lead, able to now
I think
bring
you
in the
actually. Oh, I don't know about this.
Cantonian Ninetales
I don't
I
know if
Sableye.
I forget.
should.
I actually
Adding a
forget.
very fast alpha.
No, I
Yeah,
definitely
Ender
should
is
not
doing a
gone
ton
that
of
way.
damage each 2 turns,
Maybe
and then
Registeel
doing
was a
a
better
nice chunk
answer.
to that Sableye. We see the first foul play here being
Maybe
shielded
like
by the
one,
Ninetales.
like
Okay,
one
what is
seed
in the
bomb
bag
and then
here from Dialab?
Yeah,
Galarian
definitely.
Stunfisk, Galarian
Maybe take a
Stunfisk
shield
is
first or
pretty
something.
positive
I
right
can't
now
go
for
in
the
there
board. We're gonna have to see
energy
how it
deficient,
is
right?
lined up versus this Registeel perhaps, but no, we see a Protect Shield coming out from Cindy on this next foul play. This Cantonian Ninetales really wanting to protect it in both of these matchups that we're seeing.
Yeah, Cindy's Registeel.
Hooked
This
on
is
Phonic.
the
This is the
second
yeah.
second match, but it's the first
Right.
because it's 0-0.
Registeel
Right.
does thrive in situations with shields
So
are down.
technically, we played
However,
5
Dialab
games
has
for
saved
the
both of his
first
shields.
reset.
I'm actually surprised
Yeah.
that we're seeing this play out in the exact same way. Cindy
Yeah.
opting to use both shields on
Yeah,
that
I didn't know the
Cantonian
counts. I was
Ninetales,
like, okay,
but
you're
this
gonna,
is the
you
overheat.
probably,
This is going to be a
we
huge
might
advantage
win
here.
as
The
well.
overheat lands on the Medicham.
And then this happened, right? I was like, oh, I could farm down now. And I was like, oh crap, I gotta.
Yeah.
And then we
Alright,
double
this is
switched
typically
it.
a more positive matchup for this Trevenant.
Okay, we
However,
both
this,
had Puff Medi.
Galarian
What's your
Stunfisk
mindset
still has
on
2 shields, gonna be
picking
able to
Puff
shield up
Medi?
everything
Because
here,
we didn't
and
see any
just start throwing
Puff
Rock
Medi
Slide
in
after
Indy,
Rock Slide
right?
after Rock Slide. Probably gonna need 3 to fake this
Yeah.
Trevenant.
Yeah, Seed Bomb and Shadow Ball both.
What was your
being
question?
neutral
What was your
here.
question? Or just
Seed
just
Bomb
comment?
a little bit of a worse move than Shadow
Pup
Ball,
Medi.
but Seed Bomb
Yeah.
coming a little
Why'd
bit
you pick
quicker.
Pup
I'd be
Medi?
surprised
Oh,
if Cindy went for Shadow
better
Ball.
Registeel
People have been waiting
matchup,
for
better
that
wall
moment
rain
to land
matchup.
all
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
We
Because
finally got the land there on
like
the Medicham. That was easy
like
to
people
handle.
were like
We saw
safe
land
swapping
versus
wall
the
range, shielding the
resistance,
psychic, and like
resistant
getting
Shadow
like
Polytoad. But
a
here comes
shield,
the
right,
next
or
Rock
two
Slide
shields.
Yeah,
Dialab
exactly.
onto the
And then if
Trevenant.
I just
This is
pop,
gonna be close to
I
knocking
just
out,
pop
baby.
right like.
It does not quite knock out. The
And
Shadow
same with
Ball
Reggie,
comes
right?
through.
Yeah.
The switch clock is not quite up
And
for
same
Cindy.
with
I
a little
assume
bit.
she
I think
wants
it's a
to
little
get
bit
out of here
better
as
against
fast
Ligaton.
as
I'm not sure.
possible.
Okay,
Mm.
positive. You're
And
able to
and
take both
and I
shields.
and I
That
did
feels
one
good.
practice
Still have
match
the
against a
Registeel on its feet,
Talonflame.
ready to
Uh
go.
huh.
Negatives
Two
here. You're
shield
gonna get
Talonflame
farmed
versus
down
two
by
shield
this
Medi. I was
Galarian
just
Stunfisk
straight
coming out
popping
with
and
a
I
lot of
and I
energy.
took it out.
Now that said,
Okay.
Right
Cindy does
Yeah,
still
good to
have
against
know.
Cantonian Ninetales, an
Talonflame.
opportunity
Yeah, you're
to
pretty weak
potentially
to
catch
Talonflame
super
too.
effective Earthquake
Yeah.
from
Probably
the
even
from the
more so
Greninja
than
Stunfisk
Ninetales,
instead on her
No,
Cantonian
right?
Ninetales.
definitely not
However, she
Ninetales is
doesn't switch out quite yet, knowing that the first
like
earthquake
pretty
will not
tough
knock
for
out
me.
her Registeel. She has to be careful as well because that
Ninetales tough for
Medicham
me,
is in
and
the
a
back,
low,
potentially
the
catching
new
a
Shadow Low
focus
Marowak
Pokemon.
beats everything on my team
Galarian
except
Stunfisk
Oh
is
man,
able
look
to
at this
take the
catch!
shot.
Oh my gosh! Look at your
Both
face!
will be landing here on the
almost.
Medicham. What a play from Dialab.
How much energy do you have? Can you
Look,
rewind?
okay, okay, okay. Look, I
Honestly, I almost.
overcharged two. Okay, watch this.
Will be landing
Okay, I
instead on
overcharged
her Cantonian
two
Ninetales.
lock-ons,
However, she doesn't
knowing
switch out
that's
quite
your win
yet,
condition,
knowing that
right?
the first
Hold
earthquake
on.
will not knock out her Registeel. She has to be careful as well because that Medicham is in the back, potentially catching a focus.
Okay,
And-
All right, well,
one,
Galarian
two.
Stunfisk is in a position, and we see the move thrown. The focus blast will be landing here on the Medicham. What a play from
Yeah.
Dialab.
Yeah, we see a bit of an undercharge, not mattering because that
I was so
Medicham
annoyed.
will a return catch
Okay,
stronger?
so-
And no, it does not.
I was
You gotta
so
pause it.
annoyed.
You gotta
Yeah,
pause
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Out the
Oh.
Registeel.
So after I caught,
yeah.
like, you saw I stood up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, you see I stood up, and I was like, ah!
I
Right?
heard you in the mic. You're like, yeah.
I was like, oh, and then right after, I was like, oh, so sorry,
Yeah,
Cindy.
I know.
But I
Like
knew I,
after the match, like in between, we switching the
yeah,
judge like eyed him, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Cindy. I screamed in your
yeah,
ear."
yeah,
That was so funny. And you like pulled your mask. There, you're like your mask was slipping.
yeah. My mask is always lit. I know it's like my face shape or something. I don't know.
Yeah, what a
I don't know.
catch! Big props. Like that was one of the whatever
That was the play.
Yeah.
Maybe the play of the tournament.
That was
Maybe.
the inadequates catching
Yeah.
the whatever.
Okay.
What was it? Yeah.
Against Azure. Yeah, I was like, and then I went on Twitter after, and nobody's talking about it. I'm like, oh, okay, never
Oh,
mind.
nobody clipped it? Okay, we'll clip it for you.
Yeah.
We'll clip it for you.
Okay, clip it for me. When
We'll
we get
clip it
finished.
for you. We'll clip it from the Pokemon one.
Yeah.
We'll clip it from the original one.
Okay. Okay.
And we'll tag inadequates on it. Okay.
That's so impressive by Dialab because Cindy not throwing right when she
Yeah,
needs to.
okay,
She
catching
knows
the earth
she
power
knows
on the
she knows
Pelipper.
she
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
knows exactly when she's
Chat
gonna
was
do
very
it.
angry about
But
Eddie's
nonetheless,
antics.
she
Were
waits,
they?
Why were they?
wait, and still
What do you
gets
mean?
Probably because I was the
game
only
number two.
person that
Now
was like really
1-0
showing
going to Dialab.
emotion.
Yeah, for
Maybe.
sure.
Well,
That's the game
I
where
have my.
you're going to try to
I
create
kind of got
pressure
really
to
flustered
compete
here.
against these top-tier players who are
Yeah.
not
Oh,
always
look,
going to
Austin
throw
Thomas is like,
at
how did he
the same
do
exact
that?
speed.
Ah!
Talked about this on
I
day
was,
one.
I should have
Talked
thrown.
about
So
the
King was
dynamics of
like,
this
you
game,
know,
how they can come down to
For
facing
which
somebody
certain type of
five
attack
heading
will
you,
really
you should
slow
have
that
just gone
Registeel.
for it.
If
Like
that catch
they're
doesn't happen,
anticipating
we'll
it,
see that
right?
Registeel Focus Blast land on
I should have just
Yeah.
gone for it.
and that is all she
Or
wrote.
you should have waited
Cindy would have
for
taken game number
the mud
one.
shot.
But what
Yeah.
an incredible game from
Focus
Dialab to
blast?
come back from the
Yeah.
brink of
Yeah, great
defeat
stage
and
presence.
steal
Yeah,
game
yeah.
number one.
Yeah, one
Audience
thing
loved
we've
you.
been seeing from Dialab,
Yeah.
has
I
lost
just had my
was
poker
the
face on.
ability to lose games
Yeah.
really, really dramatically, but
Yeah.
been able to turn around.
Because I was watching EUIC and then
Uh-huh.
like barely anybody celebrated. Like nobody like a little bit. They would just do like this or like.
Oh,
Inadequates was
yeah.
Inadequates did like some celebration.
He
right?
did the wave, okay? He was
Oh, yeah.
like, he did
Okay.
caught the thing from Azure, right? Oh, there's
Did he?
our.
I think
Yeah. He did the wave to the audience.
Yeah. So this guy that's sitting in the judge right now, he's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, because I was like looking at the crowd because
Uh-huh.
like when a game was like when I was about to win a game, and
Uh-huh.
he's like don't interact with the crowd until
Oh, he said
until
that?
yeah, so that's why I was scared to like
Oh, wait, this judge?
yeah that judge.
Oh, I
Like,
don't remember hearing that.
during one of my first battles that he judged.
Oh,
Oh,
not
so that-
between
oh,
ours.
Yeah. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay,
kinda
okay,
scared,
okay.
like he might give me a warning or something.
Okay,
if I, like,
okay.
If I like did something to the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish he didn't say that, so I would like wave and stuff. I don't know.
I guess I had the less strict judge when Pete and I were joking about trash talking during our match, because we were like, "You're gonna shield this earthquake? You call it bait?"
Talking?
Huh?
During
Well,
your
like
match?
we're just like we're
just
thinking
like-
about talking to each other and trying
Thinking about
to.
you didn't actually do it.
You think
Did
we
you
should have done
actually
it? No, we didn't do it.
Okay.
No, we stay silent. But oh
Okay.
man, okay,
I
well,
wanna leave
hard
this
counter
back.
city here. Huh?
Okay. I don't know if I'm going Sableye here. That's the thing.
incredible safe swap with no
I didn't know the count, so I was like, oh, maybe it's like 7 Ember
Oh.
or something.
We see the foul play coming out. I think
To a Weather Ball.
Well, I know my Ninetales lose CMP to Sableye, and
Yeah.
honestly, it's not a Sableye counter, but
And I'm sneaking.
you were sneaking. But this was my best safe switch, right? Like, if
Yeah.
I did the well, honestly, if I switched to Mandy here, you didn't have an answer, right?
What
You
did I
didn't.
have?
You had a G face in the front.
Oh.
You had to stay, right? Oh no! Sorry. You had Medi on my. Sorry. Just
I had Medi
kidding.
lead.
Just kidding. You had Medi lead.
Attack, right?
So you had to answer. Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah.
You had to answer.
Okay, and I knew this was not. Wait, were you there? You weren't there, right?
No, I was not there.
Okay.
not there.
Yeah, I knew. So
I
I didn't
was
have
not
to take
there.
a overheat this time.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, oh, okay, G-Fizz sweeps your team.
yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
I was just gonna, I don't know, trying to
Yeah.
catch your, or I don't know. That was my kind of win con, right? You kept charging. I was like, what is going on?
In
I-
case you'd like.
I wanted to catch the rock slide.
Yeah, I think that Dialab has done a good job of saving.
And then it enabled like because all those extra I tried to enable me to like not need to shield against your Registeel.
Yeah.
Right, so.
Same type attack bonus is going to do
Not
And
as
there
much
you
damage
go.
against this Mandibuzz as it
Because
would
as
be
soon
against
as I
the
throw
Mandibuzz.
Rock Slide, you come in
Advantage on
Registeel, you
Mandibuzz right
focus
now, and foul
Blast.
plays are going to start
Right,
coming
and
out
have to
as he
spend a
blanks.
shield.
This is the
Yeah,
air
exactly.
slash.
So that's why
Multi foul plays.
I don't need
The
to
air slash is going to be
throw
resisted.
immediately.
They're also going to be adding up a little bit slower from an energy perspective. Able to make it to this next foul play. At this point, I have to give the advantage to Dilap.
Yeah, I think Dilap's feeling very comfortable.
I think I
Expected to
switched
see him
at your
use his
double
last
rock
Protect
slide.
Shield on this Stunfisk, even though the charge
No?
moves from
Maybe?
Mandibuzz aren't
I
doing
think
that
you
much
did.
damage
Or like
because
one
the
over.
Metacham is in a
Okay.
worse matchup against this Mandibuzz.
All right, well, this Mandibuzz is so incredibly tanky. We've seen it take a rock slide. It's going to take another one. How many Pokemon can take two separate super effective moves and still have plenty of HP left? There's not a lot.
Yeah, Mandibuzz being one of the bulkiest Pokemon.
I just I start. This is when I started showing emotion on stream. Like I was shaking my head, I was
Yeah,
sighing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
After this, should be able to get one more rock
I
slide here, and that
well,
should
obviously I
be
knew
enough
you were
from
there
Pokemon
because I
Company.
capped on my
And this is
charge
super
move
effective.
too.
Live two,
So
Canvas three. Cindy going to be going down in
Yeah.
game number 3. Dilap going up 2-0 in the series.
Yes, really calculated play by Dilap.
you didn't
knowing
like
that
chat
Galarian Stunfisk
taunting
has a
people,
lot of play
cheering
against
for other
Cindy's
people
team
than them.
of shields, and I think playing around that,
I don't
making
know.
sure
Like
that
I
it
think
was
I think
going to
Dilap had
we've got
just
a
as many people
Ninetales
cheering on
with
him
with
than
Ninetales
as
I
having
can see the
energy
chat.
advantage
But like I
in
can
both
barely
lanes.
see the chat right now. So
Interesting.
I'll
Oh,
look at
okay.
it.
Not seeing that Shadow Wall
Yeah.
right
But
now from Dilap. He's playing with a team of 5 right now.
if people are putting
Yeah,
other
you
people
can see
down, I don't
all
like
of the
that. But
previous best
Well,
of five
Asian
matches
Assassin
and
says
Cindy
Eddie
got
playing really
just
well in the
one
last
win.
10 games or so
Well,
on a
we've seen
tear.
3 straight games of Cindy double shielding here
Um,
Cantonian Ninetales. She's clearly got a little thing for it, wants to make sure that she keeps it alive.
Silent
And she's been
Speedy
able to rotate,
says
switch, and also use
Stunfisk too much of a
Stunfisk
menace
is
to
explosive.
Cindy's team.
It hasn't been so far, of course.
Hook on
She
Phonics
is
is on your side.
lost
Pock
both
sausage,
games
boy.
that she retained switch, and then she won a game in
Hog
which she
sausage,
also
boy.
won switch.
Yeah.
Someone says
She
I
might
find it funny
be
the name's loud on stream.
that Cantonian Ninetales
I don't know. It's
could
like
pick up
a little
Well,
workaround.
you don't really know
I'd
unless
like
you
to
know
see a
like
little bit of a different
Chinese
role, perhaps
stuff,
in the
right?
lead
Or
role.
So
you're
Like
Mandarin.
as much in the safe swap. It's not
yeah,
Mandarin?
I
Yeah.
speak
quite as
Mandarin.
fast as that Sableye. That's why we're seeing
I
right
was
now
tell
Cindy's
I was
numbers kind
I don't know if
of
you saw that comment. I was
fluctuate.
like, we should have had a big two tourney there.
Yeah. I saw it.
Hey,
I
how do I
I'll totally forgot about that too. Like,
but
even, I was
You
gonna bring
were
college
I know
too.
we can't win Switch,
Yeah,
but how
yeah.
do we take a victory?
Oh,
Let's
there's
take a game
Gary
first.
Pucking Oak.
Mandibuzz versus Machamp, a really
He's my
good lead
teammate.
Yeah, I
No.
know.
here.
I
Oh,
know.
okay.
Does
Here's
not have
the-
effective ice
A lot of
damage.
people don't know
She only has access
I
to the
play
power
for
of two
Deoxys
psychics
Alberta
or double
form.
resistance.
No
Yeah,
way.
That's what are you for? I'm like,
You made the
what?
logo. You made the
Yeah,
whatever
I
the.
made the nice logo.
It's
We're
really
gonna get
impressive. It's good.
We're gonna get shirts, but then like it took too long to make the.
See, like Miss Word Expert says, I want Cindy to win, but wow, Dilap is so good too.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
here is the thing that I'm seeing. I'm taking a look at Dilap's team right now, and there's one Pokemon in the back that has.
Yeah, this is kind of hard for me because Manipus
disadvantages versus
Yeah.
the Pokemon
breaks the
on
score,
Cindy's side. That's
right?
gonna
And
be
I
Well,
know you probably have Reggie in the back, so
Yeah, I'm down 2-0 and had a tie, and this is my fight for
Yeah.
not being flipped.
yeah.
Yeah, I would expect from Cindy to swap into that Alolan, or excuse me, that Cantonian Ninetales.
I'm doing, like,
after this
really
matchup
good at,
plays
like,
out
denying.
because
I
it
don't
is
know.
just that safe
Like every time
to
I'm like
avoid
seeing,
the
we're not
Sableye,
CMP,
which is-
but
or
like
excuse me,
we're
you can
syncing
avoid
up.
the
Yeah.
Machamp,
We've
which
been
is
doing,
gonna be
like,
one of
super
the
good
worst
job at it.
matchups it can face, and it would
Can I
also
see
I
the
should
medal?
not have thrown. Look at me, I'm like super flustered. I'm like, okay, I'm super dumb.
Right as she threw it.
Yeah, wishing you had thrown the aerial ace there. Still does some decent damage. It is actually the better move from a damage per energy perspective, but not versus the.
Okay, so
fairy type.
2 shields,
Okay,
I'm
we
actually
immediately
okay.
see that now the Cantonian Ninetales is going to be lined
And
up
because
versus
you're
the
up,
Sableye.
you're up.
It is
Yeah.
likely,
Right.
you know, well, we know as the casters that we're going to be seeing this Registeel face off versus the Alolan Ninetales. So it's looking good for Cindy right now, but we're going to see how this matchup plays out. We've seen this time and time again, especially in the safe swap scenario. The Sableye versus
Oh,
the
can we
Ninetales.
see-
At this point, I think that
What?
Cindy
Sorry, go
is
ahead.
trying to
No, go ahead.
protect her Cantonian Ninetales once
Go ahead,
again.
go ahead.
And this
Is it?
is
Oh, I
exactly
was
what
just
they
hooked on
need.
phonics says they want to see our medals. Whoa!
We're going to see some great value come out here, be able to get that Registeel lined up
Whoa.
versus the Ninetales.
Yeah, I think using shields on your Ninetales
Look at
makes
me
a
in
lot
the
of sense here
chat.
because it's
RKOP
doing
says
the
she
most
needs to
fast
breathe
moving
here.
damage. If you saved your shield for the Registeel,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to farm down the second Pokemon and be able to knock out the third.
Okay, well, for the first time, we're not seeing.
Someone
Cindy
said, "Did y'all
going
find it
forward.
annoying to walk out just to sip water?"
It's gonna go
I
down.
found the workaround is just to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I actually,
drink.
yeah.
I did that a few times.
I should have done that. I didn't drink at all. I was so
Well,
dehydrated. I had
I mean, every
water.
battle is different, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Registeel Registeel has enough health left.
This is
in
pretty
the
much
tank
over, right? I'm like,
to be
okay,
able to
Reggie.
take both of these Pokemon,
I was debating
but
not
still
stopping tapping just
not
to write more
quite
things.
in
But
the lead.
yeah, I don't
Get
know.
to another foul play in the back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
well, we see the first
because
down
I didn't
hit,
know, but
again, no protect
like
shield remaining
after
for Dialab. You can see the
I
frustration.
beat
This is a tough
Chaz
matchup.
in
Although
the
Ninetales
first game,
goes down, still
Oh.
has the same
like
line, barely any
after
HP
I
remaining
threw
to
my
get
move, he
to
just stopped tapping
multiple foul
because
plays
it
at
was
this
over,
point.
and then he was just
Despite
writing
the
things
loss
down
being
for
Oh, okay, that's
another
funny.
save
down
15
goes
seconds
Sableye.
Yeah.
Cindy coming back
for another
in game
15
number
seconds.
4,
Yeah.
taking the series to 1-2.
And not
Whoa,
quite enough
what is
health to
this?
get to that
What is
last
that?
foul play,
Okay,
but of
never
course that
never
foul
mind.
play
You
would
were
not
like
have been enough
you were
to
like in
knock
the
out
overlay.
Registeel.
Oh, that's
Okay,
funny.
what
I
do
was
you
like
like about
split in
Cindy's
half.
gameplay in game
Yeah.
number 4 there?
As you had mentioned before, and during that battle, I
Well,
think
there's
the
me
placement
writing
of
stuff
that
down.
Cantonian Ninetales was very
So you had
key,
like those
making
like
sure that you
notes
could
and
get
then
some
and
energy
a
advantage
notebook.
on it, making
Yeah,
sure
I
that
had
it could be a
the
safe
hotel
spot
notebook
later
pad
into the
that
battle.
they
Oh yeah.
Use
that they
that in the
provided.
matchup was very
I actually
crucial.
So you
I brought a
Take a
notebook, but it's
positive
bulky,
lead
so I didn't
matchup
want to
with
bring like a
Stunfisk,
huge.
a
I don't
lead
want to bring
Pokemon
a
that is good
thick
against
one on.
your
Yeah,
opponent's backline.
I
Yeah,
just
well,
brought
like
the
one of my
little.
tasks
exactly what
was
you're saying. I
to
think
go
what
to
was most
Muji and buy a
critical was
notebook
that
and a pen,
Mandibuzz specifically
like
had the
for
most
Vancouver.
explosive
I
Okay.
knew
attack.
I would need it.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Dialab to stay
They
in
did I
couldn't
had a
bring
did
out
I
the
have a
Ninetales
emoji
until
there?
later, which proved to be a
Yeah, they
much
have
more
multiple
favorable
emojis. You
position
should have
Oh,
went.
okay.
and yeah,
You and
to
your
win
fancy
that lead matchup
Japanese
without a swap
stuff.
event happening looked really good
No,
for
I
Cindy.
like
Let's
Muji
see if
too.
she's able to duplicate
Yeah.
it in game number 5.
Yeah,
The
Cindy going
Walmart
down
notebook
2
is just
games
as
to
good.
0, able to win game number 3.
Did you bring
Now
did you
1-2
bring a
in
notebook
the
on day
grand
one?
finals.
Yeah,
Cindy
yeah,
needs
I
to
did.
win
Day two.
another
Oh, okay.
2
Yeah, that's
games
why I
in a
had
row
like
in
all
order
of
to
the.
secure
Well, but
victory
they said
in this
remember they
first
said
part of the
they
grand
had
finals.
it
Of
had to
course,
be blank,
Dialab,
right?
she
So
wins another
each
game,
round
so
I
to
had
be able
to
to flip the
rewrite
bracket
different
and push it
things.
into
I had to
the
bring
Yeah.
an empty
finals.
one.
Yeah, we've seen Cindy
Yeah.
now in every game bring that Kanto Ninetales. We've talked about how
So
powerful it can
here's
be.
my
Cindy
fight for
herself,
survival
Dialab's team, and so far has had some struggles.
match here.
Yes,
Yeah.
a little bit of struggles in those first 2
Hey
games.
Debbie
You know-
Pebble.
Ninetales didn't
What?
quite
What's up?
pull its weight in either
Nothing.
of those, getting
Hi,
outpaced
Debbie.
by
Hi, everybody.
or her opponent, excuse me, to those charges.
Debbie got
having to spend
third in
multiple
perf.
shields going
So-
Oh
down.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have
Forgot about
our
that.
trainers on stage. They're
She
still
got her.
Nice.
their
She got
teams
her
thinking about
medal
what kind of
too. Did
adjustments
you
they
what
can
did you do
make
with your
for this
packs, Debbie? Did you
pivotal
open it or
game
did you
for
just sell
Yeah,
it?
so this is going to be technically game number 5. Although we've only had three.
Knockout Panda says but Chaz doesn't write fake notes.
Okay, I'll tell you something. Like, I was already planning on like using the same team, but I would still like write like something to
Yeah.
make it look like I was gonna change my team.
Oh, okay, so you're faking it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So that's what he's referring to. Cause,
Okay.
I
Okay.
streamed before this, and then
Yeah.
that's what I was talking
We've
about.
seen it time and time again. I don't think we're going to see any swaps here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey, 1,
either.
2,
This
3,
is
Saya,
the-
thank
however,
you.
This is the first time we've seen these 2 Pokemon in the lead.
Not 1,
matchup.
2,
We
3.
see that
Say
the
yeah
foul
was
play is being
from
filmed
Calgary.
immediately. I
He
think we're
joined
going
the
to see
Alberta.
Cindy build up close.
No, he's
Oh,
he's in
no?
Ontario.
Immediate shield
Yeah, but he joined the
Let's take a look at
Alberta
this. May have
Silph
been a
Regionals
TP
last
event. No,
year.
it was not. We see the swap out
I don't know.
into the Galarian
Are
Stunfisk.
you afraid of the
Goes
over
for the
here?
next charge
Oh,
move.
you shielded,
This is gonna
right?
do a lot of damage. This is
I was
so
definitely
know.
there. I was definitely there.
Nothing
I didn't
over
know.
here. Let's see
I
what
moved
Dialab
it.
wants to do.
Yeah.
He shields it.
Yeah.
A big shield
I
right
was
back.
there though.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're going to get a rock slide here. This rock
I
slide
know you're
will be
scared of
enough
like
to
rock
knock out
slides, so
again.
Mhm.
See a
I'm just
second
gonna
shield
throw
by
rock slide.
Cindy on the Cantonian Ninetales. Bit of an interesting swap, however, by Dialab because it was a neutral lead match.
Oh, Debbie, you should sell it. I'm just kidding. We actually have. I think I'm allowed to say this. King
Oh,
got
what is
4 packs for being staff.
Oh,
So-
let's go.
So we actually had to buy a suitcase to check in our winnings.
Because you had 6 packs in total.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Energy
That's funny.
advantage against
Yeah.
both of Dialab's Pokemon in the back. However, that
They were
registration
probably
Did you have
offering-
did you have bags to check in like when you got
No, no.
Oh.
Well, we had carry-ons, so we had to
Oh, yeah.
buy a suitcase from the hotel.
Pay for check-in too, eh?
Yeah,
gotta
and we
check in
pay.
bag.
Yeah.
Or perhaps the Medicham. Yeah,
funny.
this is going to be tough. When we look at this, Medicham is going to be lined up versus this Registeel now, right?
However, shields are completely down. This Ninetales still has a
Oh,
good amount
man.
of health. The Registeel.
Maybe
in
I
the
should have
zeros
gone
does
in.
beat Medicham. However,
Maybe I
that
should have gone
isn't
in.
Always the case with power.
Well, I I did go Insane Boy.
Well, guys, just to clarify, on the right
I
side
should
of
have
the screen, we do not have that
just.
Alolan Ninetales.
I
We
don't
instead
know.
have the Medicham.
I had no energy on the Ninetales.
Registeel now comes in, and we see the Sableye getting the foul play here.
Oh,
Yeah, the
King and
foul play doing a nice
Chad?
little
You
bit
want
of
to join
chip
us,
damage,
King?
allowing this Medicham to have a bit of a safer play
Okay.
in the back. It does not quite get to the Zap Cannon before this.
Yeah, we got a whole box of them.
Doing a bit
It
of
was
a weaker
nice.
move is
We actually
going
gifted
to
one of the
deal as
boxes
enough damage.
to
Okay,
King's
all right.
brother
Well, these power
who
punches
dog
do
sat
add up.
for
They
us.
start to
Nice.
Yeah, this Medicham is the thickest fighter, right?
However, I believe that was the
People
second
ask
think
why
much
pick
so that
Medicham. This is
Medicham is
why.
going to have a +1
Yeah.
to its attack
So you
Like
don't get one hit
and the
by
Weather Ball
Zap
Fire
Cannon.
will actually come out at the same time as the power-up punch.
Okay.
Oh, then you did a really good job CMP here, right?
Yeah, I think this Ninetales, the switch out there was very crucial.
'Cause I was
We're
at
going to
the
see a
pop.
bunch of damage on the Sableye
Yeah.
attack.
And then
Sableye's forced
I had to
to throw
move, and then
immediately.
it like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, maybe I should do a Shadow Claw first.
No, you're gonna outpace anyway.
I didn't know how much energy you had on.
No, I was empty.
Reg- oh, okay, that's why. I forgot already. It's like,
And Focus Blast wouldn't have KO'd here anyway.
Yeah.
So
I think it would have. Look,
would
it's single resisted. It's single resisted.
I,
For sure it would have.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
For sure it would have.
Yeah.
So-
There
so
you
that's why I
go.
was like,
Look at you.
I was
Look at
like,
your look at your
so happy.
fist pumping here.
Another best of
Zoomed
five.
in on your face.
Good.
You're like
Bracket has been
grinning.
flipped. City is
Yeah.
now in the losers
Little do
bracket
they
with
know.
Tylap
Little do they
again.
know.
And here's when they say, "You guys gotta get up." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Log out, log out." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, lockout. Switch phones. I'm like, no, the phone that I denied. I need this phone.
The phone that you denied. Yeah, yeah. So like he. So Eddie was like asking the judge like, "Why are we switching?" And he said it was to even out the playing field or whatever.
Any, like, technical thing.
Yeah.
We didn't do the Pokedex thing.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the Pokedex thing.
Yeah, I
So
was like,
that was the only time that they made us like scroll, right?
yeah, I think it's like,
They were so nervous about the production, I guess.
yeah, they wanted the grand finals to be,
Smooth and flawless, right? Like we didn't have lag, we didn't have any dispute.
no.
It was
I had, like,
really
a
good.
few- I had a few like potential dispute, but like I didn't. dispute.
Oh,
Yeah, going
what-
back
when
to
was
that
the dispute?
Galarian Stunfisk swap, though,
On the third,
very
on the
surprised
last
by
time?
it, but it must have
No,
been
I mean,
Twilight
like, not with you.
predicting that
Oh,
Cindy
okay,
would not
okay.
bring
But with like
that,
610,
uh,
maybe
Oh.
like one time. But then
Okay.
I rewatched it just now and like it was even. So.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but in the moment you don't really know for sure, right? You're like, if this can give me a win, maybe I should bring
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah, and then one other time with Motix, like I clicked seed bomb and it didn't seed bomb.
If I'm wrong
And
here,
then I
but
You got a
never
refund?
saw an 18 tails.
You got a
No,
refund?
it wasn't a
Never
refund.
had
It was
a
like
Ninetales versus
I clicked
Ninetales
seed
matchup.
bomb and
Uh-huh.
then his ice beam like beat me CMP or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Like it,
oh.
like it didn't register my touch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then, but I won that game anyway, so it didn't.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
if I would have lost, I probably would have said something.
Yeah.
About
Nice.
The season of
upcoming-
Go.
Yes, the season
Yeah.
of Go.
Yeah, one thing I'm excited for as well. We talked a little bit about the Mankey event. That's going to be great. I love Mankey. But one of the things that we're going to see as well.
He
not
loves
only in
Mankey.
Go Battle League, we're having
They
today,
What is he saying? D-
So
Have you-
it's
have you seen
go.
this?
still some details
I
to
have not
review,
seen
but
this.
we're gonna be
Yeah,
having
let's
a
listen.
whole weekend of battling, Veeb.
Yes, indeed, we are. Also, to add into that,
One more
For-
thing.
one more thing.
That's right.
For Go Battle League today, you can evolve your Pokemon into Mega Pokemon and utilize them in the Go Battle League.
Yeah. How many of you guys in chat are playing Master League right now?
Do you think they have? Oh, you were up there, right, on the interview? Do they have like a teleprompter?
Yes, one
Tele-
thing-
Oh,
teleprompter?
I
Evolve your
you know
favorite
I
Mega
didn't
Pokemon
see at
and
all.
use that
I didn't
to
look at
Oh,
all.
of course, with
I
that
was just
Sometimes
looking
it's like-
down.
the most
Oh, yeah.
recent update to Mega Pokemon.
Yeah, the update to the Megas I think was very well received. We're seeing people with a lot more accessibility.
I watched your
I don't
interview
know.
like there, but like it was like I had a bad angle, so I'm excited to see your interview.
Oh, you want to watch the interview?
Yeah, of course. You don't, right? 'Cause you're a little embarrassed, or-
Oh my gosh,
But-
I didn't do gifts. Okay, well, my gifts is all messed
Oh,
up.
It's almost midnight in
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
oh my gosh, did I even
You can pause.
spin today? No, it's okay.
Additional XL candy.
Keep going.
One of the best ways.
I did not open the game yet since the airport.
Me neither.
Additional candies
No,
generated.
yeah, because
What
we're.
were some of the
I
best
live on
ways-
top of 5 stops. I didn't spin any of this.
Oh.
Large number of best buddies. One of the
You
first
know
ones
what?
that
Like,
I worked
even,
on was
like,
actually
during the
a
venue,
Hundo, Sableye
I,
that
like,
was,
barely opened the game.
best buddy
Like, I was,
before the
laser
introduction
focused.
of level
Yeah.
50. Of
Well, I
course,
tried
Yeah.
to send as many
one
gifts as I
Sableye
can.
maxing out
Like, I tried to get like gifts after, so I was like
Actually, I think level 40 is
there, like
1476,
after
I forget
everyone left already.
what the level
Yeah.
41 is. So
Trying
that
to
was one of
be,
the Pokemon
like,
I
good
had.
to everybody,
I had a
but-
Hundo Metacham as well that I best buddied. Of course,
Johnny says,
that
so if
maxed
Cindy
out
would have
at
won that
level
first round, that would have been it.
51
Yes, because she's
before
coming
the,
from the
introduction
winners
of
bracket. She did not
this
lose
level
a
50
set yet
Pokemon, and then,
until she
I have
encountered
Pokemon that I best buddied
Eagle.
Exactly.
So Garchomp that I'm currently working on now. I have a Hundo Dialga. I'm sorry.
I was
I'm saying
telling
all these guys.
my
I'm saying
viewers,
all these
I'm like,
other
oh,
Pokemon. I don't mean
K9's
to brag. I
like
don't mean to brag.
like before the tournament, I knew K9, K9 and Shadow AWAC and Talonflame are gonna be like any fire type is gonna be hard for my team. They don't have a good
Okay,
water
you
type.
deleting me, or am I using the? Are you using me as a flex spot for your 5 raiders?
No, I won't delete you. What?
Okay.
We shared the stage together. Why would I never delete you?
Okay. Because he was like, people were asking to add him at the restaurant, and he's like, I raid a lot. I need 5 flex spots for my raiders.
Yeah, I'm always deleting like these Japanese. No, no, I was saying like I'll delete these Japanese people for you, like for people and stuff.
I hear it does really, really well against Bastiodon.
Yeah, double super effective damage. If you're running one of those teams like with Bastiodon and 2 grass, the last thing you want to see
You got 3
is
minutes.
that Machop
I got
Go,
3
go,
minutes.
go.
I'm going. I'm going.
Spin the stuff. Did you spin the stuff yet?
It's okay.
Did
Did I do a quest today? Okay, King and I
You know
do.
what? You're a regional champion. Like, you don't need to focus on these things.
I forgot to
minor
do my mega stuff too.
I don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that? You need to do that. Why are you not doing it?
Why do I really need to do that? I'm so lazy at the game. I only play PvP, like
Okay.
literally.
Tell me how many best buddies you have.
Me?
Yes.
A lot. I don't know over the game now. I want to get like a good streak. I want to have a good streak between not opening games. It's like I think it's like the longest I haven't opened the game, other than like having no signal.
Is that something to be proud of?
I don't know.
Hard wins and hard loses. So one of the ones that I've been running recently, in fact, I bet
Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost done.
the treadmill working out with you. I was
I'll
able
listen to the
battle him
casters.
with Shadow
Okay.
Granbull, Registeel, and Skarmory. 2 steals has a lot of struggles in general versus something like a Galarian Stunfisk, but as long as you can get it lined up versus some things weak to charm, can go a long way.
GG's trainer.
GG's.
One of my favorite teams to run, and I was the creator of this team not too long ago,
Oh, yeah?
is the famous, absolutely famous Triple Fire team.
The Alpha Phoebe team.
The Alpha Phoebe
Alpha
team.
Phoebe
May
team.
have
The
been
Alpha
online.
Phoebe team.
I think there were a couple of
I thought he
Triple
rented.
Fire.
I thought he rented Dene
That, of
in
course,
Indy.
I think he's talking about Ultra League.
Oh, Ultra League. Okay.
In
Okay.
Ultra League Premier.
And
Okay,
Dragon
got it.
Claw Wing Attack being the
Mish says, "Why do you open the game when we eat then?" I like spin one stop and then I eat food.
technical machine
What do you
on
mean?
that move, then followed up by Typhlosion with
Also, like, I
Incinerate,
don't know.
not Shadow Claw, Blast
I don't wanna,
Burn,
like,
and Solar Beam, and then you have that Blaziken.
walk around and, like,
prefer
I guess
both Blaze Kick and
the
that
game
Community
open.
Day
I don't
move,
know. I didn't play
Blast
too
Burn,
much
of
in
course,
Vancouver.
paired with the
Yeah. So King and I do Wordle
counter.
every day,
Oh my god.
and I forgot to do Wordle from Tuesday to Sunday.
While they're all fire and they all share
Do you guys do
Yeah,
Wordle?
I missed the same thing for me.
Oh my
gosh! I was supposed to do Wordle from like I stopped doing Wordle Monday to but I didn't do it today either.
Oh
Monday
my
to
gosh.
Sunday. I actually forgot.
Well, we'll
Which
tell
is
you.
weird,
It
right?
was. Oh, we did it at the airport. Oh my gosh, do we?
me.
Okay.
I
Well,
still
it's.
have-
Oh, you
Mean
still have
Monday?
time. Okay, okay. You still have time.
Mine's not over yet. I'll do
Okay,
it right
okay, okay.
Much less a
Any
shadow
at all.
laser lever.
Yeah, so
I know, it was like-
We did it after midnight at the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that was yesterday. Shoot, we forgot to do it, King, for
now.
today.
You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute.
That's okay.
I think if you open it, it'll be
And a lot
yesterday,
of
like
different
today's.
classes have a lot of different
It's okay.
subtypings, so something like
It's
Blaze Kick
midnight.
with that
All right.
subtyping
Change your
really
clock
helping
back
it out against those
1 hour
fairy
in.
types. Ferrothorn with that steel typing.
Does that
also
work?
helping out with those fairy
I don't
types.
know. I've
And
never
of course,
tried it.
making it a little
All right,
bit
here we
I'll
go.
do it.
So they just made us switch sides, and it seemed like they were. It seemed like we had a break. We honestly did not.
Because we were logging in.
We were logging in. We were like trying to
adding-
get connected. We're trying to like, and we. I had to switch my. Yeah. It looked like it was taking a long time, but we. It was like back to back. We had time to
Yeah,
breathe.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed, and one little note, it does look like the teams are flipped as it is Cindy who has brought the Shadow Ninetales. That will
They also had to like.
be
No, we were also waiting for them to
I'm sure
switch
you
the
all know their teams by
infographic,
heart
remember?
now, seeing as
Oh
it's
yeah,
been
yeah. They forgot to do the
Yeah.
infographic. Oh, we didn't know that until someone told us later after, because we couldn't see.
talking
Yeah.
about things that I'm famous for, one of them is my memory. And one of
I
those
actually
that I remember
rewatched this
here
at
is
the
Cindy's team.
at the
It's
airport
Registeel,
a
Shadow
little
Yeah.
bit.
Walrein, Trevenant, Mandibuzz,
I
Medicham,
tried
and
to,
Shadow
and
Walrein
then
Ninetales
the
that
airport
we've seen
Wi-Fi
time
was
and
like
time
so
again.
bad.
So many
Oh.
times in that
So I
first
stopped, and
best
then
of
I'm like,
five,
okay, might as well
right?
just stream it
Shadow
tomorrow
Ninetales
and
gonna wind up
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
that,
and then
the
milk
rather
some
this
viewers.
purified Sableye on
Lure some viewers, is that what you said?
Almost like you're reading
Milk
this
some
off
viewers.
such a
Milk
Some
some
viewers.
viewers, there you
memory.
go.
Of
Because
course,
I was,
Dilap's
and I want to watch it when I
team,
got home, but I was like,
Ninetales,
okay.
Purified
Just
Sableye,
stream it.
Oh, is
Galarian,
this your lady in chat?
Trevenant,
Yeah, Mish,
Shadow
Mish,
Walrein.
she,
memory is
yeah.
impeccable as well, Phoebe.
I've been
You didn't do
training,
it for
I've
a
been making
week.
sure that I'm
We
getting all
yeah,
my
we didn't
supplements in
either
to
since
really
Tuesday.
get my
I
Yeah.
guess you were there
my
since
memory
Monday,
intact. I
right?
know I have a lot
Yeah.
You
of
took a whole
gratitude being
week.
your co-caster
Yeah.
with your most famous memory.
And then I was
Perfect.
late to
Guys,
work
thank you
today
so much.
because I
Oh.
was like,
And we
I
take a
got
look
in
at
at,
what
I
needs
got
to
home
happen
at
in
2
this
or
final
1.
series. I think that it is
Yeah.
going to be on Dilap to get the proper
I
alignment.
woke up, thought it was like
Dominating in
8
the
a.m.
first
I was
series,
like, fine.
able to get
And
his
then it was like
purified
10 a.m.
Sableye, able to get his
It's funny.
Galarian Stunfisk lined up versus that Shadow Ninetales. I think Cindy might have to try and figure out some different.
We're
different
tapping
components. But
already,
guys, we're moving
apparently.
right in here. This is it.
You look
Let's
so
get it.
relaxed.
This is the Grand Championship. We have
I'm
the
not.
Galarian
I always tap
Stunfisk
after
into the
go.
Kanto Ninetales. Cindy on the right,
In case I lose a
Dilap
turn.
on the left. Here we go.
Yeah, it looks like that the rock slide comes out one fast move.
I remember this
before
game.
The weather
Do
ball
you?
fire. We'll see
Did I
a
shoot?
potential shield or no shield from Cindy
You
here. It
probably
is
I
the shield.
I couldn't lift
Rock slide
that.
would have been a
Yeah, you
good amount
definitely
of
can
damage,
lift
not
that.
quite knocked out that Ninetales.
Yeah, no surprises here. We're seeing the Galarian Stunfisk.
I didn't want to
as
get
the,
CMP'd
as
again,
well as the
so I was
purified
like, okay, I'll
Sableye
just.
there, which is what we've been seeing time and time again. A bit of an odd core, but one that operates very nicely versus this Kanto Ninetales. So we see one shield come out and a swap now.
Try to
bringing in the
catch,
Trevenant
I
So-
guess.
into this
Yeah,
Galarian
yeah,
Stunfisk, able
but
to
I
get
think I
the
got like a
first one with
refund or
1
something.
HP.
And then I was,
Yeah.
and I do another much. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
this
god, I'm gonna
rock
die
slide
to
won't do
Shadow
a ton
Claw.
of damage
But I
to
survived.
Yeah,
luckily.
yeah.
Get a bit of an energy advantage, and it is
And
matched
then
up
this
against
is where I made a
that
mistake, right?
Ninetales. The Ninetales will be avoiding
Because I thought you had Reggie in the back.
Ninetales on
Yeah.
Cindy's side. I
Because
think
you've been showing,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been showing Reggie K9 all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you did very well on adjusting.
I think I wall ring
And
down.
making-
Lead to some potential bad matchups later on with that
Yeah, yeah,
Ninetales
yeah.
lined up
For sure you
ver-
did.
Sorry, the Kanto Ninetales.
Because I
lined up versus
I
Dialect
instantly
Alola
throw
Ninetales. So heads up play,
the weather
pretty
ball.
much getting as much value as
Your
you can.
face.
Alola Ninetales, but no,
You
we
see your
have the
face?
Shadow Walrein
Yeah.
coming in.
You're like
Like,
turn. You're like turning your neck.
Weather ball.
Yeah, speaking of,
I'm like,
speaking of
oh
heads up
no,
play,
because the
really
double
smart by
resisted,
Cindy to
right?
bring that in, knowing that Dilap would
And
likely
it looks like I make it.
the
Yeah, I
weather ball
definitely make it to
immediately,
the
not one
side
shot.
shot.
Farm down. That's a ton of energy now on this
Right,
Walrein.
If you had
I-
not thrown,
Walrein,
yes.
of course,
Yeah,
is
'cause-
great
Because if I do
with
one
energy
charm, I
advantage.
die
We
to
see
2
Icicle
embers,
Spear
I
coming up.
think.
It is the Shadow variant,
That
so
was
it
the
deals
thing.
20%
So
more
if I don't
damage.
throw a
The
move there, I
Sableye
think I
will
just
not
lose the
like
energy.
being able to take
So I was
more
surprised
than
you
one
run in
Icicle
wall
Spear.
rain.
Okay, I like this play. We see the first shield come out from Dilap. We're now going to see the second Icicle Spear get thrown from Cindy. This is still going to do some nice damage. This is the Shadow Walrein, don't forget. Second shield coming out from Dilap.
Yeah, Cindy's in a great position here. She has 2 Pokemon left, one with a bit of HP. We see no catch there. We see the foul play coming out right before the Weather Ball fire from Cindy.
Okay, but Cindy still has a Protect Shield. Keep in mind, she's going to try and get to this move, this Weather Ball. But don't forget, Dilap does still have the 1 HP Galarian Stunfisk. Could there be a potential catch here? No, able to get to the Weather Ball.
You
This is
tried,
gonna
huh?
do a lot of damage to this
Was my switch timer or not?
Sableye's going to
I think it
have
was
to
up.
This last foul play, will it
Let's
be able
see.
to hit this Ninetales with neutral
Yeah, it was
damage?
definitely up.
And it just
Yeah.
barely reaches it with 1 more embers worth of HP.
All right, well, this is big feed, but unfortunately, I think that we still see the Shadow Walrein on the side of Cindy. I really like her adjustment that she made here. Able to get a little bit of a different move. Comes out actually with a Weather Ball. We'll launch this off versus the 1 HP Galarian Stunfisk. And
That was
Cindy,
BM,
despite
huh?
her
I should not have thrown that.
No, no,
take the
it's
1-0
fine.
start to this best of 5.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so
Cindy will definitely
the night
appreciate
before,
some momentum that she's
I was
gotten.
talking
Of
with
course,
Ashish.
she lost
Uh-huh.
that
He was
last
like my
game
main
of
scrim
the
partner.
Oh,
previous
yeah?
series
Okay.
because it was
And
a
then
3-2 victory
he's
for
like, oh
Dilap,
yeah, Stunfisk
and
beats Walrein
moving
in
back
CMP,
into the second half,
right?
winning the
Mhm.
first game.
And
has
then
to feel
and
great.
then
just for clarity's
like
purposes,
and
it
then
was
in the
a
morning I
3-1
checked again
victory
and it
versus the
doesn't.
from
I'm like, oh
Dilap.
my god,
But
Ashish,
yes, able to
you're the
come back
worst
here with
scrim
1-0.
partner ever.
A really good
Telling me
start, and I like
lies.
the adjustment with the Shadow
You know
Walrein.
Ashish,
We
right?
didn't see it
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
all in the last
Okay.
The
series, from what I
bodybuilder,
remember, but now has very
right?
nice play
Oh.
versus that
Do
Shadow
you know
Walrein.
he?
Bodybuilder, he's-
Sorry,
I think he
Purified Sableye,
bodybuilds.
able to pace the moves a little bit
Are you talking about
quicker
the same
and breaking those
Ashish?
Protect Shields. We saw the
We have
Walrein able to
nobody
get
knows
through
what
the
Sheesh looks
protection
like.
very quickly
I'm
versus Dialab.
pretty
Right?
sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dialab's
Oh,
gotta be
ask him
happy
though.
with
I
the
think
preparation
he
He's
between
strong.
goes
sets,
to
thinking about what
Pokegame's
changes she can
chat
make to her team in
Yeah.
sometimes
order
and
to
talk
better
about bodybuilding
improve
stuff.
Oh
versus
yeah. Oh
Dialab.
really? I didn't
And
know that.
Thief, I may
So
have
I
gotten that
He
number
think
wrong.
he's
Maybe
strong.
there's
I
a
can.
little
I
advantage
he's told me
between
he's
two. We'll have to get
like his
clarity on that
numbers.
one in
He's
just a
very
second.
strong.
Either way, we're now in the grand finals with Dialab finally moving forward here. He's had a tough journey here. Going down very early versus Alex. We saw him actually come back, beat Alex in the losers finals to advance.
Oh, so
to
did
the
they
top four
flip
and now
the
make it here into
names
the
on
top
this one?
two. So both of these trainers
I
absolutely
guess.
incredible.
I know you're really close with a lot of
For
the
sure, I
top
think they
battlers,
did.
Wholesome.
No, they
When
did.
you
They
first
had it
tell
at the
us who
beginning,
Alex is?
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh,
So
okay.
Alex
Because
was,
they were
I
making
believe,
sure it was correct
forget the
before
Oh,
they
okay, okay.
started, right?
name,
So
but
Got
that
it,
was
got
who
it.
Dialab was facing off earlier.
Oh, I see.
I think you're thinking of another Alex. Yes.
You're thinking of Alex Madera.
Yes, Alex Madera. Yes, that's
Madera.
correct. Yes, I think there's probably multiple Alexes. It's a common name, Phoebe.
Very
We
common.
started
name.
tapping
Well,
there.
we're moving into game number 2. We're finally going to see the
You are, but I'm not.
details just like you said. This is the
Okay,
Ninetales
King kept
versus
telling
Ninetales.
me
Very
not
safe
to
battle. Cindy.
tap
That-
before go.
Into
Yeah.
the Sableye, and we are
A lot of people were tapping before it was.
Shadow Walrein has a
I'm
good
already
matchup
used to
against
it,
the
like,
Sableye,
not-
as it is able to
This
outpace
is pretty
2D's
RPS
cards.
here,
We're
huh?
gonna see the first shield come up from Cindy, able to use that protect shield to keep
Yeah, but,
all
like-
that HP. The
but,
shadow
like,
balls are adding up, but we
if
are
I'm-
getting
if
to
I
double
switch
icicle
first
spear.
on
Ice,
Sableye,
baby.
Yeah,
I
I
can
really
beat
like this
the
play by Cindy,
Walrein,
farming
right? But-
up to 2 icicles.
but it
But you let it
depends,
go.
No shield coming in from
Yeah.
Dialab, not wanting
Yeah,
to
depends what I
use that
want,
shield
right?
quite yet, knowing that another
'Cause-
charge
'cause you beat me-
is necessary
oh,
to
wait.
knock out his Sableye.
All right, firing
could've,
off
like,
the second icicle spear. What do we want to see from
I was
Dialab?
happy with
Gonna
one
let this
shield
one
here
go.
because
Cindy
you
able
didn't
to
farm any
protect
extra
switch,
energy.
but at what cost? Just
Yeah.
a protect
Okay.
shield.
This Ninetales coming
And
back
then,
in
but I
Why
knew I
no
would have.
why no Medi?
with its charm, but
Why
I
no
think
Medi?
that
Yeah.
Walrein has enough health in the bank to be able to pay an earthquake.
You didn't think?
What did I have?
This is
A9
tough because you
Sableye
know
and
that
what?
this Ninetales,
I
despite
can't see 'cause
preserving
your
his
screen's
HP, is
broken.
just gonna face
Oh,
back
oh,
versus
you had
this Cantonian Ninetales.
Oh, you mean
And
you mean why didn't bring Medi
why didn't
into?
you put Medi into Walrein
Yeah, the
to
Madara
farm
Champ's now gonna have a
and to
pretty
just
Oh.
pop it up?
matchup, or it's going to avoid a really bad matchup against that Trevenant. We see this
like,
is pretty neutral. The
'cause-
punch
because-
punches-
Okay, well this is
coming back in.
Okay, sorry, go back in. Yeah.
So you let go, right?
Yeah, let it go.
I threw both my Icicle Spheres. I was dry.
What cost? Just
Yeah.
a protect shield.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
This Ninetales coming back in
Oh,
is
you're
going to be
questioning me.
doing a lot of damage. It's charming,
You're, like,
but-
interrogating
Look,
me.
look, you're no. I mean, like, doesn't it make sense to go Medi?
Earthquake to the Ninetales.
Okay, well this is tough because we know
Now that I
this
look back
Ninetales,
a little
despite
bit, yeah,
preserving his
because
HP, is just
I
gonna
don't
face
think you
back
make
off versus
Earthquake.
this
That's why,
Cantonian Ninetales. The next thing you
Oh.
know, we're
right?
seeing a
If I go
whole
Medi,
second
but
quick swap out into the
I was saying,
Ninetales.
oh,
This
maybe
is
my
gonna bring the
A9's like
Medicham.
Yeah, the Madacham's
useless
now gonna have
against
a
your
pretty
K9,
bad
and
matchup,
it
or
might be
it's
like
gonna
Registry on
avoid
the
a
back.
really bad matchup
Oh,
against that
oh, okay,
Trevenant.
okay.
So I
You were
would need-
predicting another Reggie in the back. I see, I see.
All right, well, we saw
Because you had
before
K9,
that
you had
Trevenant
K9, you had
able to
Walrein, and then I was okay. It's gonna be
one
Reggie.
ball from that
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
okay.
can just,
in mind. Where do you want to use that protect shield in this
you know, I
matchup?
can
Do
just
you
pop
use it
through
versus the
your
Medicham? Do you
T,
save it for later?
probably.
She still has a
Got
little
it,
bit
got
of
it.
HP left there.
Right?
Makes sense.
Weather ball comes through.
Yeah, what a
Okay, and
great call
then
from
here
Dialab.
I was
If
like,
that the
oh,
overhead
maybe I
hit,
need
it
my
definitely would've
A9
knocked out
actually.
the
Or no,
Medicham.
I need my
And then
Medi
because
actually,
there's
right?
no
Because
shield, we
Yeah.
see
because
that
you have.
Cindy is
But you
able
haven't
to
Registry
seen,
on
but
the
you haven't
more
seen my
energy
Trev.
I haven't
versus two
seen-
other
I haven't
cards,
seen
a little
Trev,
bit
right.
more than one overheat.
We had a CMP event charge
That's
move
the thing,
priority.
right?
The
Yeah.
Ninetales able to win that one, ties with the Medicham and able to get this power up punch. Not
You actually
quite
got
enough
a-
to knock out.
a-
We'll
a
get
counter
one more
here.
counter, come out with a
Yeah,
little
I
bit of
did.
energy for this back matchup. Still has
This is
the
full.
wall
Could've gone
loaded
to
on
And
the-
then I was like,
Ninetales
oh,
feed.
Yeah, I
this
think
is bad, right?
Trevenant's in a pretty safe spot.
This is
having
very
it
bad.
as a shield, able
I'm
to
shaking my
farm
head,
down
right?
That Medicham all the way. One weather ball is going to be shielded by Cindy, but actually first the Shadow Ball comes through.
Shadow Ball is going to be coming through versus this Alola Ninetales. This is going to do a lot of damage. Not quite enough to knock out, but leaving it at 1 HP. We're going to see the charm come through, but no. Cindy going up 2-0 on the back of this Trevenant. Very nice play.
You clapped there.
Where did I clap?
I don't know. You were
Oh,
just you
yeah.
clapped.
Oh yeah, I was calling for you. Like you did a good job.
Understandably trying to save a little bit of time just by going straight for those charms. Really great play.
I think
by
you
both
are
of our
the only
trainers here.
opponent who's
These
ever
are
clapped for me
conditions
before
that they need to
before
meet in order to
winning.
win the battles.
I have to hand it to Cindy here.
if
She's
you had a
making an
good
incredible adjustment. This Shadow Wall
if
Rain
you had a
is
good
proving
game,
so
then
valuable in this
why not?
matchup. Able to
Right.
really face off nicely versus this Sableye. Sableye, I think, was one of the best
We'll
answers
we'll
to
watch the
Cindy's
third game.
entire team on Dial-Up
Because
side.
he
But now
saw
with this
your
Shadow Wall Rain,
K9, so he wanted
not having to
energy
use
on
both shields in
A9?
order to take switch, able to pace the
Okay.
energy faster in this scenario,
Um,
which I think has been the key to victory in both of these first two games.
Yeah, another
Maybe.
thing is I believe that Cindy's done a lot of
I
great
would have to take. I think I would take one icicle spear, and it does a
She's had
lot to
so
Medicham.
many
Mm,
positive
I think that's the
lead
only
matchups in
reason.
I
all these
see.
games. If you go back
I
to
don't
the
know.
first few
I
games
don't know.
of the first set, she had the Alola Ninetales into the or
Versus
the
Swat
her
you know,
Registeel,
that's very
excuse me,
smart
into the
season
Alola
because it
Ninetales.
forces that to
Other
do this last
positive
mod.
matchups
The
throughout
thing
the
is,
platform, so
if
she's
I
had good
if
matchups
I
in the second set
let
as
Medi
well.
go,
Yeah, without a doubt. But we're
and
moving
then
right along here. Game number 3, we're going to be
and then I
seeing
farm
the
down his
single line
canine, I
into
might have a
Mandibuzz.
chance, right? Because
Mandibuzz
I
gotta love this
can
matchup. We
get
have Air
to
Slash. It's going to
Weather
be
Ball Ice.
resisting the Shadow Claws. A quick
Hmm.
swap into the Galarian Stunfisk.
Okay, and
Meta
then
Knight Charger. How does this matchup look, Feed?
The
it's
matchup
rough
is
for
going to
me.
be pretty neutral again. Galarian
M-
Stunfisk
Mandibuzz
has a ton of bulk over the
beating
Trevenant.
Sableye
However,
and Medicham.
Cindy's sitting in
Yeah.
a very,
Yeah,
very
but
good spot with that Mandibuzz being paired
the
up
thing is, I don't have
against that
Ice
Sableye
Punch,
and the
right?
Medicham in the back.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
Ice
yeah.
Punch would be like about tied with Mandibuzz.
Yeah.
Well, so I would be fine with Medicham into Mandibuzz there, but I didn't, right? So
Hey,
only up.
Mai. Thank you for the sub.
Hello,
Yeah,
my.
I think that is
You didn't want
a
to
good
preserve
call by Galarian.
the
Of course, Shadow Ball doing
the.
a lot of damage.
Did
I
you
don't
try to
think Cindy's
preserve
all that
this
worried about it, though. I
Chiefus?
think she might have a read on Dilap's team.
No, I
No
haven't.
shielding the
Let's see.
second rock slide.
Oh, yeah, I guess
I
you
think
did,
I
because
think I
I
did two.
let it go.
Knowing that these mud shots
I had
are
to
not
two
going to be
shield
able to knock out, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
gets
yeah.
to a
But
second
then
Shadow
as
Ball.
soon as like usually when you two shield things, you lose. When you two
Oh,
shield,
oh, you didn't shield. You didn't shield.
oh, I did shield. Oh, okay, maybe
You
that's
didn't shield.
because I could farm down.
You think you could have
Oh no,
farmed? You could
Did
have
I?
mush? I don't think
I don't
so.
I don't know.
Yeah, and
I don't think
Dilap's
so.
forced to throw this
Yeah, I had to
last
throw,
rock slide.
so.
The rock slide is enough to knock out,
But you
those
want
mud shots would
switch.
not have been.
Yeah, and then I gave a switch because I had two things weak to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mandibuzz, so I had
Yeah,
to
remember that
switch here,
Galarian
right?
Stunfisk
Yeah.
had to throw the rock slide. It is energy dry.
Because
Both
otherwise you get
Pokemon on
2
Dilap's
free
side that
embers on my
have a
G-Fist.
significant amount of health. Both are weak to this
And
Mandibuzz.
then I know return does a
Well, we
huge
now
amount.
see
Yeah.
another foul play coming through
Um,
from Cindy, able to get to this neutral foul play. It's not going to quite knock
And then
out the
I
Sableye, but it's gonna
I
do a
kind of
significant
guess
chunk
you
of
would not
damage.
shield
Yeah, the one
Mandibuzz.
thing that
Yeah.
That's why I
Dilap
return
does
first.
have for him is
Makes
this
sense.
Because
Medicham
K9
is
is the way
super
to win the
outplaying
game,
Yeah.
not
power
Mandibuzz.
through Cindy's two remaining Pokemon. Both don't like eating counters. We see another no shield from Dilap. Makes a lot of sense.
And
I
then
think
at this point, I'm like,
counter
this is gonna be
power
really rough for
punch
me.
play is the best thing. We do have to be worried a bit though about that Stunfisk.
And
if it
then,
comes back in,
yeah.
it would be
This is
able to
why I
reset
need
the power
Pop,
up
right?
punch rampage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Well, what I saw there was that
Hop,
Sableye
hop.
unable to reach that return.
Dude,
That
hop.
feels
The
bad
whole
for
thing.
Dilap.
I
Really
should
fall
have
on the back
thrown.
of this
So
Medicham. Now
King
it's
said I
gonna
should have
force this
thrown
one
that
off
air
of
sl-
Galarian Stunfisk to resist any of the
Flash,
attack
and then
buffs
switch?
here.
Yeah,
Great
because I
power
lose
punch here.
CMP,
You
right?
do have the shields, but these embers are
Mandy.
adding up. This is where you really like to have
So I
embers
should have
when you're
thrown
using low
the
Ninetales.
aerial
Yeah,
ace.
however,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shields haven't been used so far. We're
Because I
gonna
can
see
still
two
catch,
shields being
right?
used on power
But
up
if you
punch. Power up punch is not
like if you
quite
if
the
you
move we
aerial
want to be
ace
shielding.
here,
And we
there,
see an
and then you
attempted
can
catch
just
from Dilap there.
like
Unfortunately,
weather
not
ball
quite
or
able to get it off.
overheat or
You
whatever.
don't feel that power punch. I mean, look at the HP
Oh,
on these
Auburn,
Ninetales.
thank
It's almost
you.
gone. These
Thank you for
counters
the
are adding
sub.
up super fast. Double attack stage. We see
Got an
the next
Embryon.
power-up punch coming through. We're gonna see
So I
the
had to
final
move
defense
here.
shield come out from
Yeah.
Cindy. I believe
So I was
it's the
debating doing
first
one counter and
Weather
switching,
Ball.
or either
Yeah, we'll
just
see if
straight up tapping
Dilap's
G-Fist.
able to catch the next
And
move.
I
And
did
Cindy
the
Yeah.
first performer instead of the latter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew it was over at this point.
It's a tanky Pokemon, but this Weather Ball is going to hit for a lot. Very close.
it survives, and it's going to be
And
able
we
to
simul-
down
yeah.
the Ninetales. The Ninetales is able to feign it. The Stunfisk comes back in.
Simultaneous knockout.
And
Cindy's
no-
able
and
to
you can
get
take
to
a
the
counter
top
for
plate.
sure,
That
right?
is gonna
Like,
be
Yeah.
enough. You can see
Look, my phone
Dilap
just
Cloud
disconnected.
City was able to really sweep, able
I
to
didn't
take
know.
the Grand Championship, coming back from the
Good
brink
job,
of
good
defeat,
job, Cindy.
losing last series, but here we go. You have your Grand Champion on stage. Cindy,
What a roller
congratulations.
coaster of emotion here.
Yeah. Oh my
These
god.
battlers, you can see that Cindy is
I
You're
think
so
that was
happy.
my first time showing like
so happy,
real
so
emotion on
ecstatic.
stream,
Yeah.
I think.
You can hear it in my
Yeah.
voice too. What
So-
Because
amazing
you knew
battles
he
by
was
both
over
of
for
these
you.
trainers.
You
Yeah.
won.
Vancouver Regional
Aw,
Grand Championship for
RKOP
Pokemon
was
Go
yelling in his
is
apartment.
Cindy H. Sanier,
Nice.
Greenish backwards, whatever you want to call her. We call her champion.
Yes, champion indeed.
I'm just like handing your paper here.
I'm sure both of those trainers will value both of
It's like,
those
oh, what are you
trainers.
doing? What? Don't log log out. Like,
Oh, don't
address your
log out?
fans.
Oh, what?
Address your fans first.
Oh. I don't know
Like,
what I was doing.
don't touch stuff on your phone. Do the last vow.
I'm not a I'm not a showman, okay? You're the showman.
You had a standing ovation, and you're just like, let me log out. Just
Yeah. It was
address
crazy.
the fans. Address the fans.
It honestly helped me focus more when we switched seats because all I saw was the empty seats, right? And
I think Cindy was
so
putting a lot of
low key, that was
Oh yeah,
good for me.
didn't affect it didn't affect me. Badly. You had a great adjustment, bringing in Shadow Walrein and making like and using Registeel all those times in the first set really made me doubt like
Yeah.
your team comp.
Yeah.
So
Because
you
I relied on it so much. Right?
yeah, on the Registeel.
That's
When
why you saved your Medi. Yeah, yeah. Makes
multiple
sense.
like multiple times I would go into something else and then it would be the
Yeah.
wrong choice for me, right?
Yeah.
So you did a really good job there, Cindy.
Going back to back, like playing your opponent's 6, whatever, 9 games that we play, 8 games that we play, it's such a mind game.
Yeah, it is
Like,
mine.
like I had to use 2 different sheets for your for that match for those 2 matches. Yeah. So like I wrote here's I wrote the first one was a tie.
Oh, you wrote
Yeah,
that?
I wrote your team comp and my team comp.
Oh, nice.
So
You know what? We saw some flashy plays there in the first series as well.
Yep.
Able to catch the
I was doing that, but then
jam that was
I
very
forgot to do it a few
Ah!
times. So I was like, oh, I'm missing information. I'll just stop. I'll just stop. Okay, address your chat.
Adjust my chat. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, Mike. Hey, Dave Running.
Yeah, and who can forget Dialap's wonderful catch
Thank
of
you,
the return
BRG.
from the Sableye onto the
Hey,
Galarian
Christian.
Stunfisk. I feel like if I
Take
had to
your
choose a
paper,
moment that
DLC.
stuck out to me from this whole weekend, it was probably that.
You could hear the crowd go wild. It's been a
Thanks,
great crowd
Huntress.
support here,
Your
guys.
interview
You can hear
soon.
them cheering on the battlers.
Excited.
Oh man, they pulled me aside. I was like, I don't talk well. I don't want to. They're like, oh, don't worry, Wholesome's gonna fill you in. Wholesome's like the best small talker, right?
Mhm.
All right. You want to sit through this too?
Just skip to your interview.
Woo.
For the Vancouver.
Okay.
Almost there.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So great to have you. This has been an incredible tournament.
My hair's a
here in
mess.
Vancouver for the Vancouver
Nobody
Regional
noticed.
Pokemon Go
Nobody
Championship.
noticed.
What a tournament it was. I'm joined by our grand champion here, Cindy. Cindy, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank
Wow.
you.
I'm glad. I'm glad. What a performance that you had. I am truly amazed, and you seem like you're still a bit shocked.
I am. I'm shaking still.
That's okay. That's okay. You're going to have plenty of time to absorb it. But I first off want to congratulate you. Incredible play. Not only in this last round, but throughout the tournament. You really showed what a strong trainer that you are and how you can master your Pokemon.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was incredible. Well, first off, how are you feeling right now? A little bit of shock, yeah?
Yeah, definitely shocking.
Okay,
I didn't
but-
expect to win at all.
Yeah, I mean, you come in with low expectations, but you're met with very high rewards. So congratulations once again. I want to ask you, what was probably the toughest obstacle for you throughout this journey?
Just stay focused and keep your composure on stream because most of my streams were I only did one
Yeah.
battle off stream.
Yeah, you were featured quite a bit. That's a lot of pressure, but you handled it with grace.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Were there any particular opponents that you just felt like, oh, I feel like I have no chance, but you were able to overcome?
Oh man, my team's really weak to just Nidoqueen.
Yeah.
And I faced like 7 Nidoqueen.
What was your solution?
Just combo play.
Yeah, okay, a little bit.
Power through it.
Multiple Pokemon to knock out the one, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, you know, for some of those trainers out there that may not be at the same skill level as you, Cindy, up at that elite tier championship winner, walk us through a little bit about some of your preparation for coming into a tournament.
So I did a couple practice tournaments at Inacquin's server. King hosted one. I scrimmed with my faction. Cool cats, cool cats, cool cats.
Let's go!
Yeah. And Last Damnation, Joshin, and
So yeah, a lot of practice that goes into this, guys. She doesn't just show up. There's a lot that goes in behind the scenes. When you're looking at your team of 6 and how it lines up versus another team, what are some of the things that you look for to which Pokemon you want to bring?
okay, so I built my team around the Shadow Ninetales, right?
We could see that.
And I just needed a counter user. I gotta have my flyers. I gotta have my wall ring, keep it balanced. And this fighter actually shake up the meta a lot.
Quite a bit, yeah. Okay, well, we saw you initially go down in the first series versus Dialap, and that was your first loss. How did that feel?
Oh,
It felt terrible.
Right? Yeah, you're like, oh man, I made it
Especially
this
when
far,
I yelled in your
and
ear.
I still have so much to do.
Did it hurt? Did it hurt?
No, it's fine.
Oh.
For you in the second
Oh.
series.
It was very loud though.
I have
Oh
my
yeah, sorry.
notes. I just gotta look at for some common weakness that he used and just some core breakers. I brought out my wall ring.
Well, I saw here on the casting desk, I saw a lot of Galarian Stunfisk and Sableye coming from Dialab. And what I thought did really well, especially versus that Sableye, was your Shadow Wall Rain that you didn't bring until the second series. Talk a little bit about that.
I think I overprotected my Shadow Ninetales in the first set. I just too protected of it.
And especially, it's not really pacing any faster than that Sableye,
Exactly.
right?
And I
So
lose CMP.
you lose CMP as well. So when you bring in that Shadow Wall Rain, it's able to pace the energy much faster, pressure shields, and have a little bit of an advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was great. Okay, well for you, throughout the tournament, what was your most valuable Pokemon?
Shadow Ninetales.
Okay, well, we haven't seen it in a lot of other tournaments. Where was this just something that you organically came up with, or had you been looking at some other tournaments? Was this part of your practice? What gave you the idea for the Ninetales?
Well, I had that Ember Ninetales from that draft league.
I wanted to say Arrow Draft League. I couldn't.
It's okay. You were nervous for sure.
No. I couldn't say it. I can't
Oh.
like endorse something, right?
Oh really?
They told me not to say PB Poke, right? So like.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know.
Or I don't know if I
I
should
thought
say
you
that.
forgot the name.
No. I want to say ADL, but I was like
Oh, yeah.
that draft league.
I actually was not very sure of the moveset. I ran Pup and Ice Punch. It didn't have a lot of coverage. I originally had that same team, but with Surfetched.
Okay, interesting. I think the Metacham, it has some nice play versus the other fighters, but Surfetch has such great moves.
It
We didn't
does.
see a lot on display this tournament. And I actually wanted to ask you, you played more games than anyone else in the
No,
tournament.
you
I'm
play
shocked that you
way
weren't
more
exhausted.
games
You went through
than
a
I did.
gauntlet, Cindy. So I know you're going to get some time to rest here, but what meta changes did you observe in this tournament compared to
TDL.
maybe some other tournaments
TDL
that
that draft league.
I think a lot more Nidoqueens than usual.
Okay.
And
I think
a lot more Charmers than usual.
A lot more Charmers, interesting. Those kind of counter, the Nidoqueen counters the Charmers quite a bit. We did see a lot of Alolan Ninetales specifically, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit. But you know what lines up very well versus that is your Kanto Ninetales.
Exactly.
So I think that was definitely the MVP and really catapulted you to victory. Is there anything else that you want to say before we let you go?
I get the matching shirt with my fiance.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's so cool. That's so amazing. We have two incredible battlers here, guys. We have Cindy taking the crown, her fiance taking the crown before. Incredible stuff, a storybook ending. Guys, we're going to be back. We're going to take a quick break, but let's get some congratulations again to Cindy once again.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
And there you go.
Nice. Happy for you.
I'm happy for you too. We'll have a rematch in London.
We'll rematch in
Okay, question.
London.
Are you going to rebuild your team?
for London. Almost definitely, yeah.
Okay.
They're introducing like bonds, right?
What are you
Can you-
definitely keeping?
Definitely keeping.
Yeah.
Nothing is safe. Nothing
Okay,
is safe.
okay,
I play
okay.
meta only.
Okay.
play
You
meta
play
only.
meta only. Okay, okay. Okay.
When I'm at work. I'm scared to put P on my browser. You know why? Because it pulls up PV poke.
That's
And
funny.
I saw that somewhere, but you know what they're talking about with the P.
Well then, okay. On that note,
PG non PG stream.
am I? Oh, any pressure to keep K9? Well, I'm not like too attached to it yet, but we'll see. I I I think everybody's gonna expect it, right? Like King
Yeah.
did his run, and his MVP was his Sableye, right? I was I was a little hesitant, so I only use one team in GBL. It's the Sableye, Deoxys, and Azu, right?
Okay.
Or is that what I use? Yes, that's the only team I use, and I have none of those three Pokemons on this team. I was a little hesitant to build a team without Sableye,
Yeah.
but I was actually really weak to Sableye, as you saw.
Yeah, I was
Your
bringing Sableye all the time.
Yeah. But we'll consider. We'll see what happens. Anything else you want to say to chat?
No, nothing too much. Yeah, nothing on my team is safe from getting kicked off
Okay.
in the future, right? So
Yeah. Anything else that you want to try because of this, because you saw them using a shallow Polito, Noctowl,
Oh,
Toxicroak, Lickitung.
the only thing I was considering is like maybe Lickitung instead of
Okay.
one of my mons on my team.
Yeah.
One more thing. I was I was rooting for you to beat 610 Hero actually.
Yeah.
I had like a really good. I think I had a really good matchup against 610 Hero. Like I was
But you were rooting
definitely
for me?
to win
Oh,
against 610 Hero.
so you want to
So I would
play
play
him?
610.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you would have faced me eventually, even if you.
No,
I
but if you lost to 610 Hero, I'm saying, and
then I
then
would have
I would
kicked
play
you
you.
out of the I
Yeah, and
guess.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be second, right?
Okay.
I would have been
Okay.
third
Okay.
in theory, right?
That's true. Oh, crossing
So
to
I was
safety. He's here. Did you get to meet
so
crossing to safety? He was at the
uh
tournament.
I don't know who that was.
Oh, okay, that's
But they
okay.
keep commenting on my Twitter and they're in my Twitch chat. I don't
I
know.
know he's super nice. I got to
Oh, I
meet
didn't
him
meet
and
him. I didn't meet Brenda either. Like I
you
didn't
didn't
know who
meet
she
Brenda?
was.
You didn't
I
meet
did not.
Brenda?
No.
The Vancouver local who organized. You're the only. Okay, it's very ironic that we were the
Yeah.
only two who joined the Vancouver local server,
Okay.
right?
Really? Are we the only
No,
two?
nobody else joined it
Oh,
from outside.
oh, really? I did not
Yeah,
know that.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Because we like to be, you know, we like to embrace the community. I don't know
I guess
what
so.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Also, I kind of really want to play 610 Hero in the losers final
yeah.
because I'm like expert with the Shadow Polytoad.
Okay.
So 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 I knew like what it could do and what it couldn't do,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
read them really well to meet you in the final.
yeah. Well,
And it was a
there
good
was.
show that we put on.
It
So
was a show. It was a good show. Yeah.
I'm happy that
Oh,
we did
see,
that.
Kevin didn't even know there was a Vancouver local server. That's why you didn't win. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Is there anything else you need me for?
No.
We're gonna sign
Oh
off.
well. Thanks for joining. It was a lot of
Maybe we
fun.
can show the medal one more time to the cam.
Woo! Woo! What are you buying with your $500?
I'm gonna save it.
Plane
Maybe
ticket? I'm just kidding.
for a plane. I don't even know how expensive it is.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe I'll check right now. Google
Okay.
flights.
Google flights. I think buying flights on Tuesday night is the cheapest,
Yeah.
or is it Wednesday night? I don't
Which,
know. It's like
there's
middle
like
of the
six
week.
airports in London.
There's how
Maybe
many
Gatwick.
airports?
There's six, one, two, three, four, five, six airports in London.
Oh my gosh.
How? How's it possible?
I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe it's like smaller airports.
maybe Gatwick.
Huh?
One of the airports is called Gatwick. I think it's
Oh,
August
okay.
18th. It's like 1,200. I think like almost
Okay.
1,000,
Okay.
1,200, 1,000
That's
for
not
me
bad. That's not bad.
in Canadian ruples.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
So
Yeah.
that's I got 500, but then it's like half of it, right? So okay.
It's talking somewhere. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thanks for joining.
Thank you for
I'll
having
see
me.
you in London. Are you
Yeah,
gonna
see
go
you.
fest? Are you gonna go fest?
No,
Me neither.
because it's in
It's in
Seattle or
it's
whatever.
in Seattle.
It's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it's
yeah.
in USA.
But yeah.
Unfortunate. Okay.
All
Thank you
right.
for having me. I want to say I already said this before, but it was honored to share the final stage with you, and I'm happy that if I was gonna lose to someone, it was gonna be you.
Oh. Well.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye bye.
King. Yeah. Okay. Disconnect. All right. All right. All right. We're done. Oh, Brenda's still here. Woo! I can't believe you didn't meet Dialab. Brenda. Wow. Who How about telegraph train? Can you do it? Oh no, hold on while Susan Boyle's doing a recap. Should I do Chaz then? Let's do Chaz. How do I do this? Oh, okay, let me just come here. We're gonna rate Chaz. Oh my gosh, how did I? Okay, well, bye y'all. Thank you. Bye. Oh, I don't know. I think this is my. I think this is my stream. You have to use yours. You have to use yours. Hold up! Don't go anywhere. We want to rate Chaz. We want to rate Chaz. Don't go anywhere. I'm sorry. We're gonna rate Chaz. Sorry, y'all. Thank you. Bye, y'all. Woo. Oh, Brenda sub. Thank you for the sub, Brenda. How do you stop streaming?
Ken with the prime sub. Oh my god! King with the massive raid.
But we saw some great gameplay there, and I'm looking forward to some more. Hope you guys
See, thank you for the prime. Welcome on in. I know it's Cindy behind that. I was watching the stream before I went live. I hope you all enjoyed Cindy's POV, and I hope she went over the bracket B for all of you. Because I'm mostly only going bracket A and switching over to day 2. And I'm also going to mold once we get to day 2. But yeah, thank you, Cindy, for the massive raid.